Anthony are no strangers to scandal. Opie and Anthony on satellite radio.
Apparently, Opie and Anthony are dicks.
Oh, here they go again.
It's a fun, dopey radio show.
Not just any radio show. A radio show that inspires beyond your wildest dreams.
The show was a lot funnier on NEW.
The show's hosts, Anthony Cumia and Greg Opie Hughes.
Controversial team.
6 years without getting fired, a new record for us.
It's just astounding to me.
I didn't want to say it's racist, but goddamn.
This show will rock as best as we could possibly do this radio show.
I'm going to go home and whack to a tranny later. There you go, all right?
God, we just lost our demo, man. What's wrong with you?
Is this the last straw for the raunchy radio duo?
The Opie and Anthony Show, the most popular show in the history of satellite radio.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Rent is too damn high. Rent too damn high is my thing. Jimmy McMillan is my name. Vote for the Rent Too Damn High party and Jimmy McMillan November 2nd. Rent too damn high is my thing. Jimmy McMillan is my name. Vote for Jimmy McMillan and the Rent Too Damn High party November 2nd.
Y'all better tell about me.
Rent is too damn high. Ain't nothing to talk about. Ain't nothing else to talk about. Too damn.
Y'all better tell about me.
Ain't nothing else to talk about.
Y'all better tell about me.
I'm scared of you.
Too damn.
Y'all better tell about me.
Hey, where are the white women at?
In person.
I mean, you can see how a white girl can fall for him.
Too damn.
I'm scared of you, sir, and I'm protecting myself.
What's that supposed to be? Some kind of sick joke?
Too damn.
I got it from a Negro.
Ain't nothing else to talk about. Ain't nothing to talk about. Too damn. Ain't nothing to talk about. Ain't nothing else to talk about. Rent. Too damn.
No shit.
In person.
Oh, yeah. Rent too
man.
damn high.
I am officially backing Jimmy McMillan for New York State governor.
You got to say his name if you're going to back him.
Jimmy McMillan.
Okay.
Oh, I did. I said I'm officially backing Jimmy McMillan for
Yeah, it was a little...
New York State governor. Well,
all right.
he could barely say his own name.
So, you said it properly.
Yes.
Correctly.
Jimmy
I
McMillan.
thought Palladino was your guy in New York State.
Palladino, not quite nutty enough. This guy is so kooky.
We found our nut.
And, the whore thought she was going to be the big nutty.
She's kind of a friend of the show, this Kristen
I know.
Davis.
I was supposed to be her lieutenant governor.
Why didn't you?
I declined. Well, Jimmy was first.
Oh, you were supposed to be first?
Yeah. And
Who
then,
would you rather have on your ticket?
Exactly.
Anthony, but they
No,
should.
Jimmy. And then when Jimmy backed out, I was given the offer to be her lieutenant governor.
Is she in it? I liked her. She's actually, when I talked to her, I don't think she'll win, obviously, but she made a lot more sense.
Wait. You don't think she'll win?
Well, yeah, of course
You don't
not.
think she'll win?
She won't win.
Okay.
Not a chance in hell.
But she's a lot smarter than I thought, like about the...
She suck your dick?
No. I didn't even get a vibe off her. I was so annoyed. Nothing.
We got to get some audio of her. Just to set it up for the people that maybe weren't checking it out, or maybe it wasn't being broadcast in their area, or maybe you still have problems with Cablevision and maybe you couldn't see it that way. I don't know.
Yeah.
There was a debate on TV for the governorship of New York State. And I'm amazed that this went down. Like, I didn't know goof tickets could be in with real tickets, even though I think they're all a bunch of goofballs in the end. But
this is a brilliant strategy on the part of Cuomo.
Yeah.
Because he only has to sit there and let the nuts duke it out next to him, and he's fine. Like, he's going to win. He's absolutely going to win. We will have another Cuomo in the office of governor of the state of New York because everyone else is a kook.
Everyone else is just insane, out of their minds.
And he's lumping everybody in with all the nuts, even Palladino. He's like, oh, Palladino and the rest of these candidates. But
But do you know how this works? Like, couldn't Cuomo say, "I'm not going to debate these nut jobs"?
He
when
only looks brilliant.
But when there's a presidential debate, you're not going to see Obama or any of these other candidates sit down with goofballs.
Yeah, they don't usually do that.
They will barely allow like a third party candidate.
They got to be very safe in this circumstance, though. Think of it this way: you're going into a job interview with unbelievably, profoundly retarded people,
right?
And you're a genius,
right?
Don't you want the retards around to show the boss, like, look at these guys, or me? What do you want? What do you want?
I would think that people would start thinking Cuomo's a retard now because he was hanging with these guys.
No, he looked.
I think it could backfire on him. But then again, there's no one that's going to come close to winning this thing.
He looked like a politician.
Cuomo?
Yeah. He looked like a politician, which is what he is, and the rest of them looked like a collection of kooks.
I guess Cuomo decided to give us some entertainment yesterday.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
And the thing is also, here's another reason he did it, is Palladino is the only real kind of competition he has, and he's way behind in the polls because he trips over his own fucking tongue, and he's a nut himself.
And you wanted Palladino. You were going to back Palladino before this Jimmy McMillan
Jimmy
came along.
McMillan's my man.
Yeah.
My man rents too damn high.
Well, you want to hear the introduction of all the candidates for the debate last night? This is just amazing TV. Fuck the Yankees game. Fuck.
Oh, yeah, please. Can we do over? Do over, please. Do over. Cliff Lee. Wow.
We all saw that coming a mile away. Who are you kidding?
Well, Pettit did
you better
a good
hope
job,
that you better hope that he's not ready to pitch in Game 5.
I hope he gets impaled with a fucking half a bat.
If he's able to pitch Game 5, you guys are so done. So done.
That was really fucking.
They're being embarrassed.
8-0 last night, right?
After that first loss, the Texas should have collapsed. The fact they've come back and kicked the shit out of them twice, Texas is just better.
It's fucking Cliff Lee. It's fucking an amazing fucking pitcher.
It's all about Cliff Lee.
It's amazing. They could not fucking touch him. Couldn't touch him.
Should watch some hockey last night, man.
Fuck that.
There was a great hockey game on last night.
I was just yelling at the television. Motherfuckers. Fucking Cliff Lee.
I want to make it official. My team is for real this year. For real.
And by the way,
hey, let me finish. My Islanders beat the fucking well,
let me finish the
Leafs.
Yankees. How long has hockey been happening?
Huh?
How long has hockey been happening?
We're 5 games in, but my team's for real. Real.
I just wanted to say, I am not going to take any shit from people unless they're fucking Texas fans. Ooh. I'm not going to sit here and have Red Sox fans go, your guys are fucking, you guys didn't even make it. Shut up.
You're not a true Yankee fan then.
What?
The whole world is against the Yankees. You got to accept that.
Oh, no, I understand, but I'll just...
Didn't you listen to Bill Burr's rant about the Yankees?
I'll just be like, fuck you. Fuck these guys.
So you'll only take insults from Rangers fans?
Yes, that's it.
Nah, you got to take some Red Sox abuse,
No,
too.
That's ridiculous.
You have to. You're wearing the Yankee hat. You have to.
They've been hanging out doing nothing for fucking months.
Because imagine if the Red Sox were in and the Yankees weren't, you would be beating up the Red Sox right now. You would be killing them.
Yeah, but no one would have to fucking take it. Wouldn't be legit.
No,
I got to sit here and fucking, you know.
You got to take on the world. Are you prepared for this?
No.
There's a lot of people that don't like the Yankees.
Yeah, because they're stupid.
And seeing them down 2-1, they're going to come after you. Are you ready? You got enough firepower?
No.
You don't have enough firepower to take them all on?
No, I don't have the energy to take them on. That's why I threw out that little warning there, hoping
they just leave you alone.
But I know that's just antagonizing.
Yeah.
Damn high.
The Islanders had a great win last night against Toronto, and this team, this team actually might be good this year. So we're keeping our fingers crossed.
Could we please get a clip of Opie saying this team might be really good this year? Every year.
A montage?
Montage of Opie saying that year after year at the beginning of the season.
They're playing differently this year. We'll see.
Yeah?
We'll see. Toronto's a really good team, and we beat them 2-1 in overtime last night. And, yes, Rolison was standing on his head last night.
Standing on his head.
He absolutely was. All right, let's get back to the debate, Anthony. So here's the introduction of the candidates before they started debating. Listen to this.
Great.
This seating and speaking order was determined by lot prior to the show, and the audience, we again ask no more applause from this point forward, please. In seat number 1, Republican, Conservative, and Taxpayers Party nominee Carl Palladino. Rent is too damn high party candidate Jimmy McMillan.
Rent is too damn high party. That's the name of his party. Rent is too damn high. Vietnam vet. 3 Bronze Stars. A dog gunner on a Huey. Rent's too damn high. I wear the glove because the Agent Orange rent's too damn high. What do you plan on doing about the MTA and rent's too damn high? Children's tummy's growling. Rent's too high. This guy is the greatest nut.
That's his party name.
That's a party
and
name.
the announcer had to like say it.
From the rent is too damn high party.
Yeah.
Is too damn high party candidate Jimmy McMillan in seat number 2. In seat number 3, Democratic, Independents, and Working Families Party candidate Andrew Cuomo.
Andrew Cuomo was sitting next to him.
Oh, so it was a shit sandwich.
Andrew Cuomo was sitting next to him, and I think Kristen, who was next to him?
Was Kristen there?
I think.
She was there.
Oh, yeah, she was there.
Yeah, she was there. She was throwing out some good one-liners. We're
some
gonna get
zingers.
She's got some zingers. She knows how to do the one-liners.
Rent too damn high.
But Rent Too Damn High guy is going to be the talk of not only New York, but of the country in the
Wait
next few
till you
days.
hear some of his quotes.
Do you want to just get right into it?
Yes, they're brilliant. This guy is a man who thinks outside the box. Now, you listen to a career politician like Andrew Cuomo. He'll give you the same shit you've heard year after year, decade after decade.
Well, to set it up...
This guy knows how to talk to the people.
Well, to set it up, why don't we do a nice Cuomo political blah blah here?
Oh, you could listen to Cuomo talk about some of his platform and listen to a regular career politician.
A man of the people.
If you want, go ahead.
But here's Cuomo with the same old crap you hear every politician saying.
Mr. Cuomo.
Thank you. I think the property taxes are probably one of the most oppressive taxes in the state of New York, period. I can't tell you how many people say that they just can't afford to pay the property taxes anymore, and we're chasing them from their home. The old question used to be, can you afford the mortgage when you buy a house? Now the question is, can you afford the property taxes? Westchester County, highest property taxes in the nation. Nassau, second highest property taxes in the nation.
Number 2.
By percentage of home value, it's actually a much worse problem in upstate New York. Monroe County, highest property taxes by percentage of home value in the nation. How do we get it down? 2 ways. Number 1, the state has to reduce what they call the unfunded mandates, all the rules and regulations on what schools must do. But second, and bluntly, we just have too many...
I pretty much just heard white noise right there.
It was blah, blah, blah. We've heard this before.
Blah, 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 blah.
Do you honestly think the taxes will go down? God, we're only number 2? Come on, Nassau. Raise those taxes. I want to hit number 1.
You want to at least be number 1, right?
Yeah. How can I complain when we're only number 2 in the nation? Fuckwads.
So to completely simplify it, that's just basic political bullshit we've heard time and time again, right? And then Jimmy McMillan steps up to the mic.
Now, here's a man who knows how to talk to the people, think out of the box. You're not going to hear a career politician right here.
Hell no.
You're going to hear my candidate.
Listen for
Jimmy McMillan.
And compare it to what you just heard with Cuomo.
Allow me to introduce myself. I represent the Rent is Too Damn High party. People are working 8 hours a day and 40 hours a week to some a third job. Women can't afford to take care of their children, feed their children breakfast, lunch, and dinner. My main job is to provide a roof over your head, food on the table, and money in your pocket. This is politics as usual. Playing a silly game. It's not going to happen. The Rent Too Damn High movement, the people I'm here to represent can't afford to pay their rent. They're being laid off right now as I speak. They can't eat breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Listen, someone's stomach, child's stomach just growled. Did you hear it? Gotta listen like me.
Okay,
let's
Mr.
talk
McMillan.
about the issue. People can't
Mr.
afford to pay their
Cuomo,
rent.
30
Stop.
seconds for you, sir.
Rent is too damn high.
Rent is too damn high.
Thank you.
He's laughing.
Too damn high.
But he's making some great points. He's just simplifying it.
I didn't like his miming with his gloves on of hearing the child's stomach growl.
I wear the gloves because of Agent Orange.
Wait, is that why he's wearing the black gloves? Because everyone wants to know why the fuck is he wearing black gloves?
Goddamn, called the Agent Orange in Vietnam. I was doggone on Huey. Won 3 Bronze Stars. I got Frederick Douglass beard.
So why the black gloves?
Agent Orange.
So why, though?
I don't know.
Does he have it still on his hands?
Maybe my hands is orange.
Doesn't want to rub his eyes?
I don't want to touch food I'm giving to the child. Because rent too high.
Doesn't want to get the Agent Orange in his own eyes?
Agent Orange, I rub my eyes, they turn orange.
Rent too damn high.
Frederick Douglass beard. Rent too damn high.
I love the fact that he's just simplifying
Rent
it.
too damn.
And everyone's laughing at him.
Oh,
why are you
my
laughing
God.
at the guy?
They were cracking up.
He's got a great catchphrase and everything.
Rent too damn high.
Jimmy comments on housing in New York. Uh-oh.
Oh, well, housing. Rent's too damn high, I bet.
At the end of the day, our children will have nowhere to live. That is what I'm fighting for. As a karate expert, I will not talk about anyone up here.
Us.
What?
The rent is too damn high. Us.
Why did he have to mention that?
Because I'm a karate man. Karate man bleed on the inside. I'm a karate man. Rent too damn high.
And they're all laughing at the guy.
Why wouldn't they? I am so pulling the lever for this motherfucker.
I love him.
He's great.
We got to get him on the show.
Oh, yeah.
He's making more. It's like he's talking from the gut. He's not giving some fucking garbage pat answer. Good for him.
Rent too damn high.
He's talking like a human being.
Yeah. I didn't like the miming of the hearing the stomach. You didn't hear that. You're in an auditorium.
I heard it.
Karate expert, I will not talk about anyone up here. Because our children can't afford to live anywhere. Nowhere. There's nowhere to go. Once again, why? You said it, the rent is too damn high.
Thank you, Mr. McMillan.
The moderator's laughing at him.
Mr. Cuomo.
First, I'm with Jimmy. The rent is too damn high.
Wow, you got a hell of a personality there.
Oh, he's just a dud.
Isn't he charming?
Bore like Mario.
Had that song
Mario.
Asentame. It was on Bob Grant.
Bob Grant used to do that, yeah.
Svachim. This guy.
We got to find that. That's an oldie but goodie.
Some guy used to call in and play the ukulele and sing that. Mario. Strum.
Oh, did Grant hate Cuomo?
Oh, he hated Dinkins more.
Yeah.
The washroom attendant. The greatest.
Too damn hot.
Jimmy talks about using New York's natural resources.
Natural resources for what?
I don't know. I didn't see this one. Let's check it out.
All right, Mr. McMillan, 1 minute for you as well, sir.
My concern is that we've looked at it as well. But what we plan to do, we know they're going to criticize our agenda as well. Because we plan to bulldoze some of those mountains upstate New York to make New York State an independent state. I want my own...
Wait, what?
See, he wants to go upstate and bulldoze the mountains.
He wants to what?
Bulldoze the mountains, Opie. What's the matter with you?
What's that about?
Because the rent's too damn high. You got to bulldoze the mountains.
The mountains are in the way for Jimmy McMillan?
He's got spread the defoliant. That's so we can land Huey's up there. Our dog on a 3-pound stall.
Ain't no mountain high enough.
Ain't no valley low enough. Just take the mountain, fill in the valley.
Right, that's all you have to do.
Flat ground.
I want my own cable company. I want my own telephone company. I want my own power plant. This is what we're going to do to create jobs. You can't please everyone, but the bottom line is that it's time New York State become an independent state in resources. Following the attack on the World Trade Center, we've been having to depend on everyone to give us this and give us that. That is over. We can pump our own industrial plant. Everything can be done right here in the state of New York. Of course, I can't please everyone with what I plan to do, but for the children, someone has to start moving for the future generation. It's not about me or you. We're getting old. I'm 64 years old. I don't know how old you guys are. But for the children, we have to take a bold move and start becoming an independent state. And let those little small criticisms, the technology has improved. It is great. You're going to have a little small minor problems that happen every now and then, but it must be done. Must be done.
All right.
He wants to look, he wants to bulldoze them mountains upstate because they're useless.
Yeah.
Fucking mountain. They just make driving a pain in the ass.
Does he actually want to bulldoze them?
Or? Oh, yeah. So bulldoze them down, because you ever drive upstate? You're driving around mountains, and it's like, I could have been there an hour ago if these mountains were bulldozed and they just put straight road.
So people are wasting their time driving.
Yeah. So, you do that, you save some money, then you build your own power plants, your own cable company. What else do you want? Waterworks, and the railroads, and free parking.
Yeah.
And I want Baltic and Mediterranean. Rent too damn high. Rent too damn high on Boardwalk and Park Place. I don't like that. I like Baltic, Mediterranean. I don't like going past St. James Place because then rent's too high. Rent get too high up there. Marvin Gardens rent too high.
He looks really scary on YouTube.
I land on free parking. Give it to the children. Uh-oh, look where I am. I hope I get a double. Rent too damn high.
I guess this is his... he makes a comment on gay marriage.
Oh, does he?
It's one of those hot topics. Let's see what he has to say about that.
Rent too damn high, party fee. If you want to marry a shoe, I'll marry you.
All right. Time now for closing statement.
You want to marry a shoe?
I'm for you. I guess he's okay with the gay marriage thing.
Yeah, you want to marry a shoe.
Doesn't think much of the gays, though, if he's
It's funny.
if he thinks they're shoes.
Yeah, if you want to put the heel of a long shoe in your ass, I'll allow that legally, even though God hates you.
I mean, you ever make that turn, go to jail, go to directly to jail, and then all of a sudden you got to go past the Greens and the Boardwalk Park Place with hotels, rent too damn high, and then you pass go, you only get $200. How's that going to help me if I make it down to the other end and hit St. James Place with the hotels? Rent too damn high.
This is just a big Monopoly game for you?
Yes, it is. That's all I've been talking about is Monopoly. Why? What's this about? Governor? I don't know nothing about that. Rent too damn high.
You want his closing statement?
No, I need 1,000 quotes from this man.
I think we're about done, unfortunately. I mean, we could go to YouTube. He's all over the place.
I know, he's great.
He's going to be a star.
Mr. McMillan, 1 minute, sir.
In 1994, I walked from Brooklyn to Buffalo, fighting for out of business, going out of business, lost our lease, housing, homeless crisis, and jobless crisis, providing a roof over your head, food on the table, and money in your pocket. I need all mayors of cities to join me, every mayor, executive in the cities in the state of New York, to join me. So when Bill Thompson is elected mayor of the city of New York, I want him to come to my office so we can help put this together. I am reducing rent and will reduce rent. I will reduce the cost for businesses across this state. Economic growth, job development, the Rent Too Damn High Party will create 3 to 6 million jobs in 2.5 years or less with a $3 to $6 trillion surplus. Everything that I hear here has said nothing about job creation and economic. Rent is Too Damn High Party is about jobs to create economic and restoring family values by reducing the cost of living so that mothers can be home. The little children join the gang, they shoot each other in the street. Why? Because mother and dad is not home. The kids are joining gangs. We need to stop it. Reducing the cost of living so that mothers and fathers can be home. We'll eliminate all of that.
That's
Rent
1 minute,
is too
Mr.
damn
McMillan.
high.
That's 1 minute, Mr.
Too damn high. Rent too damn high.
Who's going to be playing Cuomo clips today?
This guy is going to get votes.
Of course.
Kristen Davis is going to vote for him.
I love this
Yeah,
guy.
he's going to get votes.
I've formally backed him as my candidate.
And it's a perfect catchphrase, because if he said, taxes too damn high.
Too damn high.
That's too white.
Yeah.
That's too white.
Rent.
Too damn high.
I don't care about the taxes, but I got to pay my rent. I ain't got to pay my taxes. I got to pay my rent. Rent too damn high.
Too damn high.
Too damn high.
Too damn high.
Rent is too damn high. Rent too damn high is my thing.
And any candidate with a
Is
song.
my name.
Yeah, Cuomo
Come
doesn't
on.
have a song,
I
does
don't
he?
see Cuomo
Where's Cuomo's
rapping.
song?
I don't see Cuomo rapping.
The hell is his song?
Damn high.
McMillan is my name. Vote for the Rent Too Damn High Party and Jimmy McMillan November 2nd. Rent Too Damn High is my thing. Jimmy McMillan is my name. Vote for Jimmy McMillan and the Rent Too Damn High Party November 2nd.
Y'all better tell about me.
Rent is too damn high.
Yeah.
To talk about. Ain't nothing else to talk about. Too damn.
Y'all better tell about me.
Rent is too damn high. Ain't nothing to talk about. Ain't nothing else to talk about.
Y'all better tell
Tells me
about
he
me.
saw some shit in country.
Yeah.
Someone tells me this guy saw some shit.
Yeah. Rent is cheaper in Milan.
If he was a door gunner in the Nam and won 3 Bronze Stars, he mowed down a fuckload of people.
And a helicopter door gunner?
Oh, yeah.
How many tours did he do?
I don't know. I don't know, but with 3 Bronze Stars, door gunner, the Nam, with his age, where it is, he probably saw some good shit.
Karate guy.
I bet he fucking knew how to lead a little bunch of little children. Oh, to knock them all down. That's that whole children thing. We got to save the children. He probably cut children in half with a fucking 50 cal out the door. Just watching fucking pointy hats explode in a red mist. Yeah! And now he's like, gotta save the children. Well, you can't save those children, can you, Jimmy?
Are you serious?
What happened?
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Jimmy can call in whenever you're ready to talk about rent being too damn high.
Why wouldn't we want to talk to Jimmy?
Let's get him
Rent
on
too damn
immediately
high.
before someone fucks it up.
Right now.
Things tend to get fucked up with our guests.
Yeah, with our guests if they think about it too long. Rent's too damn high. Wow. Well, that'll be nice to hear from this early.
Oh, yeah. Let me say hi to
People saying he's awake.
Let me say hi to Pirate Trucker. Pirate Trucker, really fast, before we get Jimmy McMillan on the show.
Hey, this guy is freaking brilliant. He speaks better than Barack Obama. He's fantastic. The only problem is he took a bullet about 1 inch too far to the right because he's fucking insane.
He's almost not insane, is what you're trying to say.
Well,
He's just off.
Great.
He's just trying to get support for his community. Rent too high.
I don't think he's crazy at all.
If he could just get the words right, he would.
Yes.
Right.
He's got a shot.
Be just as
All
nervous.
right, Pirate Trucker, thank you. We're going to have him on any second here. Jimmy McMillan,
Awesome.
the candidate for the governorship of
Cannot wait.
New York State.
Cannot wait. Want to ask him a few questions. We're watching Full Metal Jacket clips in the meantime.
Rent to damn.
Rafter man.
How do you shoot women and children? It's easy. You just don't lead them as much.
What a great line. Just an amazing line. Oh, what the hell? Oh, come on, man. I saw the hotline hang up. That's not a good sign.
Uh-oh. Rent too high.
He's working on it.
What happened, E-Rock?
We got to get him on immediately.
E-Rock dropped a cheese sandwich.
Because everyone's going to be trying to get a hold of him today.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. This
Rent
is the guy.
to damn high. Don't you want to say that all day?
I will. I'm gonna campaign.
Dude, let's get this
All
guy.
they're showing is Palladino.
No, they're
Cuomo.
showing Jimmy McMillan.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, man. We got to get this guy a lot of votes.
Yeah, Kristen thought she was going to be the big, like, kind of, off
the beaten path ticket.
Yeah, that they'll concentrate on and stuff, but this guy just blew her out of the water.
We got to get some of her clips.
There she is, Kristen
We
Davis.
haven't backed a candidate since Paul R. Nelson.
I'm Paul R. Nelson.
We rarely back a candidate, Anthony.
How's Paul R. Nelson's political career gone?
Paul R. Nelson. I don't know. We'll have to get an update on that. But this is the first candidate we're backing since Paul R. Nelson. What's going on?
I don't know. They're
too
trying.
Hi.
Well, Travis had just spoken to him in the back, and he's been calling the number that he spoke to him in the back, and it's saying it's disconnected.
Oh, they work fast, don't they?
Oh, my God.
The phone bill was too damn high.
Is this some kind of phone card thing going on here?
It's a prepaid.
Oh, my God. This is the biggest tease ever.
I know.
This is the biggest tease ever. We're so close to talking to Jimmy McMillan.
Jimmy McMillan.
Rent is too damn high.
How's Ron Kind? The wrong kind. How's he doing?
I don't know.
Ron Kind.
I can't talk about anything until I
Where
see
was
that
he from?
phone blinking.
What was that guy from?
I can't even remember the state
Michigan
they were
or...
from.
I think it was
Wisconsin
Yeah, I
or
remember.
something. I'm Paul R. Nelson.
Yeah, we didn't even. I don't even.
We just like.
we got it. We got it.
Okay, good.
Oh, here we go. All right, here we go.
Jimmy McMillan.
It's too damn high.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Rent is too damn high. Party. Jimmy McMillan.
Hello, sir.
We saw you on the debates last night, making great points.
Yeah, it's the reality. Some people look at it like it's a joke. It's not. It's nothing. It's the cancer to all the problems. 99.9% of the problems we have.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not talking about it. They're beating around the bush because they're playing that same old political game. And if people don't put me here to put an end to it, I tried to do my best to let every question that was asked to me, I turned it around involving rent because the children, which is every child is my child. My children need daddy to step up. Last night, daddy tried to step up. I hope my children can appreciate it.
Well, you certainly are getting a lot of attention for the party. The rent's too damn high.
I think you kicked Cuomo's ass last night. I just want to say that immediately.
Cuomo looked like a business as usual politician. Business as usual politician.
Yeah, he agreed with all business usual politicians. He agreed with me. They would have patted me on the back and shaking my hand.
Let me
He certainly did.
Let me tell you how great you are. We agree with you, and we're white, sir.
Yes. Because I come from the taxes are too damn high party. But you know, you got to pay that rent. You got to pay that rent. How would you get the rent down, though, when a lot of these greedy landlords are charging people way too much?
Okay, in New York, we have something called the Rent Guidelines Board, Rent Control Board, Rent Stabilization Board. They allow landlords to raise rent with violations, and they were allowed to break the law. And who allowed them to do that? The governor, Andrew Cuomo. The Attorney General. But I don't like to talk about people in front of, as a martial art expert, like I said last night, people know what's wrong. Let me talk about what's wrong so we can try to I'll say to you, if you stole something from me, I'll say to you, okay, keep it, go ahead on, but I'll never be your friend again. So, but this is just going directly to our children don't have the time for them to play that game of just blaming and blaming. What you going to do? I talk about what I was going to do, but bringing the rent down, you have landlords with violations. They're still being given a green light to raise the rent. $900 a week for a room, $3,000 for a studio, $4,000 for a one-bedroom, $8,000 every $9,000 for a two-bedroom. Our children can't afford to live here.
It is New York. It is New York, sir, and I must say, isn't there an option to perhaps leave the area that is very expensive?
No, I have the president has in the Recovery Act is a plan to help the landlords. The question is, we don't have anybody smart enough. The people who are elected now into office has been there since the George Bush administration. If they don't leave, that's nothing I will be able to do. So here's what I did. I declared an economic state of emergency to get past all of them that give me the power to reduce the rent. Say like if you're a building owner and you say, well, I can't make ends meet because you lowered the rent. Well, I have prepared a package called a net operating loss. All you have to do is fill that out, and for the next 4 years, you're not going to miss anything.
Now, wait, Jimmy. First of all, Jimmy, you're sounding a little too much like a politician there. You're scaring us. We like when you break it down to the rent is too damn high. Too damn high.
For the children,
you got
to sound like that to get the point across. No one is talking about this but me of the rent too damn high.
See, there you go.
Damn high.
You got to get those sound bites going, sir, because the media will pick up on the sound bites.
I got to ask you now something that I was a little. I need a little more details on the bulldozing of the mountains upstate.
We're a little confused.
A little confused. You didn't have enough time to really elaborate on that. What's the story with that, sir?
New York State needs to become an independent state. I'm a Corps engineer.
Like seceding from the Union?
Yeah, I'm an Army engineer. You can bulldoze those mountains. You can create your own industries, your own plants, your own cable company, your own cell phone company, your own telephone company. Get away from Verizon and cable company. In New York, cable company has cut off the football games from certain channels. Why hold the people hostage when you're an independent state? You're like a punk state. You're letting everyone come in. This is the capital of the world. They attacked the World Trade Center in New York State. Why aren't you living up to your standards? Why? Because we don't have people in power to do that. So I'm just bringing a new level of thinking, agreeing with President Barack Obama. If we could put a man on the moon, we can do this. So I'm going to pull up those mountains because people will complain, oh, the environment, all that. No, we're going to take it so far out of your way, you won't even smell nothing that we're doing.
You won't even see it. It'll be up in the boonies where nobody knows about, and all that land's being wasted because it could have power plants on it and waterworks and everything else.
But what about the people that like the mountains?
Well, there's enough mountains for them to crawl on.
There's plenty of mountains. The guy's making perfect sense.
Of course.
There's plenty of mountains. Why are we so concerned about these damn mountains when we could build power plants?
Like this mountain can go get another damn mountain.
Oh, man, Jimmy.
Sir, what kind of... I'm sorry to interrupt you, sir. You're in the military. You're probably the only guy with real military service, too. You did... how much military service?
No, Paladimo was a captain in the Army for 11 years.
Oh, was he really? Okay.
Yeah, he is my brother.
Regardless, because you guys both served.
I don't care what you're not going to... And he and I became such hell of a good friends because of our military connection. He'd know about me being a disabled veteran. I'm exposed to Agent Orange. That's why I had my gloves on last night. I came in this morning. I was sick as hell because it was cold in there, man. If I didn't put those gloves on, I would have had to go to the emergency room.
Wait, the circulation in your hands a little? Huh?
What, you got to keep your hands warm? That's why the black gloves?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, all right.
I was scared you were going to strangle some of your opponents last night.
So you were in Vietnam, a door gunner, I see on your website.
Yeah, I was in Vietnam. They gave me so many Bronze Stars and so many medals. I'm a karate expert under General Westmoreland. He came and got me, and we were searching for POWs such people as John McCain, who I call a punk. Now we have tried to help find you and get you out. Now you're out. You haven't even thought about us. You even disapproving legislation that'll help us have funds we need to take care of our family. I have deformed children, and I can't have children. One of my daughters that was born, she had a foot coming out the top of her head. The other one didn't have any skin at all. And I had a son born who had his head in the middle of his back. The chemicals had.
Are you kidding me? That's that Agent Orange?
From the Agent Orange, and the government still denied. So I said, I need to get into a political position to be able to, this is this back door that I'm doing now. I'm trying to sneak in the back door. There are many other issues from my brother veterans that must be addressed. They are totally being ignored. Children in New York State are suffering from autism, but when I check, their fathers or their uncles are someone connected are the Vietnam family.
All right, wait. Suffering from autism is nothing compared to having a foot coming out of your head. How hold on. How's your daughter with the foot coming out of her head?
Because of the chemicals. The chemicals are children are born deformed like that.
Oh, she didn't make it?
I don't think
the daughter didn't make it with the foot coming out of the head?
She couldn't be born with that. And none of my kids couldn't be. I have two children.
Jesus.
The one that was born has spinal bifida. And my
kids in
convictions of his sister by a narrow margin. But I went through a lot of tests before my son was born. And after my son was born, I said, that's it. I'm not going to put another woman through that. And and that's what I have. I'm a single man. I chose to be single because I don't. This is how I'm living. I'm living taking care of all the children for families who are having healthy children. You don't want to go through that. I've lived through it now for all my life, and I'm just fighting now for everyone to be happy. It's a short life. At any given moment, you have a heart attack in your bone or stroke or whatever it is in your bone. And for all those people who are sick as hell, you got a brother, a father right here in me.
That's noble. That's very noble. And the fact that God takes care of things, and I'm glad the daughter, that would have been terrible. She obviously would have been a foot taller than everybody in her class, and that's terrible. But
circus, it would have been a clown show out of it.
Yeah, you don't need that. That's terrible. I'm sorry. That's terrible.
You would have had to buy clown shoes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hey, Jimmy McMillan, you've been talking too long without saying your catchphrase. Come on, sir. What's wrong?
Rent is too damn high.
That's
damn
right.
High.
Damn high.
Damn high.
I need everybody to go to my website and send us $1 because we need to get out there. We don't have any. We have $16 in our account. I need everybody.
$16 in the war chest, sir. What's your website for people that want to go there?
Rent is too damn high. Rent is too damn high. RENTISTOODAMN.
We're white. We know how to spell, sir.
Too damn high. Is that .com or .org?
.org.
Who's got the .com?
They probably got it there. Probably goes there.
There are two different tools. They took damn out of my party name, and I had TOO on the ballot before. But when they took two out my name, I took them to court, and on June 12th of this year, the federal judge ordered it back. It was a violation of the First Amendment. So we took out the TOO. We put the letter 2 in for the ballot.
Right.
TOO is
Number
still
2.
my party name.
Oh, that's still the party name.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I gotcha. Oh, my God.
Too damn high.
Damn high. I hear you. I like the Frederick Douglass facial hair, too. That's nice.
Yeah, thank you.
That's looking good. Well,
the kids love it, and that's why I kept it.
Any other questions for Jimmy?
I don't know.
When did you decide to run, sir? When did you decide to run? When did you say you'd had enough and you had to run?
Barack Obama needs help, and I realized.
Oh, it's got a tough. You hanging in there, Ann? You all right?
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
All right, you're good.
Oh yeah.
All right. Hey,
now he's trying to be governor and mayor. He's trying to be everything. He needs help, but his constituents don't even have a clue what this man is doing.
If he needs help, I want to see you as the man that goes in to help him.
Jimmy McMillan, you talked about gay marriage, but they didn't give you enough time last night.
No.
What's your stance on the gay marriage thing?
Well, they asked me point blank. I said, if you want to marry, I'll marry. You want to marry? Shoot. I'm
right.
I'm not. I can't tell you who not to be happy with. You want to marry? Want to marry a cow? You want to marry a rubber doll? I know some guys are passing with rubber dolls and different plastic objects.
Yeah. No, you're talking to 3 of them.
Our own Den uses a fleshlight.
We're not talking about the issues with him though. What about abortion, sir? These are big issues.
Well, These are big issues. Like I told you about my daughter, the lady's being pregnant for me with these deformed children. It is a medical when it comes to. I wouldn't be here if my mother would have had an abortion. So I don't know how to go, which way to go with that, because so many people have so many questions about that. Even if you give them a little small view, someone else will be able to come up and say, "Well, how about this and how about that?" So wow, that's a tough one. They've been talking about this in the federal court for I don't know how long, and I can't solve it in a one-second conversation.
Well, you're in a tough position because you would have had a daughter with a foot coming out of her head.
I know, that's bad.
So what do you do? What do you do with that?
Oh, you can't have that.
You do like me.
Didn't he have a son with a head in his back or something?
A head on his back.
On his back. Well, he could see people coming.
Could swim like a submarine.
Actually, that would be really good if you live in the ghetto. Have a head on your back like that.
My God, that's crazy.
Who's going to jump you?
Jimmy. Jimmy's my man. We are backing you, Jimmy McMillan.
One more. Death penalty.
Thank you. Rent is too damn high. Thank you very much.
What about the death penalty, sir?
Well, I'm a vet. I believe if you, let me just say this here. In my community, I've had 4 young men to become judge and jury of their own to take these children's lives. They think they're bad. Or they walk around with their pants hanging down and the gun carried on the side. You know, I want to send a message. I'm a vet. I kill a lot of people in the war. And the only thing I want to say, you think you're bad, huh?
Yeah.
You killed someone on your own, but we the people going to get together and kill your ass. You know, you were judge and jury, but we're going to get together and be judge and jury. We can't have you around society. You want to do 20 years and get out and talk about it, or do half of it because on good behavior, but the person you kill, life is gone.
Yeah.
Forever. You know, I don't believe in you doing that. So I like to get him in a ring and whip his ass myself. You know,
Jimmy, can I ask you a question about your service? Which thank you. I always like, you know, with thank you for your service to this country. How many confirms would you say you had in the NAM?
Every day in the heaviest combat zone in Vietnam, it's more than I can count. It would be well over. I was a marksman with a rifle and a pistol. I was a John Wayne and to defend my brother soldiers. I couldn't give you that number, but the number would be well over 500 to 1,000.
I got it, Jimmy.
Wow.
Number's too damn high.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Well, you know, and you paid for it through, you know, the Agent Orange and stuff. And now, look, you're trying to make things right?
Well, God got him back with the daughter with the foot coming out.
My children need help. They can't afford to live in this country or anywhere in the state of New York. And Daddy is going to fight for my children like I did in Vietnam to fight to help get my soldiers out. I remember a general told all the soldiers one day, we was all outside and had to go into the mountains. He told them clearly, if you follow McMillan, you're going home. Some of those didn't. They never made it home. But Jimmy McMillan is here today. And I say to the people in New York, if you vote for Jimmy McMillan, it's going to be all right.
The same thing. Follow Jimmy, and you'll be okay.
Follow Jimmy.
You're like Rambo.
No kidding.
He was like Rambo.
You know what?
When I watched that, the first thing I said, wow, this guy do some things. He had the weapons strapped around him. That was me in Vietnam, and I was a bad man fighting for my soldiers. I became a doctor. The doctor got killed. I performed surgery in the field and a lot of things. I cut off limbs. I took grass and used it as thread and needle just to sew up open wounds.
Damn.
I did all of that in Vietnam. Took metal out of your body. Had to decapitate half the heads and all this stuff.
Oh, man.
It was hell for the country.
That sounds like it.
I think
someone had to do it.
Damn.
And just like with you guys, someone has to be able to present good radio to the people, and you guys have to do it. And so I'm here again, and I have my back. I have to do it.
I think
people to
go ahead, sir.
Go on vacation. I want people to go on vacation again. I want people to live again. People don't have money to go no place.
Tell me about it.
I want to wake that up. I would work it all day to pay the. Did you hear about Bank of America is now going to go back to foreclosure?
Back to foreclosing on houses. I had to close up my pool a little early because the heater was costing so much money. I had to close my pool up yesterday.
It doesn't want to be doing that.
The propane is too damn high.
Yes.
Too damn high.
Too damn high.
Jimmy.
Squeeze, you know.
I think what we should do for Jimmy.
Yeah.
Hey, Jimmy McMillan, I think you should tell everyone to grab a shovel and let's get that mountain out of the way.
Get some of those upstate mountains, flatten them out, fill in the valleys, and let's start building power plants.
If you grab a shovel, Jimmy, I'm grabbing a shovel.
I'm right with you.
And we'll follow you right upstate and start digging out that mountain.
We're going to do this together because what Cablevision has done to the people in the state of New York has held them hostage. We can't watch football games. We can't watch the World Series. I want my own cable company. I'm not going to count on anyone anymore to do anything for the state of New York. We will.
That's crazy.
Should get FiOS, sir. It's terrific.
You see the friggin' Yankee game last night? The Texas score? Too damn high.
We couldn't get it because Cablevision had a blackout because they're fighting against the networks for money.
I hear you.
We couldn't get it.
They're holding us hostage, Jimmy. They're holding us hostage.
And I'm a vet, man. You're not going to hold me hostage, baby.
Jimmy, I got a very important question for you about policy. What's your policy on Second Amendment?
What do you mean by that? What's my policy on the Second Amendment?
Second Amendment, right to bear arms. Where do you stand?
I'm a Vietnam veteran. You have a home. I do believe that. Right now, things are so wild. I'm in a neighborhood where I've been shot at 4 or 5 times. I'm an independent investigator for what I do. So they wouldn't give me a license to carry a pistol. So I start carrying my nunchucks, and there's other things that I can carry. Other than
of course. Wow.
I'm a karate.
How insane is that? A Vietnam vet can't carry.
I would take needles. I would take spikes. I would take a powder and throw it. But, you know, you have a home. The Constitution gives you that right to bear arms, as you know a couple of months ago. They passed it. You can stop people from carrying arms. But in New York State, they will try to stop you. But the state law will apprehend you. But if you file a lawsuit in federal court, they'll let you go. You need to learn. You know, your state federal law exempts state law, but people just, you know, they don't know that.
But you're for, you know, the right to bear arms, huh? That's good.
I'm for the right to bear arms.
That's good. Thank you, sir. Because that's a big issue with me. I'm a strong advocate of the Second Amendment. I belong to the National Rifle Association. So
I'm a vet, man. How you gonna ask me? I'm a vet.
Yeah, exactly. I hear you.
Anthony loves you. Too bad you're black.
No, I love the black man.
You love the black man?
He's working for the people. He's working for his people. This is a noble. This is a noble effort.
Hey, do you call yourself Papa Smurf?
Yeah, as a karate teacher, the kids call me that, and then I wrote it on my book, Papa Smurf. Everybody loved it, Papa Smurf, so I am Jimmy Papa Smurf McMillan.
I like it. And do you have? And we're studying you here, sir. Do you have something on earthquakes?
What do you mean? How? Something on earthquakes? Like, I don't understand. I put something on my website about Haiti being involved in an earthquake by the Haitian people. They haven't been given any of the money that was raised for them. They hold that money up and they're not giving it to those people. And I will not donate another dime going to any place because of that.
Oh, damn.
You don't.
Yeah, it seems like there's a little corruption down there, right?
That's crazy.
A little corruption going on.
Oh, my goodness.
No, this is Washington, D.C. The money's held up here. They won't send it out. All the millions of dollars they raised. So it's a fight between the Republicans and one man is doing it. For whatever reason, you don't intercept nothing like that. And I'm not going to donate it, Dan. I would donate it directly and try to help the people.
Right.
All right.
Business as usual. My God. All right, Jimmy McMillan at the Rent.
Rent to Damn High Party.
Damn High Party. Go to rentistoodamnhigh.org. And donate, see his platform, see what he's all about.
But he told us it's the number 2.
Yeah, the number 2.
He said the letter 2, but we're helping him
the
out.
number 2.
The number 2 instead of spelling it out.
I got to tell you something so funny.
Yeah.
Last night before the debate, we all had to pull numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And you would never guess what number I pulled.
2!
The number 2.
That's a sign.
Yeah, Paladimo pulled number 1. And I pulled number 2. I said, oh, Lord. I said, you know what number 2 is? You know, my father told me, well, number 1, I want you to come home from school and wash those dishes. Number 3, I want you to go out there and rake the yard tomorrow. Number 4, hey, Daddy, what's number 2? Well, go get the toilet paper. I'll tell you when we come out. Now,
damn.
You got 2 all over the place.
That's right, Chip. Oh, man. Very good, sir.
Rent is too damn high.
We're gonna be keeping our eye on you, Jimmy McMillan, in this gubernatorial race, and wish you the best, sir.
We're gonna get you a lot of votes, sir.
Yes.
It's too damn down high. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Good luck to you.
The great Jimmy McMillan.
Rent is too damn high. Rent too damn high is my thing. Jimmy McMillan is my name.
He's crazy.
But no.
Jimmy McMillan, November 2nd.
All right, look.
Rent too damn high is
There's
my
a
thing.
foot grown out of his
Jimmy
head,
McMillan is my
and a
name.
head grown out the back.
For Jimmy McMillan and the rent too damn high.
I think he said he killed 500,000 people.
No, 500 to 1,000 people.
Oh, okay. I
Oh,
thought
no,
it was
That made sense.
500,000.
He goes every day in
Yeah,
a
yeah.
combat in the heaviest combat zone in Nam.
I could see that.
500 to 1,000
And
people.
stitching people up. And
I think most of the stuff he was saying was the real thing.
but
I really do.
But then I heard
I didn't hear the crazy.
he was hanging out with Westmoreland trying to find POWs, and I don't know.
Why not? Why
Maybe
wouldn't he be one of those
Westmoreland-
guys?
I don't know.
Why wouldn't he be a POW finding
I'm
guy?
not doubting any man's military service. I'm saying, God bless him.
Maybe maybe when he said Westmoreland, maybe Westmoreland kind of let a group
Like
of them.
supervisor or something.
sure.
Or, yeah.
And the Agent Orange thing.
Too damn hot.
He's wearing the black gloves, so he's got something going on.
Circulation problem. It's probably the sweet blood. I think he's got the sugar.
Too damn high.
Too damn high, man.
I like that guy. He was great.
He's great. Good.
We gotta call him almost every day until this thing is
Upstate
over.
New York, big X through it. He just wants to plow over that.
Yeah.
You can't not acknowledge upstate New York, right?
He wants to plow it over. He's acknowledging it. Get the bulldozers and start building power plants up there, so kids can come out with fucking feet on their head.
He literally-
doing power plants upstate.
He literally might as well come out and say, "All you faggots who like skiing, those days are over."
Those days are over.
Rent's too damn high.
You can't plow mountains.
Holy cheese, man!
Fucking love that guy.
Guy's great.
All right.
He's gonna be all over the place.
I hope so.
Yeah. Oh, he will. Believe me, this guy he's got charisma.
How bad you wanted to say just rent is too damn
high.
The best one was score was too
Damn high. Mm-hmm. Well, I know who I'm pulling the lever for.
Oh yeah.
Palladino, but
Oh yeah.
No, you got to go Jimmy
gotta go for
McMillan
Jimmy.
now.
I gotta
he
go
was
for
an
Jimmy.
ass.
I know he is.
But you got to do it. We haven't backed a candidate since Paul R. Nelson.
Well, I think Jimmy
know,
will jack your taxes a lot more than Palladino will.
Oh, I know. But Cuomo's got this knocked. He's got this wrapped up. So it
I
doesn't
don't understand, like the Post endorsed Cuomo. How do newspapers get to endorse people? It's like I don't get
don't
it.
know. Isn't
Why do we
it
care
weird?
what the paper thinks?
Everybody endorses.
Yeah.
now.
Why does their
Websites
endorsement?
endorse.
What is an endorsement? It's like who gives a
It
shit
means
what
if you read
think?
our paper, then you should be voting for
Yeah,
this
it's
guy.
Yeah, then
stupid.
it's like,
Yeah, it's
oh,
dumb,
well, look at that.
Yeah.
It's like we should give a fuck what they think. Endorse them in your own private time. I don't give a fuck
Yeah, I give a shit
who
what
you're
the
voting
Post
for.
endorses.
So
Cares.
what?
Do we have a famous Paul R. Nelson commercial we could play into break?
Paul R. Nelson.
One of the really good ones about the Eskimos and the fucking.
Yeah, that was a good one. And the sex experiments. That was a great
Does Jimmy
one.
McMillan have commercials running?
I don't know.
I don't think so. If he has $16 in his war chest.
$16 in the war chest. Yeah, that was,
I got more in my wallet today, and I didn't even hit the ATM.
took a pickled punk of a kid with a foot in their head around. That would make some money right there.
Yeah.
$5 of you.
He's had a daughter with a foot growing
Put in
out.
their head and a son with a head on his back.
Holy shit.
That's fucked up right there.
Just give me one of them. We're going to play a Paul R. Nelson ad going into break. One of our favorite candidates of all time, but Jimmy
Yeah.
McMillan might be the new favorite, right?
We only back winners, Opie, on
That's
this
right.
show.
That's right.
Only back the winners.
All right, we'll be back, but first this.
10 years ago, liberal lawyer Ron Kind was elected to Congress, and he's done almost nothing in the Congress since. And that's a good thing, because just about everything he's tried to do has been wrong. Ron Kind voted to take the words "under God" out of the Pledge of Allegiance. He voted to strip the 10 Commandments from our public buildings. Ron Kind repeatedly voted for gay marriage and to force the Boy Scouts to accept homosexual leaders. He even voted to let illegal aliens burn the American flag. For Congress, Ron Kind is the wrong kind. The right kind of congressman is Paul R. Nelson. This former Marine is a father of 4 who supports Wisconsin values. Paul R. Nelson will work to stop illegal immigration, to end our dependence on foreign oil, to win the war on terror, and to defend traditional marriage.
I'm Paul R. Nelson, and I approve of this message.
Paid for by Paul R. Nelson for Congress.
Hey, Rock, we didn't like that one, man. What happened to the Eskimos and
the sex probes?
Yeah, the probes on the teenage genitals.
What, you lightening up on us?
You got another one for us? All right, we'll try this one going into break. That one's
with our servicemen and women facing death every day, what kind of congressman would try to gut military spending? The wrong kind, Ron Kind. That's right. Congressman Ron Kind is repeatedly voted to deprive our troops of the funding they need to fight for us. But Ron Kind has no trouble spending your money. He would just rather spend it on sex. That's right. Instead of spending money on cancer research, Ron Kind voted to spend your money to study the sex lives of Vietnamese prostitutes. Instead of spending money to study heart disease, Ron Kind spent your money to study the masturbation habits of old men. Ron Kind spent your tax dollars to study something called the bisexual, transgendered, and two-spirited Aleutian Eskimos, whoever they are. Ron Kind even spent your tax dollars to pay teenage girls to watch pornographic movies with probes connected to their genitalia. Ron Kind pays for sex, but not for soldiers. If Ron Kind had better priorities, you wouldn't be having to hear this. Ron Kind is out of touch, and soon he'll be out of Congress.
I'm Paul R. Nelson, and I approve of this message.
Right about now.
I'm Paul R. Nelson.
Check it out now.
I'm Paul R. Nelson.
Right about now.
I'm Paul R. Nelson.
Check it out now.
I'm Paul R. Nelson.
Right about now.
I'm Paul R. Nelson.
Check it out now.
I'm Paul R. Nelson.
Right about now. About now. About now. About now.
Paul R. Nelson. Paul R. Nelson. Thank God Almighty. Paul R. Nelson.
I'm Paul R. Nelson.
Check it out now.
I'm Paul R. Nelson.
Right about now.
I'm Paul R. Nelson.
Check it out now.
I'm Paul R. Nelson. R. Nelson. R. Nelson. R. Nelson. R. Nelson.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have to inform you that Paul R. Nelson has been shot and killed in Dallas, Texas.
Paul R. Nelson
Is dead.
Paul R. Nelson, tear down that wall.
Right about now.
Paul R. Nelson.
Right about now.
I'm Paul R. Nelson.
Check it out now.
I'm Paul R. Nelson.
Right about now.
I'm Paul R. Nelson.
Check it out now.
Paul R. Nelson.
Right about now.
I'm Paul R. Nelson.
Check it out now.
I'm Paul R. Nelson.
Right about now.
I'm Paul R. Nelson.
Check it out now.
I'm Paul R. Nelson.
Paul R. Nelson has left the building.
Hey, this is Bob Saget. Hey, it's Colin Quinn. Dean Cook. Hey, this is Jim Florentine. This is Louis C.K. Hey, everybody, it's Joel McHale. Hey, this is Howie Mandel, and you're listening to Opie and Anthony. It says here I can be profane. Avoid the word cunt. All right.
Find yourself a girl and settle down. Live a simple life in a quiet town. Steady as she goes. Steady as she goes. So steady as she goes.
So did you watch the whole game last night, Ant? Or did you bail?
I actually was watching it. Nothing was happening except them losing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found myself waking up on the couch going like, oh, what?
Really?
And went up to bed. And then I took out the iPhone and I went to my MLB app and I'm just like, I hit it and I'm like,
isn't that the worst?
Yeah, you hit it going, maybe a miracle, maybe something. Oh, blowout. Yeah.
8-0.
That was
Cliff Lee was unstoppable last night.
So irritating to watch that at the end. Pettit pitched a good game with 2 runs in the first.
Pettit did good.
I think Texas is just a better team. The fact that the Yankees have lost 2 straight after that amazing come-from-behind win, that should have broken Texas's back.
Mm-hmm.
But they've just kicked the shit out of them twice in a row since then.
They hung right in there. So you missed Hoarders last night then, Ant. You didn't watch your Yankees and you didn't watch Hoarders. That was a good night of TV for you.
Which Hoarders was it? The one with the woman with the cancer?
Like I said, I have a tough time watching those type of shows.
I was watching
it's too
Hoarders
real.
though earlier because I found out Hoarders is available on Netflix.
Oh,
so I was just like, boom, I'm going to watch Hoarders on my own motherfucking time.
Yeah.
So I watched some and was just livid with the, oh, well, now she's very upset that this crazy woman, of course, she was upset that a piece of tile by her front door, she's got like square terracotta tile coming in, and you could barely see it until they started moving shit, was cracked in 3 pieces. and she took one of the pieces and put it on a table. And she was freaking out that one piece of tile was missing. One piece of a broken tile. And they have one of the cleaning guys, and he's like, yeah, she's apparently upset that a piece of tile is missing, and you could understand how this could be mistaken for rubbish. And then he looks at the camera and kind of looks down like, she's fucking crazy.
Oh, good. Good for
yeah,
him.
yeah. It's great.
Good for fucking him.
Love the
man.
show because it's as infuriating as Jocktober, and even more so.
Why?
Because only a few Jocktober shows do I want to squirt gasoline on and burn their station down.
Mm-hmm.
But every hoarder's house, I just want coated in gas and lit up with her and all her items in it.
Why don't we start a hoarders company?
It seems pretty lucrative. There's a lot of hoarders out there. They say like there's 3 million of them
And make
Wow.
in the country. Yeah.
3 million hoarders?
3 million hoarders.
That sounds about
3
right.
million dickheads.
And the other
That
the
means
other gimmick-
everyone. That means everyone has a hoarder in their life, just about.
or knows someone maybe.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something like that.
It's a little too close.
I say you give them a suitcase and say you got 10 minutes to fill this suitcase up with your prized possessions, and then we're torching the house.
How about a day?
As you're,
no,
10 minutes. I'm with
10
Anthony.
fucking minutes.
As the bulldozers are revving up. Turn it into a game show.
Yeah.
A Japanese game show.
And they got a slow-mo her running out of the house with the suitcase diving as a big blade from the bulldozer just
As the
goes
guy
through
is doing old school dynamite.
Yeah, he's
in
got
slow
the
motion.
T-handle that he pushes down, and the house just explodes.
It's exploding as she's running.
Fucking
love it.
Cat shit and fucking boxes of worthless paper flying in the air. Oh, those women are fucked.
Is it mostly women?
Mostly women.
I wonder
And
what
they're
that's
all-
about. Why
they
mostly
all
women?
have a problem with someone dying. It's always like, well, this woman had. I was watching one. She had a wreath up on the wall. A wreath with a little Christmas ornament, and I think it was July, and it was in the middle and said, "I love you" on it. She goes, "The wreath is very important to me. It was made by a friend who just recently died, so I put it up on the wall, and I've not taken it down." And then the counselor's like, "What would you feel if we just took that down? Would you feel like you're abandoning your friend and forgetting her, even though she's passed away?" And then, I don't know. And she just starts crying, and you want to smack her in the face.
Well, how long ago did the friend die? That's key.
Yeah, it was the day before, I think.
Well,
No, I'm not sure.
1982.
Usually it's way before.
Look at this video. I know it's radio. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is insane.
It's boxes of nothing.
Where-
It's toys.
where there's just pathways.
Stuffed animals. Look, she's got to walk over a table full of shit to get to this one little spot on the couch.
And this is why I think it's all bullshit. Because if she could keep her couch clean enough so she could watch a little TV around her junk, it means you could be cured.
You could be, clean. You cleaned a little spot to sit your fat ass down on. They're all fat asses.
Right, just continue cleaning.
This is the woman that had someone she knew, Fat Jim Norton, it looks like.
Oh, my God, that does
It's
look
Jimmy
like
and Roland. A fireman that she knew died at the World Trade Center, and she lost her fucking mind. Lost her mind.
Was she banging him? Was she his
No, I think
wife?
it was a cousin or something.
Oh.
No, because she's got a husband over here or some shit. And now everything she saves, like any flag. There was this piece of shit chair. You know those beach chairs with the canvas and they're very low? I
hate those.
Yeah, ugh. There was a piece of shit one that was made out of like material that looked like a flag, and it was ripped up and fucking rotted. And she's like, I can't, it feels like I'm throwing away a flag. And I said, shut up.
Enough.
Shut up.
Enough.
And there was a couple of hot daughters in like an episode, and you just felt like felt bad for them. It's like, God, will they be easy lays? Oh
Yeah,
my
no.
God, are they
You
going to be
more
just
than-
a clean room and you're getting your dick sucked? That's all you need.
More than 4 feet of space to lay down and fuck you.
Tidy up. Yeah, she doesn't have to push fucking newspapers from 1980 off the bed. Oh.
Hey, if we're going to start our hoarders company, this guy's got a great idea. We want to go with dynamite. We want to go with the suitcase. We
Yes.
want to go with the Japanese game show type of thing. 10 minutes
Yep.
to get your shit out before we blow up your house.
Get your shit
Ken's
out.
got a good idea, though, to help us out. Go ahead, Ken.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey,
Good
man.
morning.
Good morning.
Hey, what you got to do is you just got to open up one of the windows, put a big tube on it, and then get the biggest vacuum money can buy and suck all that shit out of the house in like 30 seconds.
Yeah, with the people in it too.
Just start sucking the shit out of the house.
Oh, here's the ugly daughter.
Accept it as the way it is.
She's like,
for years I've just thought, okay, that's the way we're living. Oh well, we got to deal with it. It's all just like a mountain of stuff.
Hold on, pause. Why does she
I've
have to be a
actually
hoarder?
used a
Because her mom's a hoarder.
no, this is her mom's shit in her bedroom.
The
The mother is such a selfish cunt.
Are you
that
kidding me?
She ran out of room in her shithole, so now she starts stacking shit in her daughter's room. The daughters now, there's 2 bedrooms. They could each have their own room.
Right.
They have bunk beds at 14 and like 12 or something like that.
So
I don't know what the other girl
So
is.
you got teenage girls that need their room.
Need their room so they could diddle themselves with their little vibrators.
And ride their bedposts, right?
Yes.
And sneak their older boyfriend and his camouflage jacket in and out. What a selfish fucking bitch.
What a cunt.
The
Exactly.
daughter, I mean.
I
Support
know.
your mommy.
Give her more room.
I know it's all about
that bed
the-
looks pretty clear.
I know it's all about the ugly daughter, but that's completely fucking insane.
She looks like
Who
Fan.
Who has sympathy?
She looks like Fan.
Who has sympathy for these fucking people? She's taking over her daughter's room with the fucking junk.
Yeah, with the junk. And then
Get
one of the
the fuck
daughters
outta
actually
here.
did start like hoarding stuffed animals in the closet, and the counselor had to come over and be like, hey, I see some things happening here. Why don't you? But the daughter was like, oh no, you could take this one, throw it out. I don't care about that. Whatever. Fuck this. Like she was throwing shit away. The mother though, a stark raving lunatic. Look at the daughter. I think the other daughter talks too, and the other daughter's a little more sensible. She's
Auditor
just like,
space to
she's
store
the
a lot
younger
of my
one, and
stuff.
completely fuck this.
My
So they can't use their bedroom all too much.
All too much.
I share a room with my
Nice.
sister.
Nice view.
The room's a mess. Ashley doesn't like it. She's more worried about like her own space and stuff than like I am.
That means she's going to be a hoarder too, probably.
My name is
Looks
Ashley.
familiar.
I'm 12 years old, and I'm Don's daughter. I see my house as a giant trash can.
She is.
There's stuff everywhere.
They say clean a room. I'm like, I can't. There's nowhere to put anything.
Look
at
this
my
stuff
phone
is
go off.
trash. Everything is at least part broken, something we can't use, and I want it all out. I don't want to live like this anymore.
Sure. Oh, Uncle Paul. Would you
What
take her
kid
in,
would
Uncle
be
Paul?
happy living like this? They are my total world. They are the greatest things.
Oh, are they?
They're my
who's
life.
that
They're
pussy
your
whip
life
zilch?
for them.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Who's that pussy whip zilch of a husband?
The fucking husbands of these hoarders are ballless fucking faggots that won't just tell the wife, throw your fucking shit out or get out. That's it. And then she's talking about how her children are my everything, my life. Oh, so you hoard shit in their room?
She's not hot enough to deal with her bullshit.
No, she's a
If she
pig.
was like a Playboy model, then you'd let her hoard all she wants.
Hoard all you want. She's sucking your dick. She's hot. She's bringing hot friends over.
Bringing
Just
in-
like, I don't care.
Bringing in wheelbarrows of trinkets, but you don't care because he's hot.
Things. There's 20 cats shitting in your mouth at night. You don't care.
Let's be honest with each other. If she wasn't such a pig, you wouldn't care.
How horrible a hoarder is directly proportional to how hot she is.
Exactly.
She's hoarding pictures of her big tits all over the house. You wouldn't mind as much.
You're hoarding cum all over the house.
She's saving her duties in plastic bags and covering up the stairwell like the last one we did. But she's hot, so who gives a fuck?
Her stripper friends' underpants, she's hoarding them.
Right.
You're like, yeah, it's all right.
There's just a whole room of underpants that are dirty.
Little duty stains.
Dirty
Duties.
underpants.
Little duty and yellow stains. And then a little discharge and some red.
Yeah. And they do jumping jacks at the wrong time of the month.
But if you're a pig and a hoarder at the same time, oh boy.
If you're a pig and you leave the newspaper on the table, you should be thrown out into the street.
It should be rolled up and you should be hit in the face with it.
I want my girl's underwear to look like Jerry Garcia's shirt. Come on, that's funny.
Well, wait,
It's all
wait,
tie-dyed.
all right.
See, maybe Deadhead's shirt?
How about tie-dye?
Wavy Gravy's shirt? No, you got to put a person in there. Just tie-dye. I guess that would have worked.
Yeah, because I didn't understand Jerry Garcia. He's dead.
Yeah, but he wore tie-dye.
I didn't know what he wore, though.
Explaining this is very hurtful and hard for me.
Why? You want your girlfriend's underpants to look like a splatter of different colors.
Yes!
Yes!
Like a painter's palette.
Wait, what is... Hold on, man. Oh, shit. Thank God Keith called because we almost forgot about something.
Oh, fuck,
Keith in Pennsylvania. Go ahead, Keith.
Good morning, boys.
All right.
Hey, Keith.
Hey, I'm a little worried about Sam's mom.
Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby. Yeah.
Bobby's a star, by the way. The feedback on Sam's mom, Bobby, yesterday.
Love Bobby.
Off the hook, yo.
The only Bobby I've heard with greater issues is Michael Caine's Bobby in Dress to Kill. Not a laugh, but a damn good reference.
So glad. Oh, my underwear joke is now in the mist somewhere.
Your underwear joke is Pryor's monkey in the fucking monkey dick in the ear bit compared to mine.
Everyone's just laughing.
Hey,
they love the quiet.
That was a monumental bomb. Just to kill.
Yeah,
Love
Keith, Sam's mom could be a hoarder. Bobby could be a hoarder. But you reminded us. Sam was supposed to bring in stuff from Bobby. Mm-hmm. And I heard, and we forgot until this very moment, that Sam has brought in a shitload of stuff that Bobby put together for this show today.
The little collection.
And I think we're going to do it later in the show after Ian Halpern does his thing for us today.
Uh-oh.
We got to beat up Ian Halpern, too, because that sex tape, that Tiger Woods sex tape is fake.
Fake?
Fake!
Oh, that Hoarders guy is a convicted sex offender? Wow, what a surprise. What did he call himself? Princess something or
Sir Patrick?
Sir Patrick. He dressed in like Asian garb and had a big collection of Asian garbage in his house.
I think he was
Asian. And but he's not Asian. But he sold a lot of it. Made some money. Like, he did have some valuable stuff in there. Mm-hmm. But it turns out now he's a convicted sex offender. What did he do, Dan? What did he do?
Let's see. Well,
can we do the game show music as you read what he did? Yeah. It just makes it a little more fun for everybody. You got some game show music, E-Rock? And also get Sam down here. We got to do Jocktober, squeeze it in before Ian Halpern. We got a very busy show today.
Uh-oh. This guy's a pisser.
It'll sound a little better with some game show music. You got it? All right, here we go. Go ahead, Dan.
Well, a Florida man featured last month as a doll collecting eccentric on Hoarders is a registered sex offender whose rap sheet includes 3 years in a Michigan prison for an attempted sex attack on an 18-year-old co-ed and a felony assault conviction for throwing a 72-year-old woman to the ground following a fender bender, record show.
That's it, though? 18?
Yeah, let's see. Convicted in 1981 of an attempted sex attack on an 18-year-old Eastern Michigan University student. He was 35 at the time. He was sentenced to 2 to 5 years in prison, ended up serving slightly more than 3 years.
Wow, what a shitty lawyer.
Yeah. I like the fact that he threw the old bitch down, though, after the fucking traffic incident.
Yes.
That's what you want to do to an old lady when she cuts you off. Throw her to the ground angrily.
Just heave her to the ground.
By her shoulders. You want to just grab her shoulders and throw her to the ground.
Throw it. Shake her a couple of times and heave her sideways.
Yeah.
Old douche. Sisson's 2002 arrest for pushing a 72-year-old woman to the ground after he got into a minor auto accident with the senior citizen. The woman, Joyce Dessart, suffered a broken hip in the fall.
I'm Joyce Dessart.
Of course, the hip breaks. More brittle than my Pop-Tart.
That Pop-Tart smells delicious.
It's the greatest.
Delicious. All right. Hey, Sam, did you bring in some shit from your mom, Bobby, there?
Yes, I did.
Of course you did, because I said that already. Is it a lot of good stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it would have been more. She really...
You had to tell her to calm the fuck down?
Yeah, she wanted me to bring in, like, little shoes, and I said everybody was small. Like, she just wanted me to bring in clothes. Like, as if the fact that they were small was something noteworthy.
Well, she wishes you still were small, though.
Did I fit into those tiny little Hulk Hogan slippers?
What did you bring in today? We're going to do it later, but a nice little tease.
I brought
Tease
in
this.
my Webelos uniform, because obviously...
Can you still fit in it?
No, of course not.
Can you try?
No, I can't fit in it.
Is there still a hole in the back of it?
Because all the patches, of course, from Wolves and Bears are transferred over to the Webelos shirt when you get it, with the hat and the belt, so you guys can see my pins
What
and belt
uniform
loops.
can you fit in?
What uniform can I fit in? I could wear my old shirt from when I worked at Clearview Cinemas.
You brought that in today, too?
No,
You're assistant to the assistant manager of the movie.
Yeah. Or when I worked at Sam Goody, I could wear that.
Goody got it.
What about one of your Halloween costumes? You got to be able to fit in one of those, and I hear you got all the Halloween costumes.
Well, my mom put together a photo album.
Yeah.
So you don't have the actual Halloween costumes?
No, I mean,
what? I'm sorry, costumes.
Costumes.
She actually put together a photo album between the time of her phone call and the time I went to pick it up of
how crafty
of all my different wrestler and Dick Tracy Halloween costumes.
Did you bring in the hair?
And of course, I have the Tupperware full of hair. It doesn't smell good.
How old is that hair?
That hair.
College, right?
Yeah, it was probably sophomore year of college, so that would be
19-ish.
It's not even like
20-ish.
baby's first haircut hair where they put it in a plastic thing and it's like, wow, this was your first haircut hair.
No,
it's like you're fucking you're college kids.
You were already swapping cum with other guys.
No, I wasn't.
You guys understand?
Cum swapper.
The hair in the Tupperware container is 8 to 9 years old.
Stinks.
E-Rock's got to smell that shit today.
I smelled it. It wasn't good.
She's a hoarder where it comes to you.
I know.
She knew exactly where it was. The Tupperware was waiting right on the kitchen table when I got to the house.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it.
It's probably there every day that you don't eat dinner with them. There's probably it's on the chair.
It's
sitting there.
It's the centerpiece.
But we're going to do all that later because we got a busy show. You're here for Jocktober, then a little Ian Halper. And
His
then we'll get
Highness
back to
is
you.
coming by.
Yeah, what is he doing today?
Oh, I can't wait for this. And will be on the scene reporting.
Okay.
He, today, after his show appearance, and this is why this is a big guest for our show, he's coming here only first, and then he's going straight to his hotel room, where he will be going through a 48-hour bet-in to raise awareness to amend the Constitution to allow Arnold Schwarzenegger to run for president.
Arnold who?
The governor.
What did you say?
Schwarzenegger.
You said
it's Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, that's what I said, Schwarzenegger.
In person.
You can't say it that way.
That's how his
Try it
name
again.
is.
Try it
Schwarzenegger.
Say his whole name slowly.
Go ahead.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I know he's not.
That's his name.
You can't say it that way.
Of course it is.
What I say real fast now.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I
said
that all
nah.
day.
Yeah,
well.
Not nah.
All right, where's the Jocktober sweeper? Let's get this horse shit out of the way.
Oh,
yeah.
Pull
Go.
my headphones off.
This is awesome.
A celebration of craptastic radio from around this great nation of ours.
Great. Thank you.
So turn up this turd-tacular radio.
Oh my God, I can't believe it.
It's Jocktober.
Yeah.
I see we're going to North Carolina today.
North Kakalaki.
What the fuck is that?
That's what they call it.
North Kakalaki.
North Kakalaki.
That's
what they
good.
say.
In South Carolina, they say South Kakalaki, raise up.
Raise up. Take your shirt off.
Right.
Spin it around
Exactly.
like
You know.
a helicopter.
You
yeah,
know.
yeah, I know that fucking
You're
shit.
down.
South Carolina.
Yeah.
Raise up.
Anthony, good news. We're going to be looking at Better Variety. Carter and Jackie at WGNI. What makes them Better Variety?
It's from the 80s, 90s, and today. Better Variety on WGNI.
How is that Better Variety?
The variety of song choices.
But what makes it a better variety than all the other stations playing the exact same songs?
Well, they do it with personality. They're very friendly.
Does regular radio understand that this is just nonsense at this point?
It's drivel.
There's a million
It means
stations calling
nothing.
themselves Better Variety. What does it mean?
Well, I mean, it means that of all those stations, this one has better variety, so this is the one you should be listening to with Carter and Jackie in the morning.
All right, well, Carter talks about breaking up over text messages.
Now, I don't know if this is two guys or a guy and a girl.
You don't want me to spoil it, do you?
I guess I haven't heard it.
You can guess.
Jackie is guy's name, Jackie Gleason. Or Jackie could be
Jackie
girl's
O.
name. Jackie O.
And, well,
Oh, my God.
the second half of the track says Jackie doesn't like that. So I'm assuming that Jackie has to be abroad.
A bitch.
I'm going
abroad.
broad.
All right.
You guess based on her voice.
But what about when you're trying to...
Was that her contribution already? This never disappoints. Women in radio have got to hate us.
I would assume so,
They
yes.
have to hate us.
Yeah. But what about when you're trying to dump somebody? Forget picking them up. How about trying to get rid of them?
No.
Breakup text message style seems to be the latest rage.
Oh, tacky.
Yeah, you hear more and more of it happening, especially with 20.
Tacky.
Did she
Call
use
her
the
in
word
tacky?
No. She said no.
Oh, I thought you were saying her name.
No. She's saying that's tacky.
Oh, tacky.
You don't want to break
That's
up
what
over
you. That's what you need
text.
from your morning host. Someone that says tacky.
Is that her right there?
Let's see. Oh, well.
What's up?
No, that's the best picture she
I'm
could
just
ever
saying,
have.
almost.
Look at there.
Almost. We'll give her an almost. We'll give her an almost. Although she has a witch's nose.
Oh, tacky.
Yeah, you hear more and more of it happening, especially with 20-somethings. You know what, though? I'm all for it. Quite frankly, I never stay friends with anyone that I've broken up with, so I don't really, I'm not going to run into them again. It seems impersonal and an ugly thing to do, and I'm not saying that it should be done with, 7-year relationships or anything like that, but let's say you went out on, 5-6 dates. It's maybe starting to get serious. You don't know. Maybe they feel like it is, but you're not feeling it, and you just really want it to go away. I'm married, of course, but I don't think that if I were in the dating...
You don't want to
add that in. Shut up!
Well, you don't want to give anybody the wrong idea.
No, it'll get back to his wife, and God forbid.
I, for one, wasn't in the of course category until he said that. I was thinking something else. He was sounding a little bit like Kevin Meaney.
Oh, hey. Really?
I don't care.
Do you like the bed that they're talking over?
After looking at them, this show should be called Dahmer and Gums McGillicuddy. Her fucking gums are atrocious. She brushed with a paint roller. Nice gums, stupid.
Her eye.
She does have the little chiclet teeth.
Her eye teeth are a little rough.
Fucking horrid.
They're a little rough.
Want it to go away. I'm married, of course, but I don't think that if I were in the dating world, I don't think I'd be above breaking up via text if it had only been a few dates.
Really?
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Wow, really?
What?
Huh? Really?
It's nuts.
That's crazy.
But that's just kind of some of the unpredictability that comes with Carter and Jackie.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Now, are they going to do a texting topic now? Or are they going into a Prep Burger bit?
A Prep Burger song parody?
There's so much still to learn with this Jocktober. I'm confused. Are they going to go Prep Burger bit or phone topic?
Well, that's what you have to wonder.
Break up with a text message. Break up.
Wow, you're good.
Break up with a text message. Break
You can make
up.
so much money from Prep Burger.
Here's what the formula usually is.
Yeah.
If it's something topical, then you have a Prep Burger bit to go to.
Right, because they always have topical stuff.
But if it's something relatable, then we ask the question to the listeners.
Gotcha. Phone calls.
Phone calls.
Phone calls are radio gold.
Exactly.
Is it cowardly, or is it a sign of the changing times and the technology that's available to us?
I hate his voice.
Especially, and this is a key detail, he just reformatted the topic as a question.
And threw it out there to the listeners.
Because the listeners aren't smart enough on their own to figure out, oh, he just made a statement, I can comment on that.
Yeah,
he has to rephrase as a question, so then they go, oh, now that he asks that.
Let me put it to you.
The listener.
Yes.
You think it's going to be a terrific phone topic?
This one probably got him lit.
Looky, Miss Cookie.
I'm thinking a lot of jokes.
That's a gorgeous thing.
I'm thinking a lot of jokes flying back and forth now.
Crazy stuff.
Crazy
Text
stuff.
And
Edgy stuff.
stories maybe about guys that have broken up with girls over text. And
phones and vaginas, all sorts of
crazy
stuff.
Yeah, for sure. It's Carter and Jackie, man.
Why not?
She would hate my text messages. Picture after picture of my cock. She would hate my text messages. All photo texts of my dick. and then just photos of my logs in the toilet. That's all I would send her.
Are you breaking up with me?
Exactly. She'd just be responding, please stop.
Please stop sending me pictures of your genitals and your feces.
Knock it off.
Times and the technology that's available to us.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you it's cowardly.
No.
Handle your business.
Good morning. This is Kim.
Kim, good morning. How are you?
What do you think Kim is going to say? How about we play that game?
Hi, this is Kim.
Well, what do you
Let
think?
me tell you.
What do you think she's going to say?
I don't think there's any honor in breaking up with somebody on a text message. My Kim.
Shit, fuck that. Ugh. She sounds disgusting.
Oh, come on.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Oh, I'm okay. Just looking for an answer to this silly question. Is it okay to break up via text message? What do you think?
Well, I don't know about dating, 2, 3, 4 times, but a longer relationship, I think is very cowardly. I was engaged for a year, and he texted me and told me he didn't love me anymore.
Because you're fat. Because you're fat. Good for her. Look at her. Man. I'm Kim. He probably was like fucking looking around at a bar one night and just went, you know what? Let me text old Kim. Tell her this is fucking off.
You know what? My
Fuck
fiance
her.
weighs 300 pounds, but the one in the bar only weighs 250.
Yep.
I'm moving on.
Gonzo.
See you later, Kim.
I think it's very cowardly. I was engaged for a year.
Cowardly. Very cowardly. I was engaged for a year.
Oh, how you engaged for a year and he calls it off? You must have been a piece of shit.
He was probably at the jukebox pressing his rod against some drunk girl while she played Beauty School Dropout on the jukebox. Pressing his fucking stupid hillbilly rod on her.
His dumb hick rod. Just rubbing it until he's got goop in his drawers.
His idiotic dick. He misspelled texter. This thing's off, O-F-E.
Oh, fuck, I hate this broad.
I think it's very cowardly. I was engaged for a year, and he texted me and told me he didn't love me anymore.
Oh, no. No.
And it doesn't bring closure.
Whoa, yield sign. Let's slow down a little bit
It is
here.
sad. It is sad.
Why wouldn't you play a laugh track right there?
I've been in those circumstances before, but I'm married now. I'm married. I just want to let everybody know.
I don't care.
Yuck. Oh, no.
It doesn't bring closure.
I break up with a fit fuck. She got all fit on him.
We don't know what she looks like.
Kim? She's a better fit fuck.
Gotta go up at the end. I forgot about that.
Couldn't get the ring back. It was stuck on her fat fucking finger.
I love how they do that.
More.
Oh, no.
It doesn't bring closure. What's going on in your mind? And I think it's very coward.
Did you think about texting back a frowny face?
Oh, I tried.
Oh my God! I gotta leave the studio.
A frowny
Did
face.
you just say
Hey.
that? It was a joke. Just a joke.
Now there's no, two wrongs now.
Yeah.
Two wrongs.
I was just kidding.
I bet he texted her a colon and a zero, which was like the open mouth, meaning he was about to have his cock sucked in the bathroom of the bar.
Ah, shit.
A frowny face.
A frowny face.
yes, Mel. That's what
He
he
left
said.
some voicemails.
He said that.
What's wrong with a little texting humor?
And I think it's very...
Did you think about texting back a frowny face?
Oh, I tried texting back, and he never responded back to me.
Wow, that sounds like a fun situation to be in.
Great.
That's wonderful.
It's over, bitch. Get your shit. End of discussion.
Oh, you know what? Matt G makes a great point. Kim,
Kim, what are you doing?
Never mind. Gotta keep that one going.
Shut up.
moving on. Bonnie calls up. Are they still doing the phone topic?
Of course they are. Yes, texting, breaking up texting.
All right.
Original phone topic because I'm sure there's no other radio show in the country that has said, hey, have you ever broken up via text?
I've given disease test results via text.
See a doctor.
Yeah, exactly. Don't buy any XL shirts. Dash LOL. ROFL.
Bonnie calls up. But good news, guys. They end with a laugh.
Ooh.
Of course.
Gotta leave them laughing.
Of course.
Good morning, G&I. Who's this?
Bonnie.
Bonnie, go ahead with your thoughts, dear.
I think it's cowardly. If you can ask somebody in person out, you should be able to tell them it's over with in person.
So what if
And
they asked you out via text?
Huh?
If they asked you out via text, then can the breakup come via text?
Well, that's up to you. I mean, that's like dating online.
It's a riddle, no doubt.
Exactly.
Just suck my cock.
What the fuck did that even mean?
I
She's
don't
like,
know.
Well, that's like dating on the internet.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is all about.
And then did you hear Carter? It's a riddle.
it's a riddle.
Yeah.
She dates by life call. The fucking,
Hello? Come over and fuck me.
You should just fucking smile and blow me, because I deserve it.
I'd like to put
deserves it.
I'd like to put one end of a fire extinguisher into her vagina, and fill her full of foam until her head blows off. And call the paramedics. Tell them to scrape her idiot head off the wall. You'll notice there's foam and no brains.
She did sound like a blithering
Oh,
fool.
what a dunce! Fucking dunderhead.
Shit. That's not nice.
Hey, it's online dating. That's like the online dating. Well, if you ask someone out, then you should have the courage to break up with them.
What if texted that they...
Well, it's like that internet dating. I got my jitterbug. I use that phone, the jitterbug. As I roll on my hover round, I could go anywhere. To Grand Canyon, Statue of Liberty.
How much do you want to see that hover round just fly off the edge of the Grand Canyon?
Right off a
have a
cliff.
short circuit and the old bat just flies a mile down. Just a little puff
End
of
over
dust.
end. End
Fuck
over
her.
end.
Fuck her and her old shit.
And as she goes over, her colostomy bag falls onto the ledge, and then she's continuing to fall, and the colostomy bag is just there, so you're waiting for it to get pulled off. And then you realize her colostomy bag fucking tube is more than a mile long.
But right at the bottom, it gets tugged off and it becomes like a Roadrunner Coyote thing with the rock. Instead of a boulder, it's a giant bag of shit.
At least they have something to bury.
Look at them. There they are at the Grand Canyon. What are these things? Lock in the hubs? What are they, four-wheel drive?
Yeah, you know,
Don't bullshit these old fucks to make them think they could go to the Grand Canyon in a hover round.
and you know the commercial people put them very close to the edge
I
on
know.
purpose.
Look at this.
Got to be shitting themselves.
Poor fuck. That's going to go to the Grand Canyon. That thing can't even get on a sidewalk.
How much would you love when they're they get the one guy pulling a van?
He's pulling a van with it.
Would you? Could you pull my van? I seem to be out of gas. Would you?
How much would you love as they're sitting by the edge of the Grand Canyon to just drive the van and bumper push them over the edge? Like a really...
They put their ineffective brakes on, so the wheels are just scraping.
They're skipping.
as they near the fucking big giant drop off.
First, the one lady on the right, I'd like to see her hat removed in a vestibule and then push her off the edge.
Oh, they're doing like a Busby Berkeley musical number.
They're dancing with their hover
rounds.
rounds.
Dance with a hover round.
Why not?
I think
And the
it should be
inventor's
called,
name is
Why
Tom
not?
Cruise, which is funny.
it should be called a burden mover.
Burden mover. Yes, I'd like to call for your burden mover. Oh, come on. They can't afford one.
Oh my God! That's Lillian?
Lillian.
Was that Lillian?
Super Saver. Look, they're all fucking play bumper cars with it.
They're
Last
all in
one
the
with
woods.
a broken hip wins. Just T-boning each other with those fucking things.
Oh, look at this predator doing the commercial.
He's the
Got the
inventor.
Troy Aikman hairdo.
His name is Tom Cruise. He's the inventor.
Oh, is it really?
Spelled with
Yeah.
a K, though.
Cruise
I
with a
feel
K.
safe. Yeah, yeah.
That's strange.
That's good. She's riding around smelling assholes and balls all
Lillian!
day.
That's
trouble.
Lillian, man.
Oh, come on, right in the water. Holy shit, they're kind of by the docks.
All waving at each other.
Yeah, they're all like waving, like they fucking have sports cars.
Yes.
It's the same guy, like, you know, you pass a guy with another Mustang or Vet. You're like, hey, how you doing?
They're staying at fucking Kindling Legs Inn. It's the senior citizens home.
Oh, does it come in a free fucking barrel of Febreze for the seat? That old fucking shit ass, that prune and banana shit fucking smell on that chair.
I don't like Grandpa's hover round. It smells.
You know, the kids are just like, smelling his seat, making bets with each other.
They hate it. The handles always smell like old person.
Oh, sucks.
Just let the old people die.
Oh, enough.
Enough already.
The dumb hover round. Febreze that seat every fucking 5 minutes.
Oh.
That fat hemorrhoid ass. They're sitting 25 hours a day. They're sitting.
It's a portable. I had an accident. It's good. You can move your fucking human pile of shit from point A to point B if company's coming over. This is just so they don't shit on your sofa.
Fuck.
They shit on the hovercraft and they just stick them in the fucking garage.
Until Thanksgiving dinner's over.
Yeah, you go.
Hover round.
Whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah. Sit there and smell the oil stain on the garage floor, you inconvenience.
Waste.
Play with the tennis ball above your head.
Just shock his wheels so he can't go anywhere with door stops.
Hold this coffee can full of nails. Zilch. Count them while we have fun. Count these nails and sit in your own waste.
So how many nails are in there, Smelly?
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, thank you. Thank you, Sax God.
Up around.
Sax God on Twitter. Did you guys see the video of the guy going through the elevator? And is that real or fake?
What's that?
You haven't seen it in Japan. It was
the hand could be used like a knife.
It was a viral video last week. The guy, the elevator doors close in Japan, and the guy's sort of on hover round or something very
Little
similar.
Rascal, something
Little
like that.
Rascal, and he starts bashing into the elevator door. I don't know why, if there was a malfunction or he was just a pissed off Japanese guy.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden the doors open and he plummets to his death.
No way.
And it's a Joe Rogan video. Joe Rogan's pretty damn good with his videos.
He tweets some good stuff.
He tweets some good stuff.
He tweets good stuff, but I can't believe that.
I'm trying to think.
Real.
If someone could give us a link, that would be great. On instant feedback, please.
What's the camera security?
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll have to look at this.
Yeah, he didn't give me a link, unfortunately. But we'll get a link. We'll move back to Jocktober, then we'll get that video for everybody.
Jocktober.
I don't know what makes you guys think that nice lady that called up was in a hover round.
Ugh.
Oh. She just sounded old and awful.
She did.
Yeah,
She sounded like
yeah, we didn't like her.
Bonnie.
Continuing with Jocktober, North Caroliners. Better Variety, Carter and Jackie, WGNI gets the beating today.
Oh.
They talk about the world's richest man.
Yes, a new world's richest man.
Well.
The world has a new richest man.
I thought for sure it was going to be you.
Prepare.
See? Oh, she's got a joke for everything.
Unbelievable.
I know you guys say that a lot of times women in radio are yield signs, but you got to admit, at least in this case,
She was pretty amazing.
And it was quick.
Yeah, it
Very
was.
quick.
It was quick.
Quick on her feet.
Wouldn't it be great if he had just said, if I was the richest man, I'd hire someone to cave your head in? You unfunny fucking...
Oh, no.
Would you?
We're trying to keep it fun.
Oh.
Joke-stopping lump. You fucking tumor on the lung of laughs.
That's unfair.
I'd hire someone to shotgun you in the parking lot like Eric Bogosian. I'd hire that fat guy to shoot you.
Oh, shit.
I thought for sure it was going to be you. I
Prepare
did.
for extreme jealousy. No, it's not me, of course.
So crazy.
Riding surging prices of his various telecom holdings, Mexican tycoon Carlos Slim Helu has
Slim.
beaten. I know, but he's nothing slim.
but
I've seen
slim,
pictures.
yeah.
He's beaten out Americans Bill Gates and Warren Buffett to become the wealthiest person on planet Earth.
A Mexican?
Man.
And nabbed the top spot on 2010 Forbes list of the world's billionaires.
You know Buffett and Gates are not going to take kindly to that.
Yeah, they need
They're
to
gonna
join
fire
forces.
Back. Yeah, they're going to fire back.
become a hybrid person.
Gosh,
They'll
that's
adopt each other.
insane.
Why is it insane?
It's insane.
They'll become a hybrid person and adopt each other.
How did she? Why was it insane that there's a richest guy and
I don't know.
I don't get it.
Those two are like a hybrid person. They're a munt.
We'll take a break from Jocktober. Here's the video. Tell me if this is real or fake, Anthony and
All right,
Jimmy.
let's look. Security camera.
I believe
man.
Joe Rogan was the first one to tweet this one.
All right.
So
getting on the
in
elevator.
Japan somewhere.
There's no shit on the face of a bride. Fake.
Yeah. All right. The elevator door
Obviously, it's
is
the longer version of the video.
It's
but
not closing.
Yeah.
Is it closed?
This is a week in the
All right,
life of an
there it
elevator.
goes. Elevator door
Okay.
closed, and the
Oh,
guy
that
just
guy's
missed
mad.
getting in.
So he
He slammed his little
His
rascal
little scooter.
as the doors were closing. Backs up and rams it again.
Oh, now one of the doors kind of came loose at the bottom.
Right.
So it's kind of hanging. He's
Maybe
going
he's
in
just
for another. I gotta fucking call shenanigans on that. It looked like he went down a ramp. It didn't even look like he was falling.
The elevator doors definitely look like they were meant to.
Yeah,
they look like a wrestling table.
Who's that guy? I can't remember his name now. The guy that fell through the wall.
Oh yeah. That's the Shockmaster.
That's the Shockmaster.
Shockmaster Eric Nagel.
That was Shockmaster.
That was definitely the same wall.
Let's watch it one more time now that we've seen it. And
what, Shockmaster?
Pick up, no, just so we can pick out the.
I'll tell you one thing that makes me stop right there. This could just be great, but in the background, like you see on the right, people walking by, there's background stuff reflecting and background people walking.
Yeah.
Which gives it a little bit of validity, I think.
Oh, does it?
But those Japanese, they're wacky.
I know.
You never know with them.
That is true.
And there does seem to be a glitch in the tape.
Could be a big setup.
I see a glitch.
You see a glitch?
I see a glitch.
My love, where?
Watch, the door shuts. He hits. All right, he backs up.
The elevator goes down in the back. You see it?
Yeah, elevator's going down.
You can see it through.
There's the glitch.
Yeah. There's a glitch.
What?
You didn't see the glitch?
Go back.
There's a little jump.
Get out of here.
Look at it.
See the elevator
down.
going down.
Down. Now watch.
There it is.
There it is. You see that?
Yeah, there was a little speed thing right there.
There's a glitch.
His reflection. Look at his reflection. It moves slightly.
But maybe someone just edited it so it's not a long fucking video.
No.
I don't know, man.
Like one of those top doors. It looks like they're on a hinge. It looks like shitty sliding closet doors.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
Oh, it is Japan.
I'm not buying it.
No, it's fake.
I'm calling
Shenanigans?
shenanigan.
All right, let's get back to Jocktober then.
Jack.
Now, if you remember,
Sorry to waste your time with that.
they were talking about the world's richest man.
Oh, right. Why would they do that?
That is a question. Now,
It's insane.
I already went over why people do things on radio. And this is now the Jocktober quiz of the day.
Phone topic. More rich people.
What did I tell you?
Prep burger bit. Song
And-
parody.
Why is it a prep burger bit?
Topical?
Yes!
Topical.
I learned.
Fuck.
I'm learning.
Damn it. Topical.
Topical. It's a topical news story, and that means
They had a lead to their prep
we
burger
got to go to
bit.
bit.
Did they do their own bit at least?
It might be their voices. But it's not a good bit.
You got to give
so-
respect to shows that at least do their own bits, but most of them don't.
But if they're horrible, can you give them respect?
Yeah,
No.
at least they're trying. You give them a little bit.
But are they trying?
It's a little better than fucking signing up for a service and getting your funny from somewhere else.
I still want to
your
sign up for a
attempt at
service.
funny.
He's currently pulling in over $1 billion each month. That's sort of his monthly salary. I wonder if he gets a bi-weekly paycheck.
Wow.
Do you think he gets that?
No.
It's only $500 million again. Good grief, they're taking out like $70 million for my dental this time.
Good grief.
This deserves the Dos Equis treatment. Let's kick this thing around Dos Equis style. His limousine driver's limousine driver has his own limousine driver.
When he calls Geek Squad to fix his computer, Bill Gates shows up.
Hello. He can order an 89-cent beefy 5-layer burrito 61 billion times. He is Mexico's Carlos Slim, the richest man in the world.
There are 1,011 billionaires on the planet, and he prefers to be the richest.
Stay greedy, mi amigos.
It's Carter and Jackie in the morning.
So what were you saying about respecting?
By the way, she had to be part of the bit. There isn't a woman's voice in that commercial.
No, it's about the most
It's a
interesting
man's
man.
voice, most interesting man, and then he goes, "Stay thirsty, my friends." But the narrator, the narrator, is a man.
A man.
But Jackie has to be part of it.
What's not the Carter show?
part of it.
Yeah, it's Carter and Jackie.
I missed those.
Jackie.
Oh, I missed those.
I know.
Oh,
Dishonest cunt.
We got Mel listening in for today's Jocktober.
He doesn't like Jackie.
No,
God,
she was
God,
very
how-
dishonest there because it had nothing to do with the fucking actual commercial, like Anthony pointed out.
Yep.
I forgot how wonderful those tapes are.
You look like a fucking bitch on heat. And if you get raped by a pack of niggers, it'll be your fault.
Oh,
Jackie
that's
is just
not
trying to do
nice.
his show.
Don't
trying
put
to
my
make a living.
fucking messages in there. Come on. Gonna get me in
Bitch on
trouble.
heat. I love when people are mad they get the expressions wrong.
You provocative. You are provocatively dressed all the time with your fake boobs you feel you have to show off. outfits and tight pants instead of you see her pussy from behind.
I don't know if you could see Jackie's vagina.
Wow, is that what Nelson?
Nice.
Carter's bath towels smell like. I don't want to give it away, Anthony. They're doing a little real life stuff here.
Carter's bath towels.
Cum, shit, and blood.
I don't want to give it away. This could get a little edgy for everybody. Watch out.
Ball bag, sweat, and Pampers.
Yeah, and tears from having to work with that unfunny hole. They smell salty, his towels, because he cries into them while he's shitting.
We all have smelly towels at home, but watch out for Carter's.
Watch out.
Watch out. You ready?
Yeah.
Jackie, why do all of my bath towels seem to smell like taco meat?
Taco meat. Watch out. That's crazy.
Taco meat. Taco meat.
Taco
It'd be great if she said because you're uncircumcised and you squeeze your famunda out like it's Aquafresh into your towel. Chimp dick.
I don't think she's going to have an answer like that, Jimmy. I have a feeling her answer's going to fall well short of yours.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Because you're unclipped. That's right.
Shit. Dick looks like the end of a cannoli.
And he gets nervous and sweats every time she tells a bad joke. So by the end of it, his cock is just swollen and full like a gangrene leg. He has to squeeze his fucking famunda out with both hands. He wrings it out. His smegma. Like he's choking someone in a cartoon.
That is so fucking disgusting.
I know.
What's wrong with taco meat?
You don't want your towels to smell like it.
Well, they can smell worse than that, though.
That's in the
If you're
kitchen.
gonna do the bit, do the bit.
My shirts stink.
Do the bit! Do the bit! Do the bit! Do the bit!
He got fired.
Suck my cock!
Yes.
Crawl back, suck my cock, and say you're sorry in that order.
Oh, that's the best one, man. Crawl
an
back,
order to it.
suck my cock, and say you're sorry in that order.
Like he'd come, she'd swallow it, and then have to say, I'm sorry.
That's after crawling and
Right.
sucking his dick.
Yes.
And then he comes in her mouth and she goes, I'm sorry.
Then comes the apology, right.
And he's like, all right.
People have requested Maxwell for Jocktober, and they don't realize that we can't do him.
Did he ever get rehired to her?
Not that I know of.
Oh, he was supposed to be a big star. What happened to him?
He got fired.
What about the other guy that shot his...
Oh, he's back on the radio.
Shannon
Burke.
Yeah,
Shannon Burke's back on the radio.
Yeah. Well, AM, one station.
I got to back any guy that handles a situation like that.
Shot his chick's dog. And
I got to support
her
any guy who takes care of business like that.
Accidental discharge.
Jackie, why do all of my bath towels seem to smell like taco meat?
Ew! What is wrong with you? That's disgusting. We are having the most disgusting morning of radio.
Well, maybe
right
I
now.
should...
No, not the most disgusting morning of radio.
Jimmy talking and describing why the towels smell like that. A little more disgusting than your
I
version.
do believe we're still numero uno in that category.
And I want to know why her fucking towels smell like Grecian formula and chicken wing sauce, hot wing sauce, watermelon rinds. What kind of pipe has she been taking?
Unemployment.
Why?
Because it smells like unemployment. What does that smell like?
I don't know what that smells.
I don't either.
The rent's too damn high.
Exactly.
Too damn
high.
Radio.
Well, maybe
right
I should back it up just a little bit. I do all the laundry at my house. I'm just that guy, and I know that it gets done properly. However, I have to start wondering about the laundry detergent and the fabric softener and all that stuff that I'm using
Towels still
because,
smell?
well, it's not that they smell when they come out of the wash, but I like to try to recycle them. I like to get like one or two uses, so I'm not doing.
use them
I've
a
got
day
a
or two.
family of 5, you know.
I don't think that's abnormal. I'm pretty sure everyone uses a towel more than once.
But the second time I take a shower and I pull that thing in there to dry up, it's like, what is the deal? I mean, it just smells
Ew.
like mildew and taco
you need
meat.
some new. You need taco meat.
stink.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, he apparently has BO or something.
He does the laundry because his wife's an invalid, and she lays down on her side and he puts flowers in her mouth so she doesn't embarrass the family when people come over. It's like a big vase.
I
family of 5.
haven't had any experience with smelly towels, especially after just 2 uses or something like that.
Well,
Sam.
how often?
Sam, anyone?
How often do you?
I'd like to just to elaborate on this topic a little bit. It's a good one. It's a good one.
How often do you do your laundry?
I don't do my laundry.
What?
I have people that do it.
Oh,
yeah.
Me too. My mom.
Bobby in the house.
Can I tell you, after we fuck, so many times we use the towel to wipe the cum off her back and ass, and I throw it on the floor.
Off her back and ass.
Yeah.
And how many times the fucking housekeeper comes and has to find that fucking solid towel.
The cum towel.
Yeah.
You gotta try
It's
to
like
put
a tree fort.
her back and ass.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's right. Fucking arc.
You're not like a nice guy that goes to the bathroom to clean up a little bit and then comes back with a warm washcloth and wipes the back and ass or anything like that.
A warm washcloth?
Yeah, you run it
gotta-
under warm
you
water.
gotta
and stuff.
She's literally, if I had my way, I would wipe my dick with a sock, turn it inside out, and go, here, bitch.
Anthony's a gentleman. He uses a
I'm
warm.
trying to be a gentleman when wiping my
washcloth.
jism off of a girl.
Sorry, for you, it's a DNA cleanup. You have to. You don't use alcohol and
I use
scrub.
bleach. Yeah, you don't use bleach and fucking
You don't
Bring out the
boiling
Brillo
water.
pads.
You don't wash her and lie? No, I don't.
No, that's your thing.
This is a different towel break. We're not talking. This is not the towel break that
This is disgusting.
We're
This
trying
is
to-
the most disgusting break ever.
But my towels don't smell like taco meat. I wonder.
Or
I mean,
cum? Do you get cumsies on your towels?
No. Or
You ever use them? What do you and the girl use to clean up with?
paper towel.
Oh, like Bounty
Instead of
Disposable.
tissues.
Tissues.
Yeah.
She makes him come into a brawny. That's what they do for sex. He just smells her feet and jerks off into a brawny towel.
And then his mom saves them all in the cupboard.
That's not true.
Bobby has a cum cupboard.
This is one of Sammy's flu comes.
Might notice the yellow discharge in it.
Can we call Bobby today to see if she's doing that?
Well, I mean, yeah, sure, but I mean that's a very disrespectful question to ask. She's obviously not
All right,
doing
let's
that.
finish up Jocktober.
Saved in a cum cupboard.
One more track. Carter and Jackie do a freaking. You wrote that, Sam.
Yes, I did.
A freaking crazy stunt.
Yeah, it's like
Stunt.
I'm listening to the show, and while it's happening, I go, "This isn't going to happen. This is freaking crazy."
Now, wait a minute. Quickly. This is from the same show, right? This is
Yeah.
all from one show?
Yes,
We got captivating conversation.
correct.
We had a phone topic.
Phone topic.
We had a produced bit.
Boom.
And now we're going to go with a stunt.
A freaking crazy stunt.
This is
A perfect show.
a perfect show, right?
It's the
A
greatest
perfect
show ever.
A perfect show.
This is a perfect show.
Wow.
Yeah, perfect.
Wow.
Well, it's almost perfect. It's not quite the Opie and Anthony show.
Ah.
Towels.
Now, I believe in
Towels.
replacing my towels once they become frayed and old and stuff, but if I'm washing them regularly, why would they...
It's like a chair. The bottom of a chair, your butt is constantly on it. So it's
I've
gonna
never sniffed the seat of my chair,
Smell
if that's
your
what you're
chair.
getting at.
Sniff
Not
your
your own
chair.
chair, you
Okay,
smell, idiot. It's everyone else's. That's the beauty of chair sniffing. Have to teach this guy to smell chairs. Why would you smell your own chair? That's my dream, is to live next door to a fucking an ex-model in a wheelchair, so I can smell her chair all the time.
If my chair,
Smell
if that's
your
what you're
chair.
getting at.
Sniff your chair.
Okay, hold on, I'll do it right now.
Whoa!
Hold on, keep talking so that no one's
I will.
bored.
You check. Yeah, you smell the seat of your chair.
Talking so
Oh, hold on, wait a
bored?
minute.
Wait a minute. You made an error there.
Radio guys don't understand that sometimes you gotta just fucking hang out, man. You don't have
No.
to fill up the airwaves
Keep
with words all
talking.
the
Keep
time.
talking.
But this talk has been so exciting. They're
Yeah,
worried
yeah.
that somebody's going to get bored if any of the
Someone will get
talking
bored.
stops.
Chair.
Oh, hold on, wait a minute. This isn't just my chair. This is not just my chair.
Yeah, you
Okay,
got two other people
never
that sit in
mind.
that chair every day, and you just put your face on it.
I
and
should
smell
not
it.
have done that.
I know. I was going to remind you not to do that, but you hopped off the chair. Yeah. So like it's
When they get going.
That was a
Watch
stunt.
out.
That was like,
Watch
but he
out.
never smelt it.
No, but his face was near it. And did you hear the part?
Yeah.
There are two other people that sit in
Two
that
other
chair.
people sit in that chair.
It's not just him.
No.
I'll burn the goddamn house down. But blow me first.
Mel, don't burn anything down.
Well, he gets very uptight when he listens to these morning shows.
I know. I don't know why he's so stressed. This is supposed to be an easy.
Give me a fucking bat in the side of the head.
No,
now he's
whoa.
talking to you,
All right,
Sam.
sorry,
Watch
Mel.
out.
I'm sorry.
Watch out.
I'm sorry. This is just some of the fun of Jocktober.
Are we done?
Yeah.
If you want, I mean, we could keep.
Yeah.
You guys seem like you're upset again.
It's just shit every fucking day with this Jocktober.
Oh.
Suck-ass radio with dumb holes and castrated men.
I was hoping this show would get a golden ticket.
Yeah,
that worked out well. What did we give out? One
to run it fast.
Yeah.
All right, why don't we see? We just
go home.
We're just down.
Now you don't want to do a show anymore.
Well, look at the good news right there.
His
so.
Highness. Call him His Highness.
His Highness is here. Ian Halperin.
Yes.
Ian Halperin.
His Highness Hollywood himself, who will be doing a bet-in today and will be changing the world when he gets the Constitution amended, as only Canadian-born Ian Halperin can do.
Yeah, how does that work?
Whoa,
Yeah.
But why, Sam?
Huh?
You forgot to mention the book.
The Governator? Finally, the world gets to know about Arnold Schwarzenegger. And let me tell you something about this book. What?
You just pronounce his last name a little differently than most people.
Try to pronounce it slowly. Maybe that's the problem.
Arnold
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger.
Well, got a little closer that time.
A little bit.
Yeah, but the first time he just said it.
But he said that he can't get booked on other shows.
Right.
Why?
Because Arnold Schwarzenegger's people are so worried.
Are
They're
you doing
worried
that on purpose?
About this book coming out. No. That's how
They're
his name
worried
is
about this
pronounced.
book coming out? Is it a tell-all?
Yes, because
Do tell.
it highlights Arnold Schwarzenegger's womanizing ways.
Oh, wow, this is groundbreaking. We've never heard the fact that Arnold groped women and had sex with women.
I've heard
Yeah.
that Arnold makes
Arnold
Tiger
who?
Schwarzenegger
Uh-huh.
makes Tiger Woods look like the Virgin Mary.
Any comments, anybody? No.
Wow.
Hey, Scorch, I didn't know you.
Yeah.
Well, he just wants to be part of the show today.
What happened?
Wow.
That's the best. What happened?
Hey, there he is.
What do you do for a living, character?
Is that Arnold Schwartz?
That's not Arnold
Somebody
Schwarzenegger.
photoshopped a picture of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he really does look like an African gentleman.
He's not African.
No.
He's Austrian.
Not with the last name like what?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, not with that last name.
There's an E in there.
All right.
Yeah, we know.
Can we go to
After
break?
the end.
Can we go to break so we get Ian in here? And then after Ian,
His Highness.
Sam is doing a little show and tell today.
I guess
his
so.
mommy, Bobby there, put a bunch of things together for us to check
Oh, you
out.
want to
Stuff
show
his
me
mommy.
everything, but you're not telling me nothing. Oh! Show and tell. Just hair.
It's pretty good.
Great impression.
That's really good.
Yeah, you
Oh,
know.
my
it's-
God.
He does these impersonations. I swear, you would think it was the real people.
Do the bit.
Can I go to a break with a jingle over here? I go jingle today.
The Opie and Anthony Show on the Virus. Sirius XM.
This one's for you, Ian. Canada's own Rush for Ian Halpern. Woo! And Jimmy and Anthony have left the studio in protest, sir. In protest, they left the studio. They don't want to be part of this interview. Oh, they're back. We're playing Rush for Ian Halperin.
Neil Peart, the greatest drummer.
Yes.
Let's
rock
slow
and
down a
roll.
little bit with that.
They're not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Isn't that silly?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Terrible.
Oh, they're Canadian.
That one is ridiculous, though.
Oh.
The Rush thing is just completely ridiculous at this point, that they're not in the Hall of Fame.
Creative guys, very original sounding.
Know how to play their instruments.
Amazing.
Right, Ian? Unlike yourself.
Absolutely. You know, Neil Peart, he lost his wife, his daughter in the same year.
Yeah.
Completely changed his life, wrote a book about it.
Well, he drove around America on a motorcycle,
That's right. That's right.
And then he had some cancer, too.
Yeah, he's been through it all, and he's still standing.
I thought that was a rumor.
The cancer part? Nah, man. I think he
Wasn't
had
that always a rumor that he had cancer or something?
maybe it was bad acne. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
It was either cancer or bad acne.
I don't know.
Ian, where's your horn? You promised us the next time you come to New York. I know you got a busy day, but you said you would bring the horn.
The horn's in the zipper today, and you don't want to see that because it got a big workout last night.
the
horn. No, really. My buddy
I
Fleas.
get it.
My buddy Fleas is here today. When you walked into my hotel, was His Highness single?
Oh, how about you talking to a Mike Flake?
No,
What
really.
was the- what
He
was the-
walked
what
into
was the
my
gentleman's
hotel
name?
10 to 7, and I am with a Wall Street chick who was just smoking hot. I met her in Miami. You know, I roll into town. Everyone looks miserable in this fucking town except me, man. I'm the only guy smiling this morning. Let me tell you something. Schwartzy is trying to stop my book. It's not going to happen, and I'm pleading with O&A listeners. I call it O&A and J, by the way, because I love this guy over here.
Of course.
I call it J and O&A, but...
and I have bought the copyright to that name, so technically I'm the owner of the O&A and J show. But they're trying to stop my book, and they think I'm just going to take it. Look, I've made my money. His Highness, when he comes out with a book, you know, I'm getting O&A and J type money here. I could just chill out on a beach now, have 4 fucking chicks
Robert Moses
sucking my cock all day, and they could lose. HarperCollins, they don't know how to sell a book. So they could lose all their money. They don't care. Rupert Murdoch has deep pockets, but it's my reputation. When His Highness steps up to the plate, I like to hit it out of the park. I don't have to be here today in New York fucking City trying to make money back on my book. I've been paid on this motherfucking thing, and it's the best book. If anyone finds one fucking error in this book, I will climb the highest mountain in Austria naked and jump to my death.
Wow.
I'm telling you that right now.
God, I hope there's an error.
Now, Schwartzy is trying to stop my motherfucking book.
Now, why is he trying to stop it?
Do you like the cover,
The
Anthony?
cover is the Governator. It, your name is very, very prominent
original.
at the bottom.
I'm bigger than the title.
Yeah,
what's
you
that
pretty
about,
much
Ian?
are. Your name is prominently displayed on the front and the back cover.
And the back is the other half of his face.
Now, why would he try to stop this book? What is in here? Some highlights. You don't have to give a book away. You know, I want people to buy it. But a few little highlights, a few little teasers. What's in there that he is so upset about?
Well, it's all about the politics, and it's all about him having gay sugar daddies. I say that in the book.
What?
Like, fuck the sex. Finding Schwartzy, a woman to talk about Schwartzy getting his dick sucked and all
Easy,
that.
right?
It's like finding snow in Montreal in winter. It's,
Piece of cake. Right,
you know,
right.
But I talk about the gay sugar daddies. That's what's got
Now,
him
what
nervous.
is this gay sugar daddy business? I haven't heard of this. Now, this is captivating, intriguing.
And it's about the politics, too, about his real
Fuck
politics.
the politics.
His real politics.
When
Now-
Schwartzy was coming up,
Yeah.
and first of all, I got to say, this book was a bit hard on me because my dad is a Holocaust survivor, and I trekked to Austria undercover here. And my dad hid in a cave for 7 years. This is no joke, Anthony.
My great-grandfather died in a concentration camp, too.
All right. So, see, we have,
fell out of the tower.
We have 2 things in common now. Jill Nicolini
Why
and
would he
our
listen
family
to the
being wiped out.
Fucking joke.
I used the old joke.
You didn't even hear the old joke.
I heard
Yes,
the old
he
joke.
did, of
I heard the
course.
old
All right.
You gotta love that one.
You know,
what
I'm just trying to
happened?
cover up for him today.
What happened in Austria when you were
Well, I
undercover?
got laid. You know, the Jew fucked a lot of Austrians, and you know, I gave one back for the
Trying
survivors.
to get it back, right?
And you know,
Give it back to the community.
But Schwartzy has a lot of Nazis in his family. And it wasn't pleasant. I'm watching Spitzer on the screen now, man. This guy's a dud.
That's
like,
not
what the
Spitzer.
fuck is going on?
That's not Spitzer.
No, he was just, he's up on your screen there.
He is a dud, though. His TV show.
This is the worst show. I told you guys.
All right, well, you talk.
O&A should be 8 o'clock on CNN, followed by His Highness. King is dead, and then we'll let Cooper,
they
the
gave it
Poofter
to,
Cooper do his thing.
Any books coming out on Anderson Cooper?
Well,
you thinking about that?
here's the challenge for O&A listeners. Okay, right now the book is tanking. My first book, I've written 15 books. This one, it comes out. You know, I'm used to going on Today's Show. I always flirt with Meredith. She likes me, Meredith. I'm used to going on Anderson, every motherfucking show. Here's my first interview, and this is the way it's going to go, and I'm honored. And
shit.
first off, I thank you guys
Oh, so
for
the
having
only
the
reason you're
balls.
talking to us is because everyone else said no to you.
No, I always talk to you guys anyhow.
I know, after you talk to everybody else.
I would rather do this show than Diane Sawyer, than Matt Lauer, because all those people, I think they're wax figures at Madame Tussauds anyhow. They're stiffs.
Now,
This
do you
show's
think
real.
they're scared to?
They're scared because it's
Have
not
this
only
book on?
Schwartzy, it's Maria's camp has phoned all the media. Don't have them on. We don't want the kids knowing about the gay sugar daddies. We have 4 children here.
Gay sugar daddies.
Yeah,
I
where's
never
the,
heard this allegation.
You should have that in the jacket here.
That should
Well,
be the
if it
title
would
of
have been
your
in the
book.
jacket, we would have. They tried to shut down the book. See, you don't realize His Highness has done exposés on the Church of Scientology,
Of course.
on Kurt Cobain, on Jackson. No one stops His Highness.
Right.
And they thought they'd stop the book, and the book is out in stores at
That's
least.
not
I
gonna
got that
happen.
hurdle. Now, here's the.
But it's not doing well, sir.
You know, the book's
you gotta be able
right
to
now.
promote
The
it.
book is tanking, but here's what I'm asking O&A listeners.
Okay.
Go to Amazon. If O&A could take this to the top 10 on Amazon within the next 48 hours, I will come on this show and any motherfucking subject that the listeners want me to do next. If they want an expose on Howard Stern, who's a good friend of mine, I'll do it. You guys get to choose the next expose. But I want O&A to get behind this book. Just buy the motherfucking thing on Amazon. Let's not let Schwartzy stop it.
Read it.
This right now is the Nazi against the Jew.
Did your good friend Howard book you for this book?
No, Howard won't have me on. And
weird.
Howard usually has me on 90 minutes at a shot.
Let me ask you.
I'm the only guy to ever dance with Howard. They're ignoring me. I mean, something is happening here, and I respect Howard, but, you know...
Jews of a feather.
Yeah.
Is it possible that this book isn't doing well? Because, look, everyone, first of all, you probably do. You had hit after hit. Everyone has one fucking bad one, but it could be the timing, too.
This is my best book. I'm not going to let it
No,
down.
I mean one bad sales book.
Yeah.
But isn't it possible that because he's leaving office or he's almost done, people are losing interest? Almost like when Will Ferrell did the Bush thing after Bush was out already. It was harder to get behind it because the time of it was.
So you're right, Norm, but I'll tell you one thing. Here's the hook on this book.
Right, Norton.
His next move, and I say this clearly, this is what the book's about. He intends to get the Constitution amended. Whatever Schwartzy touches, it works. I mean, the guy, I've never seen an actor with more scathing reviews in Hollywood when he started his career. He knows how to get to the finish line. And he wants to amend the Constitution, make a run for president in 2016 with Bloomberg as vice. He's calling it the Dream Team, the financial Dream Team. And Today I'm starting a bet in New York City. I'm inviting every hooker in New York to come to the Warwick Hotel. I'm going to be in bed in the Rock. And I'm doing a 48-hour fast. And
why only 48 hours?
You know, I don't want to start looking like I'm in a concentration camp and then come on this show.
Could you take E-Rock with you?
Hey, your book's ranked pretty good, though, Ian. So
where are we today?
Well, let me see.
Where are we?
97,039.
Oh, wow.
Well, we started at
What happened?
How long
we
has it been out?
started at hold on. We started at 500,000 48 hours ago.
Okay,
so
you're
someone
moving up
bought
a
a
little
book.
Well, now we have to.
But O&A
get in the
listeners,
top 10
we
in
got to
48
get me
hours.
top 10.
Oh, okay, that'll happen.
I will write the next book about any subject this audience wants me to. This is my only shot. I really need your guys' support.
Well, you're not
right
really
now.
selling the book, though. The gay sugar daddies. What else is in this book?
Maria Shriver, virgin when they got married.
Oh, really?
What?
He dated her for 8 years. You know, this is a staunch Catholic. She wanted to go down pure, 100% pure.
How would you find something like that
And this
out?
is what you're asking me, dude. You're the guy who questioned me about Reggie fucking Bush. You grilled my Batesum on this show. I told you you'll lose the fucking Heisman. I told you there's a fucking Tiger Woods tape out there. You guys.
Whoa. The
I
Tiger
love
Woods
you
tape
guys.
is fake.
It's not fake. It's not fake. There's a tape.
Controversy.
There's a tape out there.
But the actor, well, they call him an actor,
No,
was
I'm telling you, there
a
is-
Philadelphia boxer.
No, I'm not talking about that tape. To
There's
this
another
day,
tape.
I'm telling you, there's a sex
That's a
tape
red
that will
herring.
come out. Did Reggie Bush? I mean, does he still have the Heisman on his mantle?
I think he started the Tiger Woods tape.
That's it.
No, he does not. He gave it back.
Tiger Woods and Reggie banging the Kardashian sisters.
There it is.
yeah?
There it is.
Yeah, I
Ian.
think
sex
that's the
tape is a
next book.
fake. So.
Oh,
I'm not talking about this.
But now
sex
you're going
tape.
on record again and saying there's an actual sex tape out there.
There is a tape out there.
All right.
And
Well, yeah,
I
just-
maintain that.
It says the Tiger Woods sex tape is a fake. It should say this Tiger Woods
Right.
sex tape
Absolutely,
is a fake.
because they're ignoring my plea. But eventually, it will come out. It took a long time for the Reggie Bush shit to come out, and
Oh, yeah, sure.
you know, he doesn't have that in his trophy case anymore. But let's get back to Schwartzy. Has he
Yes.
ever been on the show?
Yes.
Yeah, many times.
All right. And what's your impression?
We like him.
He's a good guy. It's
Really
very
good guy.
fair, this book. I'm endorsing the guy to
like
become
his,
president.
I like his relatives from the homeland.
Oh, yeah? You like him? They wiped out my people.
I didn't say that. I meant his other relatives.
Oh, the Kennedys?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. I'm you know.
Wouldn't talk about the Nazis.
I interviewed some Kennedys.
How deep into the Nazi party were the Schwarzeneggers?
Was Gustav, he was a member, a big admirer of Adolf. indirectly responsible for the extermination of about 12,000 Jews.
Now, how would he indirectly be responsible for that?
Because he was pretty high up and he gave the orders.
Oh, was he in the SS?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay. So some of Governor Schwarzenegger's relatives
and Governor Schwartzy. I mean, seriously, I love Schwartzy, but you know, he photos of him giving the Hitler salute, using the N-word. Now he becomes governor. Let's get David Duke in there
Nazi?
too. No, he's sympathetic to the Jews. He's not a Nazi. Schwarzenegger's not a Nazi. No way.
Can I ask you about the bed-in?
Yes.
Is the media going to show up, or are you going to be just in a closed hotel room?
Well, whatever happens, I'm going to be, getting my rocks off because I'm having the top,
Will you allow
all hookers? Everyone's invited.
Will you allow our people in there, sir?
Absolutely.
All right. Well,
this is like John and Yoko.
In there.
I'm in Montreal,
Hopefully
my
it's like
hometown
John
in
in front of the
69.
Dakota.
You never know. But His Highness is bulletproof.
Yes,
I could take more than
Your
John.
Highness, if you kill yourself, the book will be #1 because of the fascination of your last project.
Well, hey,
you want to take your life today, sir?
Look,
wow, Arnold's got a big piece.
I'll go head to head.
Did you study the big piece that Arnold has? And that's probably with steroids, sir.
Yeah, well, His Highness ain't on steroids, and I make him look like, the dwarfs. There's no comparison here. But look, Schwartzy, I mean, this guy got pussy more than anyone in Hollywood.
But what about the gay sugar daddies?
Well, the gay sugar daddies financed Arnold in the early part of his career.
What'd they get in return?
That we don't know. I don't say. But numerous. One was a billionaire.
Google it.
He was obsessed. Yeah, Google that one.
Yeah.
He was a billionaire, and he was obsessed with the body of Schwarzenegger. And Arnold used him. They were inseparable because the bodybuilders needed money to go on tour. They make $200 a week. These guys. I have a lot of photos in there.
Any photos of the sugar daddies?
No, but I went undercover in the Republican Party.
Really?
I infiltrated here.
Can I see the pictures?
Don't you just have to register?
Well, no, I went to the party.
Oh, okay.
He's not a Republican.
No,
my favorite line from Schwarzenegger in this book is he says he loves George Sr. and Barbara, but Jr. he despises, and he has no idea how George and Barbara gave birth to such an idiot, quote unquote.
Such an idiot. Really?
Well, that's good.
Everybody does it.
Yeah, but this isn't.
I'm the governor.
Oh. See, pretty good, right?
See, everyone does it.
I do good impressions.
Everyone does it.
I'm going to be back. I do good impressions.
Isn't that good, Ian? Good stuff, right? Hey, what's your friend about over there?
Fleas? He used to work for Eddie Murphy. He has some wild stories.
Oh, yeah?
He used to work for Eddie Murphy.
Eddie.
When Eddie tried to have his music career, which failed.
Yeah, come on. Failed.
He had one
You
hit.
might say failed.
He had a hit.
Party all the time. Come on.
After he had Party All the Time, he wanted to be a big rock star after that. He put his big company together and tried to be a real rock star and a real musician.
Huh? Didn't work.
What was the second album called? Did he do only just did one?
No, he did the second album.
What was it called?
I don't even remember. And
it's called A Piece of Shit.
Piece of shit.
They just knew.
What about the trannies, sir?
I don't know. No, I used to go bowling with
All right.
every Wednesday night, and there used to be beautiful women. Every Wednesday I had a different hot chick that he'd get behind, show him how to bowl like that. And
fascinating.
She was a womanizer, and he had a very short temper.
All right, so Eddie Murphy sang and bowled.
Yeah,
and
with beautiful women, and fucked.
And fucked.
Where are you from, sir?
Montreal. Also,
Montreal.
Originally.
Okay. Yeah, you got a little more of an accent.
He has some good Joe Jackson stories.
Joe Jackson?
You sure? Because the Eddie Murphy ones were just terrific.
How do you top those? Joe Jackson played badminton, but I don't want to get into details.
What has he got in Joe Jackson? I'll go with this one, Ian. What do you got in Joe Jackson?
Joe Jackson, he fucked us once because we were doing this album with Eddie Murphy, and the album was about to come out, and like a week before, we get a phone call from Joe Jackson, and he says, we need a little side deal cut, otherwise everything falls apart. And we had to give Joe Jackson a side cut apart from his son's thing. And he was a Shylock, and he screwed his son.
Oh.
And you saw that based on his book and whatever.
Yes.
But
You know what I heard, too? I heard Elton John plays Zim Zam.
Zim Zam.
Hey, Your Highness, you got any predictions? Anything going on out there in the celebrity world?
You know,
what do you got? What do you got?
I'm just predicting this book will get a bit better than 97,000 on Amazon.
Oh, yeah,
well, you came to the right place.
You know, I need everyone's support.
Right,
I'm not kidding. The next book.
Could this be your last book if this doesn't do well?
No, because they all want me. I mean, I get publishers calling me every week to do something, but I'm very picky. But I want to just let the people speak on the next book. And again, if they could take this into the top 10 on Amazon, the next book is the O&A and J audience's choice. Because I'm not gonna look. I could sit down and play dead here again and have 4 chicks sucking my cock all day with the money they paid me.
But you know what?
But
why?
Why?
Right?
Yeah. I'd rather be looking at you guys this morning. Right?
Because it's boring.
We got Seth in Boston. He wants to back you up, sir. We're going to sell books right now. Go ahead, Seth.
As much as Ian drives me bananas, I have to back him up on one thing about his Arnold claim. A guy that used to own a gym that I went to, he went IFBB Pro back in the early 80s. And one of the reasons he dropped out was he was told when he went to California that a lot of the gays controlled the major steroid market. And they controlled a lot of the best stuff. So a lot of guys would be asked to do posing, private poses. Some guys would actually be asked to do other things.
Really?
If you wanted some of the best stuff on the market, you had to play to pay.
And let me tell you something. In the book, I say Arnold, he not only took the steroids, he also dealt the steroids. He was a shrewd business person from the get-go.
No wonder they're trying to stop this book.
The gays controlled the steroids.
Who knew that?
Yeah.
Who knew the gays controlled the steroids?
When he told me.
All right. Thank you for your call.
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger posed nude for homoerotic photographer Robert Mapplethorpe. Is that true?
Yeah.
And at least 3 times in the 70s, and he appeared naked in a 22 photo spread in the now defunct gay rag After Dark.
Yeah, look at Schwartzy today. This is a recent photo of him. Would you like to see him naked in this condition?
He's not that bad. He's a little heavier, but he's an older gentleman.
How old is the gentleman these days?
Looks like a prune. He's 63.
63.
I say
he looks good for 63, sir.
I say he's going to make a run in 216 for Prez after His Highness helps him get the Constitution amended. Because I find the Constitution discriminatory. It's the only thing. You come over here, you work your whole life, you can do anything, but you can't run for Prez because it's against the foreign born here. And
that's the whole deal.
Well,
that's the whole deal, Wade.
Hey, Wade, that's my deal.
Oh, that's
it's one of those like it's the Constitution. It says you don't want any. I guess they didn't want any outside influence coming in and getting the presidency, getting that much power.
Right.
That's right. But we're going to change that because
why? We don't want to change.
Has Obama changed that?
Oh, please, him and that birth certificate story.
What's your take, Anthony? Was he born here?
I would love to say no, but I think he was born in Hawaii. I've seen I've seen a lot of things that kind of point in that direction. I've seen no proof that he was born in Indonesia. But
so if Schwartzy gets it amended, if he runs in 216, he will be 69. The same age his hero Ronald Reagan became pres.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think.
Whoa.
It's Ollie North.
Wow. That's good, Ian. You got to admit.
Let me ask, are there any chicks out there who want to go to bed with His Highness the next couple of days, be on TV? Call in. I'll have you at the hotel.
All right, let me say hi to John in Philly. Not a chick, but he's got something for you, Ian. John.
Hello, Your Highness.
Hey, John, how you doing this morning?
Not bad, but I have a question.
First of all, how's Philly? What's going on over there? How's the hose on Broad Street? When was the last time you got laid?
A few days ago.
A few days ago. What was her name?
Huh?
What was her name?
I'm not going to give out.
Don't worry, she's not listening, man. I won't tell anyone.
Well, you're writing a book about me next.
Did she lick your crack?
So, what about that mystery virus, His Highness? Wiping out Hollywood the last time you were on?
Well, actually, that mystery virus became true. The Indian flu, they called it, now spread all over the place.
I thought it was the whooping cough.
The whooping cough. Well, it was something like that, but it turned out to be Indian flu.
That's what we have to worry about this year?
Yeah, absolutely, and it's spreading like wildfire. Did you catch it, Philly?
But it's not wiping people out. It's just making
it's
killing
a few days
people.
Of work. Some people have died over this, and it's spreading.
Yeah.
And that's what's coming to America next.
Oh, that's good news.
You have a good memory, Philly. Next time I come to Philly, I'm going to bang all your girlfriends.
Oh,
and then you'll get His Highness's leftovers. You want some His Highness leftovers?
We got a big fan on the line, Ian. Vinny from Brooklyn. Vinny.
I love the name Vinny. How you doing, Vinny?
You remember me?
Vinny, what's going on?
How are you? But you still
Vinny.
What happened?
Mach the Leben, Vinny.
How you doing, O&A? Listen.
Yeah.
Your book, is it what's the deal with you? You're always on the show. You always talk out of your ass. You don't know what you're talking about. Now it's the Indian flu.
How dare you? How dare you,
Vinny,
sir?
Vinny.
Yeah. Listen,
I feel bad for you. I don't want to insult someone with AIDS, but, you know.
Said you have AIDS, dude.
I have AIDS, dude, and yeah, really.
He said you have AIDS.
Come on, Brooklyn, represent. He just said you have AIDS.
But if I see you outside the studio, Vinny, I'm going to bop you.
Oh, shit.
How are you going to bop me? What are you going to bop me with?
Because, seriously, I challenged Schwarzenegger to go toe-to-toe with me. I said I'd rent out Madison Square Garden. Let's settle this mano-mano. But since he's declining...
Him in camel clutch and fuck him in the ass.
You know why he didn't get Madison Square Garden at?
Well,
rent too damn hot.
Too damn hot. Too damn
Let me ask you a question.
Vinny, stop banging chicks. At least have an AIDS card on you and, you know, disclose. I won't tell anyone, Vinny.
Full disclosure.
Is there a such thing?
I don't know if you have an AIDS card.
Yeah.
Don't leave home without it. Don't leave homo without it.
Vinny, are you coming to the bed-in? And you're going to watch His Highness bang New York's finest hose?
You're uglier than sin. How the hell are you going to bang all the
Oh,
hoes?
shit.
Oh, boy.
Vinny, I'm not even going to respond to that.
A couple of months ago, Anthony was talking about the Holocaust and everything. As I said to you last time,
yes.
You should have been burnt in the fucking Holocaust.
Oh, now,
I was.
sir.
I was.
You were?
Absolutely. My whole family was burned there. That's the same as burning His Highness. It's like if Sirius wouldn't have renewed this contract for this show, I take it personally. I would have done something. I would have done another protest because I love this show.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. And on the next contract, I'm going to negotiate directly with Mel because obviously you guys didn't have the right people. This went down to the 12th hour here.
12th.
No talking about it now.
Now, the guys with the two hottest chicks in this room's obviously Jim and myself because I've met Jim's girlfriend, man, and wow. I mean, she is smoking.
Hope's got quite a lady, too.
You better say that with all due respect, sir.
Well, look, with all due respect to Anthony...
I just mean all due respect to Jimmy. His girl is lovely.
Yes.
But she's also a very funny, nice person.
Absolutely.
Oh, and you can compliment her however you want. That tall vagina that Jim walks around with apparently has a head and feet. I didn't notice. I don't mind.
Now, that night I met Jim, he took me backstage, and he stole the show. This was in Montreal.
Thank you.
The place went nuts. The other ones were good, but it's like, when A-Rod comes to bat or Mario Mendoza. There's no comparison here.
Use a different example after last night's Yankee game.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll get laid tonight with Cameron Diaz. He'll step up.
Yeah.
But anyhow, the sad thing is, and I felt bad, and I followed Jim on Twitter, was we were backstage with Greg.
Giraldo.
Yeah, and that was sad.
Yes.
What happened?
It was.
What happened there? Are you working on an expose already?
No, hey, whatever you guys want.
What's
bring
the
this
temperature got to be of the body before
10.
you start fucking writing?
Bring this to top 10. I'll write on whatever. If you want me to do a whole book on the size of Opie's dick, I'll do it. Whatever you guys want.
I'd love to read that.
Oh. Hey, and I'm helping you out. Another fan.
Writing short stories?
Jimmy in Staten Island. Jimmy.
That was a good one.
Come on, boys. Listen, Your Highness, self-proclaimed asshole. You're a shit-stirring Jew. I got to sit in fucking traffic and hear you ranting about your sexual prowess and shit. Shut the fuck up.
Wow.
Look, dude, first of all, get your left hand off your cock in your car. I know my voice is turning you on. You're so aroused. You just want to hear my voice. And you're about to fucking, you'll need the windshield wipers in about 10 seconds. But
I hope you get fucked in the ass by a tranny at your belly.
listen, you moron. don't get in an accident. Get that fucking hand off your dick, you fucking loser. You've been dying to hear my voice. I haven't been on this show in a few months because I've been working on this motherfucking book, slaving away, and now here it is. And all that you want to do is fucking get aroused in your Pinto while I'm here in New York on air.
His
You're
Highness.
a zero, you're a mooch, and goodbye.
That's too high.
He's gone. Fleece, does Ian do well with the ladies?
Actually, he does.
Yeah.
I'm surprised at that. But he
Oh!
does.
Why are you surprised
That's
at
a
that?
backhanded compliment.
That's a hell of
I've
a
known
friend
Ian-
right there.
I've known Ian for 20 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
How'd you guys meet?
And, you know, when
Get
I first met Ian, I used to
Was he
take...
judging the Michael Stipes lookalike contest?
He also looks like that other actor. Exactly. Exactly. That's all I got.
Love that guy.
He does do good with the
the bald
ladies.
guy with the glasses.
I
does
know who you're
drama.
talking about. I thought you meant the comedian guy.
Yul Brenner?
Costanza?
Yeah, you look just like him.
Yeah.
I've been
It's
told.
amazing. You've been told, huh?
No.
I want to hear the dirt on Ian.
Yeah,
Back in
okay, I
1988,
got some dirt on Ian.
Ian
Yeah.
played in television.
I got a lot of dirt on Ian.
You got a lot of dirt on Ian. More terrific stories coming right up.
I know. Apparently, Joe Jackson ran up the phone bill or something. Eddie Murphy was threw a lot of gutter balls, but then he'd blow the corn chips off his fingers on that air thing. And he rented his own shoes, but everybody thought that he owned the bowling shoes.
Right. Yeah.
Boy,
Yeah.
better
That
watch
was
it.
a rumor. Now it's confirmed.
What do you got on Ian Halpern? How'd you guys meet?
Yeah.
I used to. I worked in the music industry for a while, so I kind of represented Ian when he was first starting out 20 years ago.
Oh, as a musician?
Yeah,
But
What
who
was
you
he,
represent?
What was he doing? What kind of music was Ian
he
doing?
was doing stuff that's kind of ahead of a time. He'd go into this little club with his weird little keyboard thing and play
Like a
saxophone.
would you have a
and-
Moog synthesizer?
He could
all
smoke
of
like a
it.
little beatbox.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, I got to hear some
And
older
did I have
recordings.
hot dancers around me?
He had hot dancers. His hair was blue back then. You know,
Chippendales?
What's that?
No.
and everything Ian told me, I took with like 5 grains of salt. That I really didn't buy anything.
Yeah.
But
A lot of salt.
as his career has progressed, obviously he's gained more credibility with me.
Yeah. Oh, so you thought he was full of shit?
For a long time.
Yeah, we all did.
a long time.
It's weird. Ian kind of wins you over after a while. You're positive that he's completely full of shit, and then you realize, oh, he did write that book.
Yeah.
And he did have
is
this
something to
interview,
it.
and he was at this place.
As a music guy, who was your biggest artist?
Lou Reed. You mean who did I represent or who do I love?
Represent.
No, in height.
The Crash Test Dummies.
You were
Really?
Yeah, you were the guy.
Yeah, I discovered them. Me and my team discovered them back in BMG. Right, and you know what? Tell you about him.
Sounds like the real deal.
He was a nice guy, this guy Brad, with
Yeah.
the deep voice, and
Was
then
he?
then he became an asshole.
Fucking
And
dick,
so we
right?
dumped him, and now he just sits in a bar downtown and drinks, and his career's done.
Is that it?
And that's a fact.
God, what a life that
Downtown
would
Montreal.
No, here, New York, he lives.
be. Yeah.
They just
No one would sign him because he became an asshole.
we could hang out with the Crash Test Dummy guy right now.
We could right now.
What bar?
Down like in Canal Street somewhere. He's always there.
Just
Poor
always
guy.
just hanging out
Yeah.
drinking.
Sad.
That's so sad. Why don't you do a book on him? That'd be a short one.
Yeah, well, you know, the way it's going, I'll sell 4 copies on Governor and 2 on him.
He is depressed today.
Oh my God.
Dude, I'm not
This is a
depressed.
different
You know
Ian.
what?
Look,
It
it's a
really
different
is.
Ian.
It's a you have been humbled by the Camel Club.
I'm not
You are humbled. I've humbled you.
No, I equate me to, remember the ball player Henry Rodriguez, O. Henry? The Yankees signed him for a boatload of cash. I think he had 2 at-bats. Or when they signed Pascual Perez to a boatload of cash, he pitched 2 pitches.
Yeah.
That's where I am now. I got paid. I don't have to be here promoting. Harper
But it's
Collins
a
is
matter
asleep
of
at the wheel.
pride in your work.
Yeah, I
Ian,
like to-
I know
I like
you.
to hit home
You're very
runs.
competitive.
Yeah.
That's right.
And you can't just take the money and run. You want this to be successful.
Absolutely.
I think
Yes.
the betting's going to be very successful. What media is showing up?
Opie and Anthony?
Yeah, fucking primetime Sam Roberts is going to be in there taping for 18 shows.
USA Today?
You sure?
USA Today?
Gawker.com?
You sure?
They're all going to be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are Judith Regan.
You sure?
And I think, based on this book, because I went from Simon & Schuster to HarperCollins. That's like going from the Yankees to the Dodgers. I told the president, Anthony Zaccardi of Simon & Schuster, see, over at Simon & Schuster, I've had several books. I only deal with him. I don't think the guy's ever read a book. But I don't even deal with an editor there. They know when I come out with a book, they just get behind me. They know everything in the book is rock solid. And HarperCollins, it's a brand new team I'm playing with. I love the people there. The editor, Matthew Benjamin, best editor I've worked with. But there obviously Miss Judith Regan there. And Judith Regan's a great friend of mine because she knows how to sell a book better than anyone.
Yeah,
she knows how to look at a crack too. But
does she look at a crack?
We're very close. We have the same birthday.
So because of that, you got to lick each other's cracks.
Google that one, everyone. August 17th, Regan and Halbert.
Google it. All right, listen.
Judith is God.
All right, listen. You got a competition on the line. You're the Highness, and we got His Majesty on the line.
Yo, His Majesty.
You're in trouble.
Yo, His Majesty. What's going on today? How you doing? You still alive? You have a pulse?
Hey, I'm His Majesty, and I'm so famous. You can ask Comet, okay? Listen. I'm so famous, I don't have to go on the radio and beg women to suck my cock.
You attacking me or him?
How big, His Majesty, how big's your dick?
My dick is so big, you'd look at it and go, I have to do an undercover story about it.
Wow. That's pretty good. Your Highness.
When was the last time you squirted some love?
Well, the last time I squirted love, Your Majesty, Your Highness, you should know because His Majesty was behind you.
Oh, there you go.
He's implying he fucked you in the ass and came up your shitter.
See, all these guys are calling because everyone does say I have the sexiest voice in radio.
Yeah.
I didn't dub that, but anyhow, so all these guys, this is when all of your homo crowd comes out.
Exactly. They come out of the woodwork.
When I come on, because they're all getting their rocks off right now listening to me, and that's cool.
His Majesty,
I'm not homophobic.
His Majesty, you got anything on that?
Oh, I absolutely do. I would never get my rocks off to his voice. I'm so famous, I get my rocks off to my voice.
He's jerking off right now.
He's turning off to his own voice.
How's it feel, His Majesty?
He's gone.
He's gone. See,
we got Shiz. We got Shiz on the line.
Shiz. How are you? Shiz, where are Shiz? Where are you today?
I'm in Jersey.
Jersey, my condolences. But anyhow.
Oh, there you go. Take on the stage.
Listen, Shiz.
Well, listen, there's me. I got two other brothers. One in Jersey, one in Cleveland. We love the show.
Man, what a successful family we got here,
I'm an accountant.
Listen. Shiz, slow down a second, all right?
He really did.
He made fun of his family because of where they live.
Shiz, if you could fuck anyone right now, who would it be?
Well, he used to be Kim Basinger, but...
I like Basinger. Hold on a second, Shiz. See, we're on the same line here. Basinger is hot.
Oh,
smoking
dude,
hot. She's down and dirty. I would take her over Angie Jolie in their conditions today.
Angie Jolie? No way.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
100%. Angelina Jolie, those lips, I don't care what it is. She's not banging.
I don't like those.
I agree, man. She's one chick who puts out.
What info you got on Miley Cyrus?
Miley Cyrus?
Not you.
Anthony, I've been so busy covering this Schwartzy thing. I haven't followed anything.
You don't have any fucking dirt for us?
No
today?
dirt.
I'm just
dirt. Yeah, wait, I just wrote a 400-page book in like 90 days. And I'm like comatose today, and I'm going into bed.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is it about Arnie's politics?
He's not a Republican.
Okay,
and I say that clearly in the book.
What does that mean?
He's against the Republicans. He believes they've been sold out to the religious right extremists have hijacked the party.
So is he a liberal Democrat?
Yeah, and I infiltrate. Seriously, I went undercover in the Republican Party for weeks.
Yeah.
I got close to all the top people in California, and none of them said they would let him run on a Republican platform to become president. They hate him. They think he's...
That's like Bloomberg did that. He ran on a Republican ticket, and he's obviously
but they'll never let him run.
Close to Republican.
They're tired of Schwartzy. They think he's way too... They think he's more... Here's the quote. They think he's more liberal than the Clintons, Liberace, and Obama put together.
Wow.
That's a statement.
Holy shit. That's liberal.
I got breaking news, Ian.
Yes.
What is this?
And this is the God's honest truth. I wouldn't lie to you, right, sir?
Yes.
In the last 25 minutes, Ian's book went from 97,039 to 98,665.
Now, okay,
it's dropped
Wait,
Another...
that's place. That's not copy sold. That's what place the book is in?
It is now. It's dropped 1,626 places in the last 25
What, did people give their books back? What happened?
It updates, I think, slow.
No, it updates once an hour, every hour.
Is this true? Where's Travis? I mean, Travis is legit. Yeah. He just brought this in. What's going on with this book, Ian?
I mean,
people
you guys
should be
have
reading
to get
this.
behind this book, all the listeners, because I will come back on this show, and if they want me to,
you just drop another.
If you guys can bring it to top 10, I'll do an expose on Stern. I don't care. He's
We'll be
a good
lucky
friend
if
of mine.
we can get you within the first 50. I can't talk.
Ian, this book is scaring a lot of people.
It's not scaring me. I've been paid.
I think people need to read it.
I've
Something's
been
going on
paid.
with this book.
Yeah.
You know, somebody, he must have somebody has connections at Amazon. I find it hard to believe it's really 97,000 because I know.
That's crazy. It's 98 now, by the way.
Yeah, 98.
Yeah.
You know, something's fishy here, but I'm not going to back down. I'm going to take this.
No.
This is.
You want to talk to more of your fans?
I want to talk to some chicks.
All right, more fans.
I mean,
where are the girls?
We're waiting
girls,
for the
call
girls.
up for Ian,
yeah,
girls.
please.
Come on.
Where's the chicks
We
today?
need a couple girls to call in.
See,
But first, we got Rick in Texas. Rick.
Texas. What part of Texas you from?
Austin, Texas.
I love Austin. Nuno's on 6th. He's a good friend of mine. His wife's name Angie. When I go there, I see Pine Top Perkins. Have you heard of Pine Top Perkins? No, you shut the fuck up because I'm talking about Pine Top Perkins, one of the greatest musicians ever breathing. He's 94 years old. He still does 250 gigs a year. What the fuck have you done lately, you mooch?
Pine Top Perkins. You don't know Pine Top Perkins.
Give a Texas. Give a plug for the book.
Go ahead, Texas.
I won't interrupt you. Give a plug for the book.
I got a plug for the book as I'm standing behind it and I'm jerking off into it. There you go.
We got it when it bombed the first time.
What'd you do? What'd you say?
Don't even start with me.
Yeah, I'll plug it. I'm standing behind it.
Yeah.
And jerking off.
Hey, all right, we got to move on. I mean, the phones are lit, and everyone has some great observations and questions for His Highness. Rich in New Hampshire. Rich.
New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Yeah, my condolences, too. It's motherfucking cold in New Hampshire. What part of New Hampshire you from, Rye?
No, I'm Portsmouth.
Oh, my gosh. Have you lived there your whole life?
I have.
How are the chicks in Portsmouth?
They're wonderful.
Yeah, did they make you smile the first date?
Fucking right they do.
Yeah. When was the last time you got laid?
It's been about 2 years.
Jesus. Oh, my God.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. 2 years.
For New Hampshire. We're talking New Hampshire.
Yeah, okay, I forgot.
The ratio is 6 men per woman.
I forgot what
New Hampshire numbers, right?
Yeah, 6 to 1.
That's pretty impressive.
You should
for
be
New
laid
Hampshire.
by 2016 when Schwartzy makes a run for it.
The Governor.
Yeah, you'll
use
be
the name of your
singing somewhere over the
You
rainbow.
should use the name of the
Use
book.
the name of your book a lot.
Call him the
The
Governor.
Governor on Amazon.com. Here, I'm not going to plug it, but it's on Amazon.com. It's called The Governor.
Available,
Author
for
Ian
Kindle?
Halpern. Yeah, it's on Kindle.
Is it? Yeah. Available for
I don't care. Just buy the fucking book, throw it in your fire, give it to your friends, send it to Ben Laden. I couldn't give a shit. But just take it in the top 10 and I'll come on this show. Whatever you want me to write about, I'll write about.
Don't even read it.
That's
Fuck
a great
it.
way to sell it, Ian.
Yeah.
Buy it.
The winner is going to
Hoard
be
it.
cold.
Buy it
the
to
book.
look at my picture. I'm on the back cover.
Let's see.
Do I look
Oh, wow,
hard?
you look
Very
like an
pensive.
official.
Oh, very nice. Hey,
Wow, very official author picture.
Ian, Rich has a very legitimate question.
Yes, Rich.
Rich, go ahead.
Hey, Ian, how if you are so famous and how did you infiltrate the Republican Party without being noticed?
Hey, that's a very good question. You had to go deep undercover.
It's kind of a legitimate question.
Yeah, sure.
I'll
Ian's
tell
got
you
an
how.
answer.
What'd you do, Ian?
Because when there's chicks at the front door, there's nobody better than His Highness to infiltrate. I put on the charm, the sexy voice, a little poem, and the visions of light, long December night, hipster pants, magical mystery, prince the dance, and then I'm in. Schwartzy, in the book, the Governor,
Right.
he hit on a Hollywood producer twice. First time was outside a cigar bar at Shotzi's. This is in 2006, and he has a ring on his finger. And then a few months later at the Playboy Mansion, now this chick, this is no joke, it's in the book, I was banging the shit out of this chick for months.
Holy
He
shit!
couldn't
no way.
get even His Highness's leftovers, and this chick squirts. When she comes, I mean, you're talking the ceiling is getting hit with it. Have you ever been with a squirter?
No.
One.
Don't think I want it to be.
You've never been where the bed gets wet completely? You got to
Only when
change
you
the sheets.
thrust a knife
it
into
hits
their
the
jugular.
curtains. Opie, seriously, have you ever been with a chick where you need an umbrella?
It's pee.
It's pee.
It's pee?
It's just piss. They're pissing your bed.
Long
That's
night of
pretty much
drinking.
it.
What about Norton?
That's
Do you agree with that?
I've been with 2 in my life.
I get squirters. They squirt booze out of their mouth in the bed at night.
Right.
It's a little different.
No, but really, so I was banging the shit out of this producer.
Yeah, I've been with squirts.
You're terrible. Schwartzy couldn't even get my leftovers. Now, here's the deal. In the book, the producer was at Hef's mansion. In 206, she saw Schwarzenegger go into a private room with a Playboy bunny. He only came out 2 hours later. In this private room, Hef has cameras. Everything's on video.
So there's a sex tape somewhere?
Absolutely. And it's all in the book. The Governator. Amazon.com.
All right. By the way, Brocabulary, remember that book?
Sure.
Is at 97,000th place.
That was doing well for a long time.
We got to beat out.
Hold on. Is Norton ahead of me on Amazon?
Norton?
Yeah, good. Absolutely. You got to be lower than 90.
Happy endings.
Happy endings.
Happy endings is definitely higher than that, Jimmy. Has
Absolutely.
to be. Has to be.
Where's the women today? I'm here, and so
We're
far,
trying, Ian.
So far, I feel like I'm at a gay bar in Canal Street.
Speaking of that, we got Todd in Detroit. He's very mad at you. Todd.
Motown.
Todd.
Motown.
You're heinous. You're heinous.
Yes.
You're heinous.
Your whole fucking state is broke, and you're trying to insult me here. Get to work. Do you have a job?
I just read your book about Governor Schwarzenegger, and I was wondering, why do you have such a problem with the gays?
Oh, shit.
I don't have
Ian.
you
got a problem with the gays,
dude,
Ian?
What are you talking about, man? I'm the guy who went undercover in Scientology, posing. Don't interrupt me. Posing as an alleged gay actor. I've raised more about discrimination. I outed Travolta. I outed Cruz. And you're saying I have a problem with gays? I've raised more awareness about homophobia in Hollywood than the Pope.
Angry gay sex. That's all you're doing is trying to provoke a rape out of the gay community.
Are you gay?
Myself?
Because, first of all, I like the name Myra. Who are you named after in your family?
Not to interrupt, but Ian's friend has a scoop. Back in 1986, the bassist from Devo took square dance lessons. All right, sorry.
Thank you, Jimmy. Got to get that out there.
Yeah,
it's got a lot of good nuggets.
I was wondering.
What great grandmother were you named after?
What's her name?
Myra.
Yuck. It was my grandmother. Hey, fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Myra,
a man.
not a name I want to call out while spraying jizz.
Exactly.
Myra, are you coming to my bed in and you're going to spread your legs and
Myra.
get famous on TV? Do you want to be in bed with His Highness the next 2 days?
So much. No, but I would like to know
Yes.
if you knew that Schwarzenegger actually started out as a stage name.
Go on.
Do you know how he got the name?
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear
Well,
it.
I'm sure
Give me a scoop. Let's
you
go.
wrote the book. How did he get his name?
I want to hear from her.
That means you don't know.
Let me hear.
This is in the book.
I actually know how.
He had to write a lot.
Go ahead. I want to see if she knows. Go.
Wait, no, don't fall for his tricks, Myra.
Go ahead.
We got him.
Myra! Oh, Myra, I'm coming, Myra!
I want to try it.
Oh, hold on. What? Please ran to a mic,
Myra,
Jimmy.
I want to try it.
What'd you say?
We didn't hear you. The mic wasn't on.
Myra?
We heard you.
I want to try it.
Oh, Jesus.
That's terrific.
Myra.
You know what? I got to keep his mic on.
What are you wearing, Myra?
Of
I'm
dumbery.
sure that you know that Schwartz means black, right?
Yes, Schwarze, like Schwarze.
Exactly. But did you all know that nigger means cocksucker?
There you go. Listen. You know,
Is that in your book,
I
Ian?
don't want to use.
Is that in your book?
I don't want to use the N word. Arnold used to use it. I have fellow bodybuilders. Okay, Myra, hold on, Myra. First of all, are you dressed yet for work, or are you naked?
I'm actually off for the next 2 weeks.
So
and
what are you wearing right now? Just
I am
earrings?
wearing clothing.
Yeah, what are you wearing? Tell me what you're wearing. I asked you a question.
I'm not going to answer that.
Why?
Don't do it for me.
Are you just wearing nail polish? It's not me. It's about the listeners. I'm trying to
He knows how to do
visualize.
good radio.
My name is Myra.
That's right.
Myra.
Myra, out of all of us in the
means black cocks.
out of all of us in the studio right now, whose cock would you take first?
Here we go. Here we go.
I don't know. I got to challenge Anthony.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Apparently he has a big dick.
Oh, it would be so nice to just yell out Myra, Myra.
She's
I know.
Myra.
I'd be more turned on yelling, I stepped in dog shit outside of Pathmark.
Ian, a lot of people saying you sound desperate today. They're a little worried.
Why am I desperate? They're
They're a
fucking
little
desperate.
worried.
They're jobless. I have a huge bank account. I mean, is that desperate?
And you're doing
I'm
a bit
getting late.
for almost a day and a half or whatever it's going to be.
48 hours without food and just sex.
You're going to call room service.
Do I
right?
look desperate?
You're going to call room service.
You're going to call
right?
room service.
No, there's cameras. It's all being documented for a little
you need a
TV
little nosh,
special.
right,
no,
don't you?
Dude, don't get crazy. I mean, 2 days in a bed in a luxury hotel. I mean, come on. What are you trying to do? Kill yourself?
Yeah. What hotel did you pick?
What's next? The
The
spa?
Warwick Hotel.
Yeah, that's a rough hotel, man. That's a down and dirty kind of cracky hotel.
It beats the Carter. Have you ever been to the Carter Hotel?
Where's
It's
that?
across from the New York Times buildings on 43rd. It's all roaches, Brazilian hookers. It's the only place that's affordable in New York. It's like $99 a night.
No, they did a story recently on the worst hotel in America. And it's right in Times Square. And we want to go check it out.
It's probably that one.
It might be that one. Huh?
Absolutely. It has to be.
Have you been in there?
When I first came to New York 6-7 years ago to live here, I stayed there for a year.
Wow.
Because it was the only place. I did a deal.
You should write a book on that.
Well, I might. I did a deal with the head of the hotel. Because rents were so expensive then. I was paying like $1,500 a month to live in that hotel. And
did you hear that, Ant? Rent?
How much?
Rent? Too damn high.
Too damn high.
Yeah, too damn high.
Wait a minute.
We got a gem coming from the back here.
Please? What do you got?
In the mid-'80s, apparently, Jimmy Buffett stole towels from a Courtyard by Marriott.
Wow. He does get all the scoops.
Please, you got another story for us? Because we're running out of time with the big interview today.
I got a story about Ian once owed me $50 when I was representing him and he wouldn't pay me the money. And one day I saw him down in a nightclub with a friend of mine. I go, this guy owes me $50. And they grabbed Ian by the throat and strangled him. And Ian reached into his pocket and gave me the $50. And ever since then, we've been best friends.
What did you buy with it? Arm hair?
Back hair, my man.
He bought a hot chick with a big Adam's apple in Montreal.
Oh, yeah. Did he? Wow, that's an amazing story. Thank you, please.
Any more chicks on the line?
Well, we got Millie Hatchet, it looks like. Millie Hatchet.
Millie Hatchet.
Yes, Millie Hatchet.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hi, is this Millie or Molly?
It's Millie.
Yeah. How's Vanilli? Where are you guys today? Now, Millie, where are you driving?
Why don't you throw that line at her again?
Millie,
I'm in D.C. right now. And, Ian, I want to make a deal with you.
Yes, baby. Yes, baby.
I will buy your book.
Yes.
If you promise never to come on O&A again.
Oh. See? You really, look, I got to say this. On Twitter, I get so many Twitters. Where are you on O&A? You really don't want to hear my voice again, right?
Yeah, no, really.
Tell me why. Tell me why. Tell me why you don't like me.
I'd actually rather back up into my own doorknob. It has more personality and more
Shit. Ian, you're going to take that? She'd rather back her ass
I want to hear
up
her
into
because
her own
I
doorknob.
studied child
That's
psychology.
a big doorknob, too.
That was my major before getting into communications, film, journalism, and becoming the top best-selling author in the world. Now,
Did you go to douche school by any chance?
you're so sweet, baby.
Thank you.
You know, on behalf of all the O&A listeners, I'd like to take out my pistol right now and put it all over your face.
Why don't you put it in your mouth, blow your head off?
No, see, you'd love to, you know,
wow. Talk to her, Ian.
you
Talk
sound
to her.
like Arnold's dad here. And are you friends with Arnold?
No.
Really? So why are you being so mean to me today? What have I ever...
You drive me crazy. You sound like...
I know I fucking drive you crazy because you haven't been laid in 17 years, you fucking hoe. You skank in D.C. You have nothing better to do with your life. You are living vicariously through the #1 author, multimedia artist in the fucking planet. And here you are, a loser. You can't even get a job driving a taxi cab for the lowest hookers in D.C. You mooch, you fucking zero. Get a life, bitch.
I haven't been laid
I'm driving.
You sound like you fucking you can't even get used pussy in D.C. Square, man. You can't even get Barry Obama's leftovers from 8 years ago. You're frustrated.
Very accommodating, asshole.
Oh, shit. You know, you're like a poet.
She's gone, man. She got you.
Yeah. She fucking nailed you there, I
Hey,
think.
I hope she gets
All
nailed.
right, we got a legitimate question. Ed.
Hello.
Hey.
Yes,
Hey.
Ed.
And by the way, Fleas has something right after this, too.
Oh, good. I hope so.
Yes.
Really good.
Fleas, you got another one coming. I see it. Go ahead, Ed.
Ian, your next book, Colonel Russell Williams from the Canadian Air Force. You heard about that one?
Yeah, tell us about it.
Colonel Russell Williams murdered two people. All kinds of pictures on the internet of him cross-dressing while he ran the largest base in Canada.
Yeah, that's been making the rounds.
Oh, it's pretty big. He's pleading guilty to everything.
First of all, where in Canada are you?
I'm in a small town called Espanola.
Where is that?
It's by Sudbury.
Sudbury. See, I've been Sudbury many times. I played at the Northern Lights Festival, saxophone.
Yes, I know that one, yeah.
It's a great fest, and I have lectured. Now, here you go, at Laurentian University.
Yes,
and Nipissing. Do you know that university?
What? You just don't know.
It's in
anything about
North
Canada.
Bay. It's like an hour drive from Sudbury. Now, Sudbury.
It's like made-up names in a movie.
know, it
No,
really
really.
is.
Sudbury. It's like a
Tell
flavor.
these guys.
I have no
For
idea
anyone who's
where
never
he's
been to
talking
Sudbury,
It sounds like Harry Potter.
when you
or
go
something.
into
Like a Harry Potter
Hogwarts.
novel, right? Where the fuck are these places?
Where
We're from
the
America.
fuck
Ian.
is this?
oh, the chicks are so hot in
God,
Sudbury.
my map just cuts right off the border.
Have you ever been to
I
a
have
strip?
No idea.
Have you ever been to a strip club in Sudbury?
No. Not in Sudbury.
The women are so smoking hot in that
Where were
town.
you in Sudbury? Because I live in the area. And,
I've been Sudbury many times. There's another school, I forget the name. They brought me several times to lecture there. Then I went up to Nipissing. I played at Northern Lights.
Nipissing?
I love the people of
It's
Sudbury.
just- I don't know, understand where
That's
any
Harry
of
Potter's
this is.
hometown.
Yes,
What the
Nipissing and
anyways, back to
Sudbury.
my idea.
You know, there's a hockey player
Oh.
from Sudbury who played on the Canadians for a long time.
Ian, a couple of people want to know if you're from Dudbury.
I guess I am today. Until the book goes top 10, I'll say I'm from Sudbury.
Or from Fredbury.
Sudbury, are you going to buy the book?
Marvin Berry.
Yeah.
Sudbury, support the book.
Raspberry.
Go to your bookstore right now.
All right, you don't want to talk about the Air Force guy?
Yeah, well, the Air Force guy, that's been making news. He's right. That's going
Yeah.
to be a good story.
We got a girl wants to say hi, but first, Fleas, you got something else, please, sir.
What was it that?
You got a lot
What
of
you told me
stories.
before.
A lot of stories about the music
how-
business.
No, I got stories about Wall Street. That's what I used to do.
How about the music business?
I was a spy on Wall Street for 5 years, from 97 till 2000.
And what
I used to
is-
work for short sellers.
And what do you got?
What do you want to hear? I mean,
I want to hear about the incident Michael Milken had one time where he was at the counter in Woolco. Go.
Why don't you give us your best Wall Street story right now?
Okay, my best Wall Street
Yeah, let's
story.
go.
Is that
And I'll
ironic?
even
He
name
said
it.
he worked for
There was-
short
there was
sellers?
It was called
No.
CLCX, Computer
Peter's
Learning
brother.
Company, which was a public school company, and their stock was about $35 a share.
Uh-huh.
And we knew they were cooking their books. We knew they were doing something, but we couldn't
Maybe they
figure
were
out
hungry.
what it was. So one day I went to the Plaza Hotel dressed in my spy outfit with a fake name, and I went to a big shareholders
What was your
meeting.
spy
What were you
outfit?
dressed as? A small child?
Trench coat with a fake name, Dave Stevens. Nobody knew who I was. This was when it was
Stevens?
That was me, Dave Stevens. Spy name.
Sounds like the guy from Bewitched.
Dave Stevens.
Yeah, they thought
Yeah,
a
that's
gay
not-
porn star was checking in.
That's not suspicious at all.
Is that Dave Stevens of Falcon Pictures?
fucking Stevens.
Dave Stevens.
Ian, he's taking the spotlight away from you. I'm sorry.
So I walk in. You still want to hear it? So I walk in.
Well, you're a spy
No
named
problem.
Dave Stevens.
Dave Stevens in my trench
By the
coat.
way, he was also wearing a trench coat.
I was wearing a trench
He
coat.
worked for Vandalay Industries.
I worked for Fawn Stock.
Did you have an old school pipe in your mouth?
Oh, trench coat. I wish you were
no,
going to school in Columbine.
Were you with your buddy Chest Rockwell?
All right, go ahead, Dave Stevens.
Anyway, so Dave Stevens and I walk in and everybody's all happy. It's a shareholders meeting and big
Sure.
CFO's there, is smiling and everything. I
Yeah.
go walk up to him. I go, sir, we think you're cooking your books. We think you're full of shit. We think you're a fraud. And the guy
Oh,
turns all
shit.
red in the face. No one had ever said anything like this to him. They all thought it was all positive. I go, what are you doing, sir? How are you cooking your books? He goes, well, we're not cooking our books. Every time we meet a student, we book a year of revenue. We go, well, that's okay. That's what I needed to know. And I went back and I told the DA of Illinois, every time he meets a student and interviews him, he puts that down on the books as if that's going to be a year revenue.
Ah.
This was a fraud, and the stock dumped down to $30, and we made millions and millions of dollars. I used to do all
From 35
kinds-
to 30?
From 35 to like $8.
Oh,
in
he
15
said
minutes.
30.
Okay.
I thought it must have been Canadian.
Oh, were you trying to buy Endicott steel?
Anyway, it was just like that. That's the kind of work I used to do. My boss, she went to jail for like 7 years
Yeah.
for like money laundering. But that's for another time.
But now, how come with that information and you short selling, that's insider information?
It was
you,
complete insider
You broke the
information.
law.
Over and over again. But that was before in Sarbanes-Oxley.
But
In
as long as you
2000,
had
we
the
all
fake
left.
name. As
Dave
long as you
Stevens.
had Dave Stevens is in trouble.
You see my face, nobody else
You're
does.
like
It's the
fucking-
first time I've said this kind of stuff.
No,
on
you're
air,
like the guy in Shawshank. You made up Dave Stevens. He had the fucking the name, the bank accounts, everything. You're free and clear.
Thank you.
Free and fucking clear.
Wow, that's amazing.
I got lots of them.
Governator, right?
Governator,
Yes,
man.
Governator.
It's going to number one.
All right, listen.
That was a good one.
After that story, I'm going to give you a girl there, Ian. Jess in
man.
Connecticut. Jess.
Hi.
Now, I
Jess-
once
How are
dated
you
a
guys?
Jess.
Good.
I once dated.
Well, be
I love
quiet,
the
Ian.
name Jess.
Jess is a very big fan of yours. Go ahead, Jess.
I am thrilled to talk to Ian Halpern. How are you, dear?
Hey, first off, Jess, thank you for calling. How are you today? What are you wearing right now, sweetheart?
I am fully clothed. I actually have a job, so I'm
I know,
sorry
but what
for
brand
the
are you wearing? Let's cut to the chase here. Are you wearing Sears? Are you wearing Dolce & Gabbana? What the fuck are you wearing?
Banana Republic.
I got to know. Where?
Banana Republic, you tool.
Well, Banana Republic's good. The clothes are decent.
She's wearing
there.
a habit and shit-filled diapers.
Thank you, yes.
Are you? What have you got on?
You actually follow me on Twitter, Ian.
Yeah, what have you got under the girdle? First of all, what have you got under the girdle today? Are you on the rag today? Because I got to know. Because if you're on the rag, you're going to be a bit hostile, and that's cool. Do you have your period? Is it that time of the month?
No, it's not. But if I did have my period right now, I'd use your book as a pad. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, man,
Oh,
you
okay.
take your book and put it between her legs.
As long as she buys it. As
That's
long
all
as she.
Ian doesn't care. He just wants you to
care.
buy
I
it.
think that's a great idea. All the women who are on the rag that time of the month, go get the book, and there's photos of me in the book, and use it. I'm not going to lose
For the love
sleep.
of God, stop shrieking, you fucking foul. Okay, hold on 1 second.
Yeah, first of all, who do you work for, you slut?
I actually work in IT.
Yeah, what's the name of the company? Because your boss is listening right now. He's probably jerking off in the office. The door's closed. His Highness's voice. What's the name of the company?
Oh, God, that was fucking awful. I want to tell you the name of my company. Are you fucking kidding
Tell me the name of your company. Are your tits pierced?
My tits are invisible, honey. They're like...
When was the last time somebody gave you the torrential downfall on your face? The tropic storm.
Ian,
Was it Congolese?
shut up.
Where was it? Where was it from? When was the last time you got some good black cock in you, mama?
Babbling. Holy shit. And I'm a
You like the
boss. I'm
Congolese?
more than any girl I know.
Do you like the Congolese? Do you and your friends go to Congo?
I really
Have you ever
don't
danced
fucking
Congo
do.
music?
I hope someone gives you the Zeddy.
Do you like black cock? Seriously, I'll let you insult me in a second, but tell me, do you like black dick?
Never had it.
Why? Are you racist?
Because a girl wouldn't take black dick, she's racist.
I absolutely am.
What's the black cock?
Are you
thing?
married? Are you married?
No.
No wonder. What the fuck's going? Are you dyke?
No?
So who are you dating? When was the last time you got laid?
A couple days ago.
How was it?
It was awesome.
Yeah. How many times did you celebrate?
Celebrate. It's
Are we done
satellite
yet?
radio,
I thought
man.
you were going to insult me, and then I
Yeah.
can go back. And
All right,
this
Jess.
is just like a run
I'm
around.
gonna move on.
Jess the mess. Jess the mess.
He found a rhyming word.
Why do you follow me on Twitter?
I'll tell you why. Because I'm your secret admirer, baby. And when you least expect it, I'm going to sneak up on your hot ass.
Do you want? Here's the deal. I'll buy your book.
Yes.
If Ant grabs his 45 right now and shoots you in the face.
You really want to see that? You want to see another Jew splattered by fucking racist America, right?
Ian will sell some books, though.
You know what, baby?
We're not talking,
Jess, do you want to
a
come to the
kill
bed in and really get to know me, baby?
Yeah. Oh, she's gone.
Baby.
Ian, what's the black cock about?
Baby.
A lot of girls go down to some of these black areas and...
Because a lot of women out there, they know I have a big dick, and they're either into black cock or His Highness's cock. And the fact of the matter is, I tell them, look, get the Congolese first, and I don't mind going in second.
Me and Aunt saw the black cock happen. Like girls.
What? Hey, slow down. What happened?
It's the famous story, Aunt. You go a lot of these white broads that have like husbands or solid boyfriends. They go down to these Caribbean islands by themselves with their girlfriends. Yeah. And me and Aunt saw it happen in front of our eyes. They get a little of the black cock, and then we actually are on the same flight back home to JFK, and we husband there to greet them and say, "Hey, did you have a nice vacation?"
That's how it works, especially in New York.
You know what I'm talking about.
She was from
Let's get into
Connecticut.
this.
All these chicks.
Where's the number one place where the white women go to get the black cock on vacation with their friends? Where's that?
The Congo.
Just they go to the Congo.
Yeah, they love it in the Congo.
You get AIDS there.
They don't care. They come back, and that's why America has AIDS, baby.
Yeah?
Because they go to the Congo. They go unprotected. They want the real deal.
Bareback, yeah.
And they come back, and they spread it like wildfire.
Damn. That's not good.
Are we ready for another flea story or no?
We good? Anyone else on the line here?
Sure, we got Amber Lynn. Amber Lynn from Detroit.
All the women come out when His Highness is on. And, from the Motor City, Amber Lynn. It sounds like, what strip joint are you working at tonight, baby?
Yeah, that's an ex-porn star name.
Yeah, there's Ginger Lynn, Amber Lynn.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
It's a guy.
Amber?
Deja vu, but hey, I have a question. Are you into T-girls by any chance? Yes.
Keep going. Come on, let's get some new jokes in here. I mean, you're boring the audience. You're boring everyone. You're not original. Come on, keep going. You have 10 seconds left before I'm booting you.
Listen, okay.
You're gone. You're gone.
That's it. Ian says
You're gone. You're gone.
Why don't we go to a fellow Canadian? You got Darren on the line from Canada.
All right,
ask him what part of Canada, so me and Ann have no clue where it is.
Let's geographically, let's get our bearings here. Canada, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Saskatchewan.
I sort of know where that is. That's on
the
East
Rough
Coast?
Riders. A friend of mine is dating a guy on the Rough Riders, and
What's the Rough Riders?
They lost the other day.
What's the Rough
CFL
Rider?
football team. It's like
Canadian football,
and it's the only team in the world where they used to have two teams with the same name in the same league. It was the Ottawa Rough Riders. I've never understood that.
Yeah, well, they got rid of the Ottawa Rough Riders. So
you know what? I like
Ottawa.
I got to be honest with you, and I love sports.
Yes,
I'm not. I don't know one CFL guy.
Well, Ricky,
I couldn't name one guy.
But let me tell you something. Ricky Williams went to the CFL after he was, a bit high up in there in Miami. He was suspended, and he did Schnee Bupkis. The guy got. He was terrible.
What's that?
That's a
he
move.
did nothing. He was a zero.
CFL player.
So they got to be doing something right in Canada.
We got Dick Butkus and
you got Schnee Bupkis.
Saskatchewan.
That's right. Yes, Darren.
Are you buying the book, The Governator? The hottest selling book right now in the O&A studio?
It is huge.
Because there's nothing else moving.
Yeah, well, if you let me talk for 5 seconds.
You don't let people talk.
You've now reduced it to 3.
Hang on.
You have 3 seconds.
Good point.
Make it quick or I'm putting you right off. You're getting...
I'm on Amazon here right now, and I'm looking. And I've got the book up here I'm looking to buy. And it's happy endings, and it looks like it's a good read. The other thing there, Ian.
Yes.
If you're still listening. Ramon, why are you following Jess on Twitter, you useless sack of monkey crap?
You're so original from Saskatchewan. First of all, you are living in the asshole of North America right now. I'm fucking getting laid in New York City, baby. I'm getting Puerto Rican pussy. I'm getting black pussy, Jewish pussy. Last night I was with an Italian broad on Wall Street, and you are phoning me with nothing to do. Do you have a job, you motherfucker?
You bet I do.
What do you do for a living? When was the last time you got a paycheck, and for how much? Read me the exact amount.
Well,
the exact amount I make is more than your mother makes.
Give me the numbers.
Give
me the numbers. Give me the numbers, you mooch, you zero.
Why don't you talk to him in French?
I don't even believe he's some... Yeah, merci beaucoup. Tu as 2 secondes après, je te jette dans la poubelle. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Ian just
It's
surrendered.
boring.
You heard it right there.
I want original people
Ian,
on
I got
here
a good
today.
question for you.
Yes.
Where's the best pussy in the world? You've been everywhere.
Miami.
I've been everywhere,
Because
man.
And what kind of pussy are we talking about?
Miami's a port where everyone descends. If you want Uruguay, Brazil, Sweden,
But I mean, what's the
Norway.
best pussy? Like Cuban pussy, Puerto Rican pussy, black pussy?
Wait.
Jimmy, Flea
Oh,
jumped
yeah,
up.
I
on
was
my-
married to a Japanese.
Japanese.
You know, when you lick a Japanese breast, they come. Very, very rare where a woman can come just by sucking her tits or by playing with her nipples.
Yeah.
Japanese girls, the best.
So the best
and they make
pussy in the
these
world?
noises that you can hear, 3 studios over. They just roar and scream.
That's the noise.
Yeah, I know. Tub girl. Look it up. Google it.
I'd have to say the best pussy in the world is Bulgarian.
And they're best friends. What?
Bulgarian pussy.
Bulgarian.
Yeah, there's nothing-
Bulgarian. That's a
Because it's pure. First of all, they're so broke in Bulgaria, they can't afford
They'll
any,
do anything. They'll give up the shitter,
Well,
right?
they can't afford any perfume, nothing.
Oh,
you know,
so-
all the vegetables there are organic. They can't afford pesticides.
So they're retarded?
Everything is pure.
Oh, I misunderstood.
When you go down, it either smells good or bad, and usually it's good for some
But
reason.
it's going to smell natural.
Natural.
Yeah? All
Yes.
right.
No
All right.
preservatives.
Bulgarian. So
No additives.
Not Japanese. Sorry. And they come just by licking their nipple.
Wait. Fleas is back. What?
Yes, the Japanese girls come by playing with their breasts.
And they make sounds.
They make great moaning sounds. None of you have been with a Japanese girl ever?
Have you ever
no.
shit on a Jap?
I've never shit on a Jap.
Japanese girls, they do a lot of those shit videos.
Yeah, they do a lot of weird videos, Fleas.
I know.
You were married to a Japanese girl? Now,
I
how
have,
did that
I have 2
happen?
little boys, half Japanese.
Oh, my God. Little half Japanese boys?
Sonic and Basha. My son's name is Sonic.
Sonic like the
Gorgeous
hedgehog?
kids.
Gorgeous kids, Ian.
Excellent.
They
and,
made
a good
supermodels.
dad. A good dad.
All right.
Yeah.
Excellent. Exemplary father. Not a deadbeat.
A good dad is staying with him now, you mean?
He is.
Can't like that one.
Oh,
Can't like that one.
I didn't
Can't
know.
like that
I didn't
one.
understand.
All right, Ian, you tell me where to go. We got Jersey, we got
Let's
Alberta.
go to the lines right now. You're on the OA&J
where do
show
you
with
want
His
me to go?
Highness,
I'm
the
giving
Governor on Amazon.com. Let's get some people on the line here.
Do we go?
Anyone, just punch up anyone.
Why are you following Jess on Twitter?
Jess the Mess.
Why are you following her on
Yeah,
Twitter?
Because my ex's name is Jess.
Oh, okay.
So you just follow all Jesses?
Absolutely.
All right.
Ian, if you can hear me, you're full of shit.
Yeah, you're so original.
This is Jersey.
I work for security for one of the biggest rock bands. We throw this guy out of fucking parties every time he sneaks in.
That's it. That's it. You're so original. Name a rock band you work for. Listen, you are living vicariously through me. You've been unemployed probably for the last 17 years.
Pussy and pumpkin pie.
Oh, you're so beautiful, baby.
That's a good one.
What,
That's
what are you
original.
going to do today? What's your schedule for today, darling?
My schedule today is to do absolutely nothing. I'm flying back to L.A. in about a week.
And what are you doing there? What are you doing in L.A.? What are you doing in L.A.,
I
beautiful?
run security for one of the biggest rock bands.
Are you gay?
One of the
Am I
biggest
what?
rock
Are you
bands.
gay?
Am I gay?
Yeah, a lot of those people, the security guards, they're giving blowjobs to the band behind stage.
Party long enough to find that out. You get as far as the fucking buffet table and you get kicked out as soon as they see your face.
You know what? You are so wonderful. You wish you'd even have a paycheck remotely like His Highness.
There's gonna be fucking Perez Hilton holding your hand.
You're so original, darling. You sound like you got to come out of the closet. You're so angst-ridden, miserable, depressed.
Where is the closet?
Where are you today? Where are you today? Where are you right now? Where are you right now, sweetheart?
Your sources come out of your ass.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're nothing. You make this shit up, and, I'm jealous of
I don't know about
You
that,
know.
sir. He's had a bunch of bestsellers. You telling me?
Look, dude, I don't have to defend my
bestsellers.
reputation to you. I don't believe you work for any rock band. You work for a cock band, baby. It's all a bunch of women with Adam's apples. That's who you're representing. You're probably their driver at best, picking them up 5 in the morning.
I just run security. I don't represent.
Yeah, you run nothing, dude. Get a life. Read the Bible and then read the Governator.
All right.
Get educated. Let's
the
go to the
Governator
next
sounds
line.
like it's going to be a great book. Well,
What was that guy's name we just called in?
I don't know. I forgot already, to be honest with you.
Is it
John?
Dave Stevens?
Dave Stevens.
Dave Stevens.
I one time bought, what did you buy one time? Stock for $17. I sold it for $18.50.
Another story from Fleas. Fascinating. Fleas.
Fleas stories rule.
They are the best. Fleas, you should write a book. Seriously. You got some good stories,
Yeah.
sir. Some of the best stories we've ever heard on the show. You got another one?
A lot of
I got one about a porn star named Sasha Hollander. Google her. I went to her apartment. We were a friend. I was trying to interest her in some lingerie, and I'm hanging out with her. And
she had a shag
I didn't know what
rug,
to expect
but not
in
a
her
compatible
apartment of a
vacuum.
porn star.
Please. Someone else was talking.
He gives every ear.
Oh, I'm so
He has to
sorry.
have headphones. It's
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Start
yeah,
over
of
because
course.
Jimmy had a great line
Sorry.
there that you
Ew.
fucking ruined.
That's all right. He's a
But it's
little
okay.
Yeah, so I went to Sasha Hollander's apartment. not
To
too
sell her
long ago.
lingerie.
To sell her some lingerie.
Is this her on the screen, by the way? Danny found her.
She's an Asian girl.
Yeah, she's an Asian girl that was taking
Asian
huge
likes the
black
Asians.
cock.
Yeah, she likes the big black cock there,
So-
please.
She's okay. She's
Hey,
big
she's
breast.
pretty hot, man.
Smart girl. Used to be. She
she's all right.
managed call
Cool.
girls in
Nice
California
wide
and Manila.
torso.
Now
Good.
she's doing stuff here.
It's a cool wide torso. It's great. I love a wide torso.
There's the wide torso.
I see what widened it. That fucking African gentleman behind her. Jesus.
That crowbar.
Yes.
Fucking
God damn.
Putting Bubba Smith's leg into her.
She really hated Papa San.
All right,
Oh,
please.
boy.
go ahead.
Anyway, so she had this Indian friend with her. There was this guy, and there were all these drug paraphernalia around.
Yeah.
There's these little pipes around.
Yeah.
So I felt like doing a bong hit. So I go, can I do a bong hit? And she's like, oh yeah, sure. Here, let me give you some of this stuff. So I took a hit of this, what I thought was pot. Next thing you know,
Your
my
arm hair
mind
caught
just
on fire.
completely fell apart. I had no idea where I was. I got down on the ground in a fetal position. I completely lost it. They had given me this drug from Pakistan, which is what they import from the United Nations. They have all these like young people coming in and out of New York to the United Nations with these diplomatic pouches.
Yeah.
And they put drugs in there because they never get checked. So they had this stuff called Garda from the mountains of Pakistan, and I did this thing straight up, hit me in my brain. I didn't know where I was. I remember reaching out, calling out for my children. Where are my children? I lost my mind. It was like an acid trip that lasted about 2.5 minutes.
No, it's still
in the
continuing.
porn star's apartment.
Oh, only
Next thing you know,
2.5 minutes?
Sasha is cradling my head. They're feeding me bread and water. It was insane.
Good way to make an impression.
There you go.
Exactly.
Sasha
Way to hang with the big boys.
Fall down on the floor crying for your children.
In fetal position, no less.
Wish she would have shit on you.
Have to be fed bread to bring you back. Way to fuck the porn chicks.
What are you, a fucking Robin?
Yes. I thought I made a bad impression on poor girls when I walked in and went, hey, anybody got any AIDS around here?
Ian is here selling his Governator
yes.
book. Doing a very good job, by the way. What else is in the book? We haven't talked about the book in a minute or two here.
Let me read you something from the book.
All right. I see you got your reading
add a
glasses
cups.
on.
Mm-hmm.
He decided to take off his sunglasses.
Shades.
Oh, is this a live reading?
Oh, this is what they do in bookstores,
Oh, this
sir.
is cool. Yeah.
I
Not the bookstores I go
normally,
to.
I refuse to do any readings.
Why?
But
You should.
Yeah.
just going through the book right now.
Holy fuck. That was killer.
It's called The Governator, by the way.
You're looking for a page to read, I see.
Yeah, it's just every word counts in this book. If there's one, if anyone could even find a typo in here, I'll jump off the highest cliff in Austria naked.
Fuck.
Are there a lot of cliffs in Austria?
There's so
Never
much
been
in
there.
here.
You're just turning pages.
Yeah,
Read
because
some.
it is so
Jump off a cliff bar or something,
This book is so captivating. No, really.
All right, give us
Yeah.
something. Give us a little something from
Give us
the
a
book.
little read from
All
it.
right.
Let's hear your reading
And I want
voice.
to maybe a dramatic reading.
I bet a lot of
Yeah.
girls will fucking be turned on by that.
Please, sir.
Were these incidents simply an example of Arnold's often inappropriate but most harmless behavior toward women? The kind of behavior that Arnold's friends and co-star would dismiss as quote-unquote flirting? Or were there something else at play? An almost pathological sexual compulsion, much like the condition ascribed to a number of prominent members of his wife's family. See, his whole thing with the Kennedys from the get-go, he wanted to be at 10 years old, a famous bodybuilder, an actor, and
/ limo
politician.
driver.
He set his sights on the Kennedys, on Maria
you might wanna
Shriver
rephrase that.
from the get-go.
So we want to be a Kennedy or in that circle.
Absolutely.
Sure.
From a very young age.
And Maria didn't want to marry the typical Ivy League stereotype person that you'd think a Kennedy would seek. So Arnold
got in a job
Arnold
at a
was
local car
able.
wash in Dallas.
Anthony, do you find Maria hot?
No.
No?
I don't like it.
not
She's
at
got
all.
a fucking viper jaw.
Yeah, she looks like a praying mantis or something. There's something going on there. You think she's hot, really, Ian?
I think she's lost a lot of weight. I say in the book that she definitely has a weight problem.
You think?
Why?
Yeah,
and
you
I
think she
answer
got,
the
like,
questions
anorexia?
because Arnold sleeps with so many women. A lot of people ask His Highness, why does she stick with him? And the answer is, maybe you guys are right. She just can't get anyone else.
I think Arnold sticks with her because of the Kennedy connection.
Absolutely. He wants to be president of the United States.
He wants to play golf with Edward Skagel.
That's some good Kennedy knowledge
He
right
sure
there.
can handle a club.
That's terrific, right, Ian? Hey, Brian Miller Show on Twitter writes, tell Ian's boyfriend it's called salvia. You weren't
Yeah, they
smoking the
think the
salvia?
drug was salvia.
Oh, God, I'm dumb.
What?
From the mountains of Pakistan, it's not salvia. This was
Salvia.
something much more exotic.
Mountains of Pakistan.
Correct.
Yeah.
He's holding his stomach like Paco Moreno when he faked the injury.
Yeah, why are you holding your stomach, please? You all right?
I'm okay, thank you.
Okay, you're
It was
holding
the coffee.
It was the coffee. You got the shits.
It's all right.
Oh,
Ian,
you
your
got
friend's
the-
got the
you gotta
shits.
make duties?
It's all right.
Yeah,
He's got the shits.
Here,
Ian. Should
Are
we
you
let him go
shitting
to
into the
bathroom?
pants of your zoot suit?
Ian, he's got a shit. Should we let him go or what?
let him go. This
You
is
all right?
all. This is all
You all right?
natural here. Let him do his
We
whole
can film a
deal
Japanese
here.
porn if you like.
Yeah, really.
Who else is on the line, Opie?
Well, too many to. I mean, let me do a couple comments coming in. Can't fucking stand this fucking asshole. You want to talk to that guy, or do you want to talk to wants to say Ian is a douchebag,
Yeah.
or do you want hates Ian with all his passion? Which one of those three?
Well, let's go to the first one. The other two sound like
All right, this is Jersey City checking in.
Jersey City.
Jersey City's a fine place, Ian. I don't think you're gonna have anything bad
Yeah,
to say about
Jersey
Jersey
City's
City.
okay. I've been to a couple
It's a
of
great place.
good restaurants there. It's on the it's on the rise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on a second here. Anyone else buying this fucking line of shit that this guy's getting laid at all?
Yeah, actually, I thought he was full of shit for a while, but he's done nothing but prove his points over and over again, sir.
Dude, I have to say, I saw Ian in Montreal with a very hot girl.
Give me a fucking break, dude.
He was with a very hot girl.
He's with hotties. I don't
You
know.
know,
Yeah.
We would all like to agree with you, but Mr. Norton was
had
in
to confirm
Montreal
it.
and saw Ian with hot girls and came
From,
back.
Smoking hot chicks.
Oslo,
And
from
came-
Norway.
Oh, from Norway. And
Now,
came
when
back
I
with a full
walked
report,
backstage,
sir.
I mean, Norton gave me a run for my money here because his girlfriend is smoking.
She was a very pretty girl.
Hookers, man. I remember last time you were on, the best line I heard was when you were telling that Dr. Z woman to think about black cock, and Jim Jeffrey was like, you too, mate.
That was a good line. That was a good line.
That's a good line.
Now,
right?
Dr. Z right now, I'll tell you one thing. She gave me a good foot massage on my back. Let's go to another line here. Let's get someone original. This is all a bunch of stiffs today using the
you know
same
what, Ian,
lines.
I'm going to do you a favor. Let's go with wants to say Ian is a douchebag. Nick in Florida. Nick, ask him what part of Florida.
Yeah, where in Florida are you? In the Gulf?
Yeah, I'm on the Gulf side.
Oh, yeah. You drinking some of that oil today?
Yeah, that's a good one. That's pretty original.
That's a good one.
You know, it amazes me. It took them just a couple of months to get all those miners out of Chile and to close that Gulf spill. It took they couldn't do that. Just a little hole they couldn't plug up. It just amazes me. Chile's way ahead of here. Okay,
It was
now,
British petroleum, sir. Well, not American petroleum.
Take your best shot at me.
Appreciate it.
Come on, come up with something original.
Go ahead,
You're on
Nick.
radio here.
All you got to do is be on the radio, and that's your best shot. 'Cause you fucking suck.
There's a lot of hatred toward you today, Ian. What's up?
Because
They're jealous?
they're jealous.
They're Arnold fans that probably don't know how to handle the book.
That's true. They're probably in the inner circle.
Are there any more women on the line?
Yeah, where are the chicks?
Does anyone have anything original
what?
to say?
Yeah, this big fan coming in from Long Island, Maria. You like Long Island, at least?
Anything original to say? I bought the book.
Ian, are you depressed at the numbers? The numbers
No.
aren't looking good right
The
now.
numbers are good in my bank account, man.
We're
But
gonna
it
help.
is my best book. That's the saddest part because this book, every
Yeah,
word
we're going to help
counts.
you out. I mean,
Yeah.
we're beating the shit out of Ian today, but I think this is going to be a good read, and
Where
the book's going to be
I'm
successful.
defending Ian.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people that calling him
Thank
bullshit
you,
and
sir.
everything.
Yeah, this
Thank you,
guy
sir.
knows how to write a book.
Yeah, the guy's done nothing but prove every
Thank you,
point
sir.
he's made.
Let's
you.
go to Long Island. What do you got to say about Long Island, Ian? Hopefully some good things, because you're looking at 2 out of the 3 guys from
Well, my
Long Island
favorite
here.
Long Island Islanders, Mike Bossy. He used to be the sniper for the Islanders.
Billy Smith, greatest Islander
Billy was
of all
great.
time.
Excellent. But Bossy knew how to put the rubber between the goaler's legs.
Billy Smith knew how to slash people across the throat if they came too close.
Joel Rifkin. Bob Nystrom. Brian Trottier.
Trots.
The Trots.
Yeah.
What about Dennis Potvin?
Know all the great Islanders
Potvin
back
had
in the
a big,
day?
Yeah.
What about Clark Gillies, sir?
Brian Lafley.
What about John Tonelli? Let's go.
Tonelli, where is he today?
Huh?
What's Tonelli doing? I haven't heard from him in years.
Yeah, it's been a while. I don't know.
All of those guys. Fantastic. Chico Resch.
Remember
Oh, my
Chico?
God. Chico. Now you're going way back to the Drive for Five. What happened to the Drive for Five, Opie?
I don't know. Pat LaFontaine.
Now that
let me tell you
that's
about,
a bit later.
Hey, let me tell you about Pat LaFontaine.
Flatley.
Let me tell you.
Flatley, yeah.
Pat LaFontaine, big fan of F.H. Riley, swear to God.
Really?
Calls my brother so much, my brother's like, wow, this guy's lonely.
Oh.
loves the gumbo at F.H. Riley's. That's a true
Oh.
story. Pat LaFontaine.
Now, is
Garth
Snow still the manager of the...
He's the GM, sir.
All right, now let me tell you something about Snow.
Jill Nicolini, we know already.
No, I mean,
Something new, please.
Opie, it's Anthony. Well, first of all, His Highness was the first guy in Nicolini, then Anthony,
I don't
then
think
Garth
so.
Snow. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't think you took her virginity.
No, I mean, I'm out of the three of us. It went in this order: His Highness hitting first, Anthony in the second spot, and Mr. Garth. Yeah,
who was cleanup?
The lucky devil. Cuckold joke.
I like Nicolini. I like Nicolini's bush. I mean, she shaves it, so it's really sweet.
Oh. So we got Maria from Long Island.
Yes,
That's what
Maria.
we want. Maria, go ahead.
Hi, Ian. How are you?
You know what? It's been a good experience today. I love this show. I love the listeners.
We love Ian.
And all kidding aside, I work very hard on the Governator. And, I come on here. I like to stir it up. But seriously, folks, I do need your support on this book. It's called The Governator, Amazon.com, published by HarperCollins. And I think, Maria, you have the same name as Maria. And you should be the first person to buy this book.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The first
What I want to know is,
first
are you
person.
really going to do this whole...
That's hilarious.
Yes, I'm doing the bet-in. No kidding aside, if you want to attend, just drop me an email and you could come into bed with me all the cameras will hopefully be there. Opie and Anthony will be there.
Well,
and,
maybe. I might stop by.
Well, I'll stream it live on your website or something. But no, all kidding aside, I'm doing it because I really do want to amend the Constitution. I find it discriminatory. And
is that why you're doing the bet-in? To get Arnold a shot at the presidency?
Yes, I want him to be
But I thought he hates
eligible
you.
to be
So
run.
why would you do anything nice
Well,
for him?
he doesn't hate me. He just wants to stop the book because he's worried about all the gay sugar daddy allegations in
Right.
the book. Maria, what are you doing today? Who do you work for?
She says she wants to do the bed thing with you.
You want to come to bed with His Highness?
Absolutely, but why only 2 days?
Well, look.
Got other things to
Again,
do.
my dad's a Holocaust survivor, and I don't want to, end up looking like I'm in a concentration camp. I want to do this with respect, with seriousness, and make my statement.
And what exactly will you do to me?
It depends. Give me a description. First of all, what are you wearing right now?
Well, I'm headed to work, so, business casual.
Well, give me what's underneath. Where do you buy the lingerie? That's the first thing. I want to know if what type of taste you have.
I actually tend to not wear a whole lot of it.
Nice. So are
sexy.
are you saying you have nothing under your pants right now, or your skirt? You're going, you're going to get chapped lips in this cold weather or something? Like, give me the deal.
Well, no, I have pantyhose on underneath the skirt, but that's
good.
about it.
Yeah. And
Hose. She's wearing some support hose.
Some hosiery.
give me a description of your physical formation.
Well, you're very small waist, 30-60 boobs.
It's a
I got a
coincidence.
little
Ian's a
outfit.
huge waist.
He didn't like that one.
That's funny.
He doesn't want to laugh, but he is.
Yeah, that is funny.
All right, good.
Do you have a boyfriend, girlfriend? Because I don't like to disrupt relationships.
Oh, no. I actually just got out of a relationship, and I did have a girl on the side, but,
All right, tell me about the girlfriend. Tell me about the girlfriend.
she was too much of a trouble. She had her own relationship, and she was just trying to, experiment in lesbianism and wasn't very good at it.
So what kind of work do you do, if you don't mind me jumping in? Because you said you were dressed for work, so I wanted to know what type of an outfit you might have on, besides
I work in a
pantyhose.
lawyer's office.
There you go. Exciting.
Who's the lawyer? Ralph Felder? Who is he here?
It's not Dominic
Give
Barbara,
a plug
is it?
for the law firm.
Yeah. Is it Dominic Barbara? Because you're out on Long
The
Island?
city's broke. Give him a plug. Maybe there's somebody out there who's going to launch a lawsuit against
Do you
their show
just take
today.
shyster mesothelioma fucking lawsuits? Is that what you do? You ambulance chasing fucking bitch?
Or you belong to a very small law firm and you sue the children who tattle on their pederasts.
Actually,
very niche practice.
Just sue a 7-year-old for crying on the stand and getting someone in Dutch.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Maria.
Do you want to join us?
Listen, first off,
I don't
Maria,
know if this is going well, Ian.
She sounds good.
Okay.
I like the fact she has a girlfriend. I'm not convinced she really broke up with a boyfriend. She's just telling me that to try to appease me. And, you know, how bad do you want to get into bed with His Highness, baby?
Tell me exactly where you're going to be in a few hours.
I'll tell you what.
Hotel room bed.
All right, let's get her off the air. Let's get her phone number. No, let's get her phone number.
Put her on hold.
Put her on hold. Get her phone number, and I'll call her. And if she's legitimate, she's going to get to spend a few minutes in the sack with His Highness.
You're going to love this next call. Kevin in Philly. Kevin.
Yo, I gotta say, Ian has drove me crazy for years. I hated him on the radio, but for some reason this appearance is cracking me up. You won me over, Raid. I may even buy your book.
Oh, Philly,
Hey.
Philly. God bless you,
Let's
Philly.
stop it right there before it gets ugly.
No,
He likes
Tommy
you now,
Hudson, Tony Taylor, Dave Cash, Larry Boa. This book is going to be dedicated to them now. Let's bring it home
Harold
in Philly.
Carmichael.
Yes.
Why don't we talk old school?
And Michael Vick.
Ron Jaworski.
Michael Vick.
Ron Jaworski, very good. What about old school Flyers? You know the Flyers?
All of them.
Old school.
Paul Holmgren, Bernie Perron,
keep
Don
going.
Selesky, baby, Rick McLeish, Bobby Clark, Ed Van Pimp,
Edmund Kemper,
Schultze.
Schultz could go.
Schultze was
the
Schultze
tough
was
man
funny,
against,
right?
against Pierre Bouchard of the Canadians. It's a legendary brawl.
I think Schultze.
Al DeSalvo,
Hold on.
I think Schultze.
Ross, what was his name? Ross.
Kenneth Bianchi,
Ross
Angelo
Lonsberry.
Buono.
Ross Lonsberry.
I don't know him. Schultze and Gillies used to go at it.
Yes.
I think they've had
Yeah,
some
Schultz
battles.
was the tough man.
Schultze was
It
an
goes
animal.
on and on that team. That
Eileen
was
Warmus.
And Mike Schmidt, you didn't mention. Did
Schmidt, yeah, Schmitty.
Wait, did Schmitty just come up? Mike Schmidt.
Dudley
Some 18
Do-Right?
years ago, I left Dayton, Ohio,
Yeah, Mike Schmidt.
with 2 very bad knees,
What happened?
Yeah, who was
and a
that?
dream to become a Major League Baseball player.
What happened?
I thank God this dream came true.
What a baby.
Exactly.
That's terrific.
Shut up. Quit your whining.
Put his head in gravy, then wrap it up with
Bubble gum.
Yeah.
I think you send it out to some branch of the military.
Yeah, Navy, they use it. They put it in the water like a buoy. Your bubble-gummed head. Gravy.
Emphasis on the boo.
It attracts sharks.
Jimmy Fleece just raised his hand.
Oh, what do you
Fleece,
got,
what do you
buddy?
got?
I got a Craigslist story.
Oh, Craigslist story. All right, what do you got?
What happened? You bought a
I will
lawnmower there
hug you.
once for your
I will
hair?
hug you for $20. I said I wanted to do that, so I sent her back an email. Name is Tui. Hug me for $20. So she meets me outside of my work.
The sound
I
she
didn't
made
know
when
what
she
to
saw
expect. The most beautiful.
Wait, slow down, Fleece.
Okay.
There's some laughs going on. Ian, you got to teach this guy how to do radio. Look at the laugh, sir.
Okay.
All right, back up your story. What happened?
Okay, so on Craigslist, I see a girl, put an ad out. I will hug you for $20. So she comes to my work.
What was her name?
Her name was Tui.
Holy
Holy shit.
So there's Tui, and she's this hot Vietnamese American girl, 20 years old.
God, get over your fucking fetish. Christ.
Sounds like you got a type. We get it.
So,
Jesus.
So what
we go
happened?
for a walk. I go, now why are you going to want to
Sergeant
hug
Barnes
a
introduced you
guy
to
in his
her in the village?
mid-40s? Why are you going to want to
You
hug me
saved her?
for $20? Next thing you know, you'll be like...
God, sorry.
Next thing you know, you'll be like sucking my dick for some stranger guy. I go, what's your problem?
Right.
She wouldn't tell me. I go, okay, I'll give you the $20. You're going to hug me.
Wish she threw her pointy hat in your car.
So we go to a park, and I give her like a 20-minute hug. Grab her ass. She's just this beautiful young girl. I want to do it again the next day. So she comes back again the next day.
But she was running naked down a road covered with napalm.
That's actually where she was running away from his hug. Into the napalm.
She'd rather run into the nape. Holy shit.
So I'm like, why do you want to do this? What is your problem? Why do you need the $20 so desperately? Tui.
She was wearing a hazmat suit. All right, sorry.
So she says, okay, I'll tell you the problem. I did an overdraft at the Bank of America.
Hopefully she had lice.
They're
She
holding
was
on to
trying
my
to get rid
account. I got $300-400 in there, and they're not releasing it.
They're all in your arm hair.
I go, Tui, I can help you with this. Tui. So we go to the bank, and I work in the nonprofit world now. That's what I do. I raise money from rich people. So I go to the bank and I go, look, there's this young girl. She did an overdraft and she's sitting there, all Vietnamese and everything. And
all Vietnamese and everything. That's pretty funny.
Talking to Vietnamese.
Exactly with a razor and a pussy.
Mao! Mao! You know. Anyway.
Oh, geez.
So I go to the guy and I go, listen, give this girl a break. She overdrafted her protection. I want to help her. Erase this bad thing, and I wanted to help this little girl. You know, I didn't want her to keep, doing this prostitution type of thing. $20 for a hug. Next thing you know, it's something more and more and more.
Where was she? Canada?
No, right here, just like a few months ago, here in New York. I do the Craigslist thing a lot.
Yeah,
a lot of
too.
opportunity.
She
out
still
there.
hugging people for money?
A lot of
No,
opportunity.
I helped her.
Opportunity.
So the Bank of America guy made the whole thing go away. Her overdraft was done, and I changed this girl's life. Next thing you know, I was getting the free hugs, and I'm teaching her piano, and she's just doing fine. So that's an example.
You still know her?
I still know her.
Does she do anything besides the hugs at this
No, I
point?
just changed that whole thing. You know?
Just hugs?
No more hugs. No more anything for money.
But what
because,
about for you?
No, we're just friends now.
That's it? No,
Yeah,
no.
I
make,
moved on
no,
to
no
other
sucky,
other
fucky,
adventures.
No fucky.
Oh, fucky,
You
fucky.
know, make the fucky.
Fucky.
Oh my God.
Anyway, that's my
Too cool.
Craigslist. That's just one.
Too cool hair.
That's an amazing story, please.
Oh, me so nauseous.
Gary Del Botti just emailed me.
Oh, yeah?
All right, so you're going to go on there for a legitimate interview.
Yeah, now he's
But you had
thinking.
fun with
Now
us.
they're reconsidering. They're probably
course.
listening to this show
And hearing all the laughs, right?
because because Howard's been talking about the Swedish princess. And I kid you not, I met the princess this summer and
I enjoyed
partied
her
with
fish.
her.
Sorry.
Her name's Madeline.
I didn't get to them. I couldn't get past the meatballs. The massage was good.
Ian,
I have dirty stories about the Swedish princess, Opie.
Yeah, you
Really?
Yeah, there's photos of me and her.
Knowing you,
all
you'll,
over
you'll tell
Stockholm.
Howard and not us.
No, I'm going to tell you because Howard's late. If you snooze, you lose with His Highness.
Oh,
yeah, give us a dirty
our
story.
whole audience is losing.
I licked her. I licked her toes in a bathroom in a restaurant.
Yeah?
And what happened?
She got aroused.
And then what happened?
She told him she had just stepped in.
Then she was making out with a woman. I didn't go the full 9 yards.
No? Why
But
not?
I aroused the princess. And
Oh,
actually,
really?
her mother doesn't like the U.S., apparently. He used to work for her mother, the Queen of Sweden.
Hey, how about a story about working with the mother of the Queen in Sweden?
Do you really have a story about
You
that?
got
Please?
a fascinating
I don't know if I have a story about that.
Oh, you got
She
it.
doesn't like the United States because they used to stalk her daughter. I don't know why the
What?
daughter moved here either. Yeah, she didn't like
crazy.
The
America.
daughter was banging
Oh, yeah, I got a story.
Lundqvist on the Rangers.
Wait, he's got a story. everyone.
Henrik Lundqvist. Yeah.
You have a
Well,
story
no,
about
Ricky
what?
Martin. Ricky Martin wanted
Martin?
to give her
Martin.
mother a lot of money for
How much to hug
Queen of
him?
Sweden.
But he was yeah. But now he came out of the closet and said he's gay.
Right? And then the mother said, "We don't want your money. We had $1 million lined up."
That's
She says,
fascinating.
I don't
They don't
want
want
Ricky
their
Martin's
gay money. His
Gay money.
gay money.
Her
molesting
fiance
money.
was cheating on her, and then they found out she was cheating on the fiance with Lundqvist,
That's
the
crazy.
backstopper for the Rangers, who are probably going to win all of 11 games this year, the way they're going.
Oh, damn.
Wow. Hey, Ian, Brian Miller Show, my new friend on Twitter.
Yes.
He might be confused, or not. He says, I hope the bed-in is at a hospice. Do you want to comment on that, sir? I mean, the bed-in is a very serious thing you're doing to make sure the governor becomes the next president of the United States of America.
I'm trying to amend the Constitution. It's at a hotel, and we're going to see where it ends up. You never know. Maybe Maria... The caller's going to be in bed. There's going to be some hot hookers. I'm inviting all of New York's hookers to come, and there's going to be food for them, not for me. I'm going to have to watch them eat. Eat out all day.
Hope your pillow ends up like Lincoln's after the play.
We got something else. Opie's waving an exclusive, a big exclusive here.
Guys, I got another exclusive. Very good news. Travis just ran this in.
Yes, Greg.
And Travis is legit. I'll just say more news. More news. In the last hour, Ian's book has dropped another 3,359 places.
How does that happen?
It's now in 102,000.
Oh, my gosh.
And 24th place, sir. So
wow.
you should give the big plug for the book. We're losing everybody.
Again, guys, I got paid.
Right.
And I got late. I was banging the producer. Schwarzenegger couldn't. Now listen, guys. If you take it to top 10 on Amazon, I'll come on this show and we'll do a 1 hour poll, and you guys get to choose the next subject.
Okay.
So just buy it, burn it, throw it off buildings. I don't give a shit what you do with this book.
We got the official stats. So when you started the interview, you were in 97,039th place. A mere hour later, you were in 98,665th place.
Well,
right now, as we speak, you're in 102,024th place.
How'd that happen?
We're moving on up. What about any more callers?
Sure.
Are the lines jammed when I come on?
They sure are, sir. Justin in New Hampshire. Justin.
Hey, how's it going today?
Let's cut to the chase. Let's stop wasting time. You're on the #1 radio show on the planet, and you're
talking about a book that should be #1, The Governator.
Yes.
What's the full title again, Ian?
The Governator, From Muscle Beach to His Quest for the White House, The Improbable Rise of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Sure.
By Ian Halper, #1 New York Times best-selling author. I'm at 102,000 now. We just got to cut that down.
All right, let's go, Justin. What do you got?
Well, I just wanted to call. I've heard him on the phone a couple of times, and I've just been really entertained by this interview all morning, and I'm planning on buying your book this afternoon.
Thank you, New Hampshire. Thank you, sir. You're a straight arrow, sir.
Straight arrow.
Jim Norton, too.
All right, Justin. We should hang up before it gets
start
ugly.
moving. Let's start moving.
We should hang
I
up,
want to talk to everyone before you guys eject me from the show.
You know the Craigslist story?
More hugging.
Yeah.
I got more stories.
Oh, wait. So
Craigslist story.
You got another Craigslist story? This is Fleece.
All right, let's cut this Craigslist. One more caller, then let's cut this Craigslist.
Oh, you want to do that?
Yeah, just think of the Craigslist story.
All right, what do you want? Apologizing on behalf of all Canadians
Greg
for
Hughes,
this douche?
It's your call here.
Well, I want to help you out here, so maybe we should go
You
with,
are the pilot here. I am the passenger, sir.
Okay, why don't we go with the Canadian guy? He's apologizing for all Canadians. We got Tim in Calgary. We almost know where Calgary is.
Let me apologize for him first of all.
The Calgary Stampede every year. It's a big rodeo thing.
And you know the United States is going to eventually steal Vancouver, right? You're going to lose Vancouver to the United States of America.
I'll support it. I love America. I love Americans. I love America.
See?
And let's hear what Calgary says. You got 3 seconds, baby.
Calgary in the house.
3 seconds.
Your time's up. Let's move to the next caller. No wasting time here. Let's go straight ahead right now. Who's on next?
While I was on hold, I was taking a look at your book on Amazon.com.
Yes, sir. You should be on Amazon.ca, by the way. You're in Canada.
Canada, right? It's .ca up there.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
See when I'm on Amazon.ca right now. What number?
No, it doesn't have to be. So anyway, I'm looking on page 4 here, and it really gives an in-depth look at your investigative style of reporting.
Yes.
You talk about being in Schwarzenegger's tiny village of 2,000 inhabitants.
Yes.
And you tried to find where he was living. You talked to some people here. You said to a woman on a bike, Schwarzenegger House. And she smiled and pointed the way. This is the kind of investigative...
You just went to the first woman, asked for Schwarzenegger House, and bought that she was pointing at the proper house?
That takes a lot. He had to fly over there.
That is true.
You know... That's
we
like
can't do that.
And he was surprised that people didn't speak English in a tiny village in Austria, so he just walked around.
Yes, because all right. See, at least you're reading the book. You're getting
That's
an
all you
education,
care, right?
and have a good life, baby. I'll see you upstairs one day. But so far, what you're saying is true. And if you read on, you will discover more on the cooperation of the house, the village, the this, the that, the Nazi. So thank you, sir. Good plug.
Ian, Fleece is jumping at the bit. But first, the big plug for your book, sir. It's on Amazon.com. It's called what?
It's called The Governator.
Right.
It's by Ian Halperin, #1 New York Times best-selling author. The Governator, from Muscle Beach to his quest for the White House, the improbable rise of Arnold Schwarzenegger. If Opie and A and J show here can take it to number 10 or higher, I will write my next book. It's your choice, the listeners.
All right, very good. And the bed-in starts right after the show.
Right after the show, I'm going to the hotel.
And the
getting
O&A
naked.
cameras are going to be there. You're going to be naked?
Yeah, my publicist just emailed me. Apparently, there's a lot of requests coming in now. So, yeah, I'll be naked in bed, dude. I wear my birthday suit. I wear my birthday suit.
Remember, we
when
were
I
the first to promote this book, sir. And
Absolutely.
Now they're coming out of the woodwork.
I am indebted.
All right.
Indebted to you guys forever.
Fleece, you got one more story for us, please,
One
sir?
last Craigslist story. The other day I see an ad.
Hold on. What?
Craigslist story?
He just jumped right into it.
I know, he really did.
No sex, just play with my breasts. And I go, I'm disciplined enough to do this type of thing.
Breast play, yes.
Just breast play, you know?
Was she Indian?
Nope. Guess again.
Puerto Rican?
Big, large black woman.
Oh, okay.
From Central Africa. Named Emily. And I met her. And she came up to my apartment, and I played with her breasts. These big, giant bazookas.
Did you offer to take her hat basket when she walked in?
And then what happened?
Well, it just kind of ruined the whole thing, but
why?
I met a woman on the Craigslist, and I
The Craigslist.
Sure enough, she came back up to my apartment.
How much did it cost you to play with her big
Not
awful
a
tits?
penny, and I couldn't believe it. And after that, she wanted to fuck. So I ended up fucking this large African woman with her giant breasts.
Fat women from Central Africa known for their wonderful tits.
Big boned.
Did she have an accent, or was she really like from the Bronx? Pogo?